this circle went, there's still so many teams kind of on the edge running into each other as they're making their rotations.
Yep, there definitely are teams that are taking their time here. Danawa in this grand finals as a whole have been way slower at their first couple of rotations than what we've seen in the past. Shen, a little bit of target practice. Of course, these guys, they want to get warm. They want to get a feel of it. And they know. I mean, they know well enough that they have to hit every single shot in order to make sure they stay alive. Because these guys, if you don't, like, again, mistakes go punished every single game. And these guys are all on point today.
It's going to be rough, as it's already been rough here for the two Tyloo players. They're trying to get, I imagine they're trying to get into a 2-2 split, but they've got two teammates already in the center of the circle, essentially, right on the southern side of that valley, that El Azahar Valley. And now Daytrade trying to make their way around just on the east side here. They're going to run into the tail end of Space Station, and they're actually going to get out of the vehicles, Toby. They want this fight.
Opting to pull up on it. Flash is going to be the first responder to this engagement. Shoots over. Can't find Rock, but Norrens peeks the second time around. And he's Helps to get away from here, but Daytrade is playing it smart. They're catching him in a split.
And this has been part and parcel of Space Station. They will retreat off a fight if they lose somebody early and they feel like they're about to get pressed. They would prefer to keep everybody in this thing as much as they can. Now Norrens still knocked. The grenade from Belmoth, though. The blind shot will find Roth. And now Sharp Shop and Page are playing the top of the ridge line here, but the smokes are coming down. And now this is getting third party.
My God.
Belmoth again with a great grenade is going to find Sharp Shot. And now it's just down to Page.
Blind sends over the hill and just connects one after another. Will be able to get the clean up here. And Page, you have a very, very tough task ahead of you. Maybe this sandstorm is going to allow for you to get away. You can see already now Parachute deployed as it jumps on off. But was he seen? You're seeing Norrens look towards the north. I'm not sure if they caught him. But this is where things get dangerous. When you go for the you try to catch teams off. Everyone is desperate for points today. And if they see that you're split and it's just two guys shooting, teams like Daytrade will pull up on you.
You don't even have to be split. They had no idea other than the fact that they were getting shot at by somebody, and you saw them immediately slam on the e-brake and get out of the car and take the fight right to the face of Space Station. Now Page will stay alive a little bit longer, but Daytrade comes out on top, and they get their revive as well, so back up to full strength. Meanwhile, Danawa in first place. They're taking a long wrap around the north side, and again, still T5, the most far north team. They are just on the north side of that El Azahar Valley.
I mean, Danawa knew
this noise gate. There we go.
It's going to be rotating in from the south. There's very few teams in this lobby that have like committed northern drop spots, and they're reading it perfectly, knowing exactly where to go here. Luminosity, of course, having rotated out of Minas, did lose Mime earlier, but now scouting forward, and they've caught some of Faces players, and I'm curious if they do read that this is a split, if they opt to pull up, or if they want to play this one slow.
Great point to bring up about the long wraps from Danawa. That's been kind of a trademark for them during these grand finals, and it's been working out pretty great, especially on Miramar. As we see Petrichor Road just on the other side of the road from New Happy. Shots have been traded, but nothing more than that. You can see Summer, I think, maybe gotten knocked either revived or brought back to life here, or knocked very low, but either way, Petrichor back up to full strength. New Happy has a compound.
And again, I mean, it's a small detail, but I love the fact that we get it on screen. Coming into this, whenever we had phase one, when teams weren't fighting, everyone chilling at 70 to 75.
E5, good zone. Bay's in a great spot.
The heartbeat monitor is like 115 and beyond. These guys, they know what's at
Danawa's gonna have a clean north here.
And they're all starting to feel it now with this swing going up towards the north.
That northern swing could be brutal as we see all of those vehicles, as you said, everybody hopping in. Linshu, the last player up for Tiamba, still going to find his way into the zone on the south side.
What's wrong with my volume?
Petrichor Road hop into the New Happy, taking some parting shots over there. Petrichor Road, they are very southeast right now. They've got a long way to go. You're going to imagine that they're going to have to stop down and do a little healing. Meanwhile, we're going to see a lot of this for the next couple of minutes, Toby. Cars getting very close to each other, just a little jousting back and forth. Let's see if anybody actually stops down and takes the full fight.
I mean, that's the issue right now, right?
Looks like they're going to split across the road.
You just want to be north of it at this point. Even though there is a chance it bounces back, you do not want to be here on the southern side any longer. There's too many teams. There's no cover. The teams on the northern side can shoot you. As we see here, NH not done trying to kind of cut off Petrichor just yet.
Yeah, December 12th really wanting to take that fight over towards Petrichor, as Summer has to stop down and heal up. And yeah, that bike may be a little bit too damaged. She'll just get in the ride with Chewy, and they'll make their way back as Ming already making his way up a little bit farther north. Now, you do mention most of our teams do want to make their way up to the north side of this valley. There are a couple of teams on the south side, though, that are comfortable. Tai Lu, LG, Gen G in particular, all have compounds. 17 also has a 2-2 split on both sides. You can see they're taking a little bit of fire here, but nothing too terribly serious.
You say that, but it's tires getting popped, and if you consider where they are, if this circle swings away, that is a very hard rotation for them to make. Cerberus, of course, again, I mean, as we said with Dano, realizing where the pressure is going to build from, and going north. Himesh, though, headshot mid-air, will have to get down to the ground, 23 damage to follow, but somehow able to make landfall.
Oh, it's ironic that they're landing in the graveyard right there, because he just narrowly avoided it. Imaaz with 5 HP.
Dano's gonna have a lot of space here. A good line.
4 up. We see where they decide to play from here. This is now our farthest north team. Danoa in a very
control the line out of
2-2 split
here,
just off to
which is
their
really
south.
good.
T5 taking up so much real estate as well. Daytrade now making
T5 with the split. I mean, Cerberus should realize this is weak at some point and push that.
We'll see if how far they decide to commit.
I would be surprised if Petrichor don't opt to swing as hard, like out and around. Like they'll probably even tank phase 2 damage as long as they hit the circle when phase 3
Is
comes.
he hitting a shack or something? I don't know. Or it's just Page.
As we now see here, Space Station Gaming trying to get something going, but
what is James doing?
Remember,
what is James doing?
Trade eliminated most of Space Station. Page was the last remaining player, so he is going to go down, and that'll be our first team out here in game number 1.
We might catch one off guard from T5 here.
Before the circle
that would be tragic. He
close.
walks up on this hill at all, he's knocked in
Other
flush.
solo player, Lin Shu from Tiamba, has finally made it out of the blue. He's coming in on the far west. Should be safe for now, as everybody just kind of feeling out, have their main position, but it seems like they're sending little feelers out. Like James is a little feeler right now to see where everybody else is. FaZe already in vehicles waiting for this
my God.
And of course,
it's a really good 17 shift, really good Sonic shift.
South,
see, what Sonics do here is because they have a good split.
With that valley in the middle.
They're playing for both shifts here. I think they hold it.
Effectively the Rostock River. This is a place you do not want to be anywhere in.
I don't think Gen G's gonna hit them here.
From a distance
it's possible they get sent into from.
Again, just underlining these guys, man, they are warm coming into state.
Maybe V7, kind of like Glass can walk up and scout and see it's weak. But
he's got to go somewhere.
I don't think teams are going to fight this zone.
The rest of FaZe, fortunately, inside the compound, but it doesn't matter. James going to land the big shots onto Salute. He's going to get taken out. He's going to get stolen away before James can finish him. Yes, he will. And now
James gets an off there, but he's not going to get flushed. He's safe.
But damage done on multiple teams. I don't think anyone is.
That's a pretty common rotate path there. So smart of James to be out there to try and punish that.
But gets instantly traded.
Okay, 2 up still for Danoa and Onyx and Soul now arriving. They got Xiaobei pinned in the smokes. Grenade in hand for Xiaobei. He's got to keep on the run. As Xiao Wu is going to find Soul. And now shots from the back. Danoa getting pinned from every direction here. As Xiao Wu has a nice little split here. This was the 17-2-2 split on both sides of the valley, Toby, and it's working out great for him right now.
It's working out for one, but also they need to play it smart, and they do so here, covering each other's back. Xiao Wu and Sushu.
It's not how Dano wants to start the first game. I mean, they got the 3 points start of the game, but
takedown. First team out is our current first place.
Absolutely huge. It looked scary there at the beginning when Danoa got 3 instant kills onto Tiamba. It looked like they might start running away with it, but 17 gets in the way, and now the top place team is out.
TM gonna have to push FaZe here.
We see
like they're driving.
Petrichor Road. They've got.
Looks like they're hitting it.
A little bit of free space here on the eastern side. Now,
yep, they're hitting the crash on FaZe. Here it is.
With Belmoth holding.
Toons on an off angle might find James.
There is this nice ridge line for Petrichor to work with. Meanwhile, second place team, they've seen Danoa go out. They're hard crashing onto the FaZe compound. Let's see what Twisted Minds can do.
All these players, of course, fully aware of what's happening around them. They know the pull-up has come through, and Twisted is well aware that there's a team.
The Toons finds James here. TM's gonna roll this fight.
Could potentially, if he dares, go for a little bit of a third party, see if he can shoot someone in the back while they're looking.
I think James.
But this one is gonna be.
I think Batoon shot.
Cannot allow for that first knock to come through.
Yeah, Batoon shot.
James getting back closer towards the
now it's up to James here. James makes or breaks this fight here.
But does he know that Batoon's is just over the top? He's out in the open.
James is the swing.
He might have been spotted there.
But I think, oh yeah, you can see him. He's looking over there.
Yeah, he got spotted. He's coming back in.
Spot him. One of his teammates did. So Batulins has been sniffed out. FaZe retreating back into the compound. Now the good thing for them right now is this is a straight 4v4.
He's been sniffed out. He's been shooting his mini.
Up in that direction as well. And now more teams might be heading that way as it cuts.
That's real good for T5.
This circle is just
fans love that.
If you wanted to encourage Gen G to go elsewhere, well, this ain't it. This is the most, like the biggest invitation you can get for third-party opportunity once this does fight. Question now becomes, does Twisted Minds even want to take this fight? They find Corexy, but look at this, half the team is already leaving. Oh, the flush comes through though, no trade, no way to kind of set up a saving private Corexy. So one comes through, does that make them commit?
How did they find Corexy? How does that happen?
See, you mentioned
what's he doing?
Twisted Minds were already sending it, Batu already up to the north. But off of that knock, this fight.
How is he getting knocked and flushed right there?
Now Gen G starting to creep in on their backsides.
Fucking DC or some shit?
Careful about where they are. Perfectix, I think they realize now the situation that they're in. Batu feeding that information over. They're just going to immediately get out of that as Ikeslef gets knocked
crazy.
By the flaming vehicle. That should be a res, I believe. They are all by themselves up on this northeastern side of the circle, but Cerberus collapsing.
The 1 mile an hour run over is arguably one of the more painful ones. As we see now, they of course saw the knock on the kill feed. They were the ones to get the kill just before, so they know exactly where these guys are positioned. And because of this, Solalsi now allowed to push on forward. This has Petrichor leaving, but
team's got knocked too. TM.
Oh, James had the angle. It doesn't matter.
Gen G pulled up. Where'd Gen G come from? The fuck? Team's just leaving FaZe in there too. They flushed James and they're just leaving FaZe in there. I guess that's smart. They have this hill control.
As we'll see if FaZe will allow them in, if Twisted Minds will do something. We did lose James.
They have like this box here.
Feeding across wrong info, but again, still looking.
They can see these ridges, but Cerberus can kind of contest. Maybe not. Cerberus can't play this because of T5.
Really kind of biding their time, waiting for all of that nonsense, all the kill feed to slow down a little bit before making their move. Now you can see Veronica 7 pushing in here. Perfectix actually going to find Songjang as Gen G has arrived onto the FaZe compound. Meanwhile, another fight going on here between Cerberus and V7.
All these teams trying to fight for space in the open. Ty Lu pulling up on New Epi now as well. We see it here as they've made landfall. 2 of the players down to low HP, but they will stay put down. Elset did go down earlier.
Sonic's in a good spot in the south here.
The circle is closing in, though they have to make their way forward.
LG definitely in a rough spot. I don't think they get points here.
Gen G and FaZe in the kill feed. They know exactly where this fight's going on, so they're coming down.
17 grouping up.
Maybe do a little bit of third party in the valley.
I think got 3 kills there as well.
They tried to send it a little bit later, but New Happy still in great position. Mu, the last player alive.
Nice sprays from Ming.
Up there by Ming.
Loving the setup here from NAG Esports. They know that they can only peek this fight from one angle without getting shot in the back, and they execute it to perfection. Circle swings up towards the northwest. Third on 5, blessed with that shift going that direction, but they now know too.
This is a big game for TM. TM takes the lead on this game. 17 also could have a huge game here. If they kill New Happy, if they clean up this entire southeast, it's going to come down to a Sonic 17 fight on the south edge. Sonic's is going to have to push into 17 space here. But I don't know. I feel like Sonic's is going to be a little bit cautious here. I don't know if they're going to set up here.
Most notably being Cerberus and 17.
We have 5 teams on the eastern side of the circle, but because of third on 5's position, only one team in my book will be able to make it into this next circle. Once we start closing in just about 10 seconds time, the east will light on fire. And again, I only see one team making it, and with the way
what's TM doing here? Gen G's in the compound. I don't know. They're just pressuring it.
V7 will survive with 3 up for now. Nurin's the last player up for Day Trade. Will get spotted out by Glaz, and that will be it for Day Trade. Cerberus meanwhile out on that north side. Luminosity down to just Snakers and Flood. Flood left behind on the southern side of that shift. He's actually
where are you going, Snakers?
Right now, Snakers somehow, some way.
Where are you going?
in this buggy, and he's had, I don't think anybody shot at him yet.
You know what?
You play that tree on the right and just LOS the barn. It's not bad.
As I said, even if you don't come out
It's not bad. That coop is fucking placed perfectly for him. That coop is placed perfectly. I don't know who put that coop there, but that's fucking...
Dead center for Illuminati.
That's fucking nuts. Are they both? Did they both end up there? Only Snakers is there. So.
This entire time.
Where's Flood?
And it's finally started to pay
Flood's in
off
blue,
now
I
as they
think.
make their way up. They do see
Yeah,
Flood
Flood's
off in
dead.
the distance.
What's that
Tiggleton.
shit?
Shots aren't gonna land. Somehow Flood's still alive. Ming Ming
Oh
actually gonna find the angle on
no way.
H-Win.
H-Win goes down
And
here.
now December 12th
H-Win
actually
gets
takes down
flush.
as well
Oh
as
my
the
god.
push is coming in from 17.
Flood flushes one of New Happy. New
We're
Happy's
not
wiped.
expecting
Oh
that
my
at
god.
all.
17's
17, 6 kills.
it's looking like Nav or 17 and
TM
up off in this game here.
They thought they were safe in taking shots towards Sonics. Not quite so great.
Snakers can come big here and get some really clutch points for his team and keep them in this.
Signs of life from Gen G here on the final day. As they clean out phase, they
Sneakers.
clean out the compound. They managed to keep 4 alive. Twisted Minds
Gen G
still
will probably
on that
clear him
northern
out.
side, but you can see
Gen G
they've
kind of
taken
has to
knock
play
as
into
well, so
this.
no full pushes coming from them.
Unless
17
they decide to
leading
push
up New Happy
TM,
will
if they
turn
get a
their
couple
attention
knocks,
over to the remnants of
that'll save
Veronica 7.
Snakers, but Gen G should just be playing into this. Oh, actually, they're fed. That changes things. Now Gen G's just sitting here. TM has to make a play for these ridges. Cerberus has to make a play either
You can see 17 is
into
not in the
TM or
greatest
Cerberus pretty
shape right
fucked.
now. A lot of damage being done to him, but they're still 4
Cerberus
alive.
is not in a good
But
spot.
while they're engaging in this fight with V7 Fun Pin,
17's
Sonics
getting
is taking
fucked.
their best
Sonics
next
has a
spot
really good zone here
But
to
you can
hold
see
them
the
out.
shots coming in from Xiaowu. Shrimzy
But
will
they
find
lost
Knox
H-Win,
on
which is,
Xiao
like,
Bei's little ghost will get taken
brutal.
down by
That shouldn't be
Solozzi,
happening
and
here.
17 is falling apart.
Crucial timing on the play here by Sonics. They know they have to come underneath. They know they have to.
17's losing time here, getting those reses. Sonics should be able to hold them out.
They just cannot get knocked here. Few traits coming back and forth.
Yeah, V7 is just inting into them because they don't have a good play here. Playing for these points is just smart.
Oh no,
Cerberus down
trying
one.
to creep down here and take out what was left of V7.
This is still
But they put
looking like
themselves at exposed to
TM
Twisted Minds, so shots coming through from there. Xiao Bei now the last
pulls away
player
with this
up
game
for
here.
17, trying to hold against Tosi. He knows where he is, up against the rock, the peak. There it is. Nice knock from Xiao Bei, keeping 17 in this thing.
Trying to go out, maybe get a little more heat.
point from 17 there.
As soon as he peeks off to the left, he's
He's
going to be
dead
in
as
trouble. They
fuck.
deny it. Looks like it's
Goodbye.
going to. Yes, not sure if it was intentional or not, but will fall down again.
Sonic's
There's
in a good
nowhere
spot.
for
They
them to
should
go.
have been
Sonic's playing
4 up
perfectly in
here.
their rotation earlier.
Because they're
Nowhere for
probably
them to
gonna
go.
have to
V7
kill
down as well.
either
16
T5 or
left
Gen
alive.
G.
Deny. Right now, Theraton 5 still has the compound. Gen G has a compound for themselves.
Question
as
is,
well.
when does Snakers die?
Cerberus has been pinned up
who does he
against the wall.
spoil?
Solozzi gonna deny, and Tiggleton will actually
Could
still
be
fight
Gen
on
G
the
that he
way, so that's
spoils.
at
Could be
least a point
Sonics that he
going
spoils.
into one person's
I don't think it'll
pocket
be
here.
Sonics,
now
though.
2 kills. They have lost one player. I believe they've lost H-Win, as they are now 3 strong on the southern side. Twisted Minds 4 strong on the north, and then you have our compound teams, and then you've got little old Snakers hiding out right in the dead center.
Kick saw the
Wait,
vehicle. We'll see
TM's
maybe
forced
he's
the
gonna throw a lane
shack?
down there. We've seen him be very successful with his utility usage.
Guess they don't have
Maybe
this.
a kill
Guess they
feed
can't
follow
play
at the
this
moment
ridge
with
here.
Luminosity taken out. Wouldn't be too surprising. That is, of
Wait.
course, if he opts to go for it. Twisted Minds in the meantime, 3 kills. They've played it slow from the start, and there it was. It was tick, not kick, but able to
I guess
get
they're
it.
worried about Gen
Twisted
G.
Minds
They're
now
worried about
on
Gen
the
G
very
being up
far
here.
northern side has to make a decision. Do we go east? Do we go west? I think the best play right now is wait this one out, see where the next circle is going.
And you can see just how this is. I mean,
I think they're gonna drive to it now. Yeah, they're smoke lining. They're gonna take it now.
You've got
There they
Twisted
go.
in first, but all the rest of the teams here
Giving
are
Batoons at the
lower
shack,
down on the leaderboard.
taking
They can make a
ridge.
jump here as
That's what they
Twisted
need
trying
right
to
there.
send it a little bit closer to center. They've got lots of ridge lines to play.
Yeah.
They have left Batulins behind to keep track of Theraton 5. Make sure they're not backfilled.
Again, as soon
Oh,
as they
Snakers
force
died.
Gen G into the compound, they know
Wait, did he get
exactly
naded?
what
I didn't even
space
see
they've had
it.
to work with. There's been no fighting
Naded
up by
him.
them outside of Cerberus. When they died,
I think Gen
that's
G
when
just
they
found
pushed it.
him.
That's when they took
Maybe
control.
because they
Cerberus
took this
went
high ground.
Yes, Gen G has the compound, but I'd actually favor Twisted Minds in this position, because if this next circle, final circle, shifts off of the hill that they currently have, they have nowhere to go. On the other side of that, Twisted Minds got a big ridge to work with right now.
They do, but they've got full strength Theraton 5 that have to kind of come down onto it. So Batulins needs to be very, very careful.
It's a really good zone for Gen G. T5, I mean, Sonics can still go back and play into this, but they're going to have to fight Gen G, and allows T5 to maybe pinch them.
Would seem to be the obvious play, but Gen G
T5's in a bit of a rough spot, for sure. Tig naded him. Oh, damn. I guess that makes sense because Sonics had the info that LG drove past him. LG solo. So they were able to, and they saw the buggy. They saw his buggy there, so they should have known he was there. That's a really good nade to hit from here. Or I don't know where he went to hit it, but that's really good.
Serious damage as Batu's going to find out the hard way. Sonics now into their Bronco, heading back over towards the south. I think Gen G, they actually picked a pretty good time to do this because Gen G was regrouping and gathering their vehicles. Now they're coming down.
They still have the roof in. That's
so this might be a fight that pops off here soon if Sonics aren't.
Is he on the long roof?
I mean, really on both sides, these two teams want to take a 1v1 undisturbed from the other team. I believe that once I would expect to see Twisted Minds and Theraton 5 pop up first, and once that happens, expect to see Gen G and Sonics fight immediately after. This is essentially the semifinals of who will fight for the chicken at the end of this game.
And we got a knock. Phase through a Fed game, yep. He threw a Fed game.
Very close to Hatsawat though, so that might be Rezabal. Rossadid being the anchor man here.
I don't know how Corexy died. I don't know what happened in that fight. They were chilling. Like TM was just pressuring them, but they were just chilling like they were in hardcover compound.
But immediately Batulins with the trade and
really good off angle there from Batulins. E5 might get the flush with the util here. I'm not sure.
It's when we engage. Gen G full on pushing on in. Batulins trying to buy time for the rest on Superfectix to come through. They get the one confirmed now.
Double nades coming in from T5. That could be huge. That could turn the fight. I think they're a little too far. Too far left.
They're finding some damage here as
Sonic's dead.
Somehow, some way, DG98 is the last one up. He's
God, it's the last one. What is happening? There's no way.
Gen G finishes off Sonics, and now it is a
It's TM win. It's TM win.
They revive Toby. They get back down to
happened to Gen G here on this push? Both happening at the same time. That's fucking wild.
Take your corners, reset. We're playing this one for win, and look at this 16th place versus
it is TM taking the lead on the first game.
In this grand finals lobby. You could argue that Gen G needs it more for Twisted Minds to separate from the pack. This would be an enormous start to this day.
Remember, Twisted Minds came into game number 1 in 2nd place. They've passed by Donawa. They currently have a 6-point lead, 7 kills for them overall. If they win this game, that'll be 3 more kills and 4 more.
Surely they take that, yeah.
They would find themselves
it's the ridge.
Very alone in 1st place. But they've got to finish it off, Toby. They've got to close this thing out. They've left Perfectix off to the north, and they've sent Spiro and Lou towards the center. Meanwhile, Gen G fully back
surely
up to
Perfectix has a car.
3 strong. They have lost 1. But still backs up against the wall, essentially, here.
They had to keep Perfectix back to secure that no one was
G actually does have more space than I thought.
They've gotten in. Now it's for Gen G to figure out how do we play.
They've got more space than I thought. TM's not in a great spot here. I don't know what that left angle looks like from DG.
To Twisted Mind's side, but let's see the utility that they got to work with.
I like this ridge that Xiangyang can kind of work on, this low ridge.
Trying to go a little bit farther on the
it looks pretty good. NTG can't see much, but you can anchor that ridge.
They did just hear the vehicle, so they should know that Twisted is all together, 3 strong. So Gen G a little bit more split here. Twisted Minds kind of opting for the death ball rather than that. As you can see, Perfectix just holding the side here.
You're putting so much pressure on DG right there. If he goes down, if he falls, that is their anchor effectively pulled off the ground. Now, Xiangyang, Esther want to run up again. They know that they have a player to help out.
That's a knock. Oh, fuck you.
Jumps out of the car, gets hit in doing so, and falls down.
Stuff.
The big headshot and hops out of the vehicle at the worst possible time.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
It is a
He just fucking flushed him through the smoke.
They had their backs up against the blue.
What's that?
Song Yang holding the middle of the circle while Esther wraps around on the south side. This could be an absolutely disgusting flank, but you can see the flashbangs being sent over. Twisted Minds expecting it.
Esther needs 2 here. It's GG.
They know there are only so many
Or like 1.5. If he gets like 1.5, it's doable. If not, oh, TM has 3 nades.
Ready for what's about to happen, but the timing is right for Esther. Might see something. Look at this.
Song Yang knocks, GG.
And they find one.
Perfect triple nade from Twisted Minds. Now Esther, the last player up. Spiro gonna peek this top of the ridge,
GG.
and he will
Well
find
played.
the kill. And Twisted Minds grabs a hold of first place.
TM taking it. TM taking it. Game 1.
Any different whatsoever. This game played perfectly into the Twisted Minds playstyle, being able to wrap up north, allowing other teams to come through, and then just slowly but very smartly drive their way into the last couple of circles and claim it in the end.
It's always been
Are these players
methodical
sick?
with
They all gotta
Twisted
have
Minds.
like
They
these
had their
patches.
missteps early on
Go
in
ahead.
this tournament. There's no doubt about it. But once the grand
Maybe it's hot in there? I don't know.
It's like the flip switch, Toby. They got their act together, and they are looking like absolute dominant players as we throw it over to our analyst desk to break down game number 1.
I'll play from TM and I am.
Twisted Minds gets their second chicken dinner and takes control of the leaderboard along the way. What a great game. Let's take a look at how it came to be. It's highlights time.
And what an insane start, right? We have just Salute popping off
Oh my
on
goodness.
Tianba, of course, taking the bike, making the car spin out, and then it's just closed out. Some insane nades from Daytrip. Oh, crazy circle again, right? We're
Yep.
having these extremely hard wild curveball circles.
Yeah.
This is more and more that's a little bit more common, but still, it is harder than
They
what
deserve
we've
this
been
win.
kind of used to throughout
I mean,
the
after
And yeah, Faceland,
couple
unfortunately,
years
lose
of
control on the western side.
being real close,
Warehouses
I
that
think
ended
2
up
top
being
4
extremely close to
finishes,
where we're
PGC in a
hitting, right? So
row.
they're obviously biting their nails, and yeah, that's
Obviously,
unfortunate.
just like
It
being the
absolutely
most
is. I mean,
dominant
the
team in
circle
EU for
splitting over trench never
couple
easy to deal
years.
with.
Right.
Teams on one side are always going to have the advantage when the shift comes out. You can see the fans getting hyped for 17 Gaming as they were able to sort of get a couple of points early on, but this was all about Twisted Minds and their continued run. Sonics, they tried to pull something out. They needed a big first game. This wasn't going to be it, though, and it came down to that last one. Gen.G last place versus Twisted Minds first place in a 3v3. And
that triple nade there, bro. All had nades out, fucking nading Song Yang.
No, they were,
Holy
they were in a
shit.
strong position. They were disengaging the fights at the right time. They were taking control of the areas, and also they had full control at the kind of northwestern piece.
That was
of
clean from
Chiefs,
them though.
right?
Like
Like
they
those
didn't
25%, those
overstep
were
at all
crucial
that game.
because they had cover in all kind of
Right.
Like, they
stages
pressured
throughout the game,
phase
right? Plus
without
they
taking
killed
risk.
T5 that had to get out of the compound.
Somehow,
They already knew, all right,
somehow they killed 2 a phase. I don't know how that
tight
happens. How you
so we're
killed
gonna
2 a
do
phase
this
there,
quite
but
easily.
they did.
Also, Gen.G taking on Sunday
But they
like
didn't
that,
even
we-
take the
we were
warehouse. Like
talking
they
about
just
a
let
little
Gen.G
bit,
take
right?
it. They went back when they got their good shift. They took the space that they knew they had. They have a solid line coming out of that space, so they're not forcing the warehouse. So I think it's really smart.
But Twisted Minds, they come out on top, 10 kills and 10 for the win too. Overall, fantastic game, and yeah, happy to see these guys up here.
Yep.
To start things off like this is exactly how you vie for the championship throughout.
Absolutely, and we've seen them do this before. This is my one worry, is they
Yep.
vie for the championship. They push hard. The final day
Yep,
starts
yep.
great. Spyro.
But Perfectus has 0 kills. Didn't he flush DG in the smoke?
Good. We get to game 3, game 4.
Wasn't it
And
Perfectix?
they haven't quite gassed it enough. And then you see
Sprayed through the smoke like
chase,
that?
Right? We've seen Na'Vi do it in the past. We've seen other teams just
Yeah.
sort of turn on and turn up in the last matches of the day. So I think if Twisted Minds wants to feel comfortable, they need to start stronger, because some of these teams,
Right.
especially in the chase pack,
To continue.
No one on the
yeah,
top got
they
points other than
they've got nightmares in
17.
their blood. Twisted Minds is strategic. They're effective. They like those smart
Team with
rotations,
8, Dano with
but if
3.
they get some bad circles, and a team like 17 decides to just gas up and push for kills, things could get bad.
And the beautiful thing is that it's not just a 1 or 2, 3 horse race.
Yep.
We still have LG, we still have Cerberus,
Yeah.
potentially FaZe with a big game. They're straight into the striking distance. And yeah, exciting, of course. And also the other teams, it is extremely tight from FaZe on 6th all the way down to Petrichor at E7. It's within 20 games. It's within, or 20 points in a game. And it's, 10 or tens of thousands of dollars difference just one good game can do you.
So you're LG, you're in 4th place.
Right.
V7 Funpin has proven that they just don't care. They're going to keep landing at mines. They're going to steal the cars. Do you keep trying to get your hand on a vehicle, or do you go somewhere else? Do you just let them have the cars?
Sneaker's huge snake points. What did he got like 5th, right? It's like 3 points.
It's a super center loot spot, right?
Yeah.
So, and V7,
Yeah,
they're
3
proving,
points.
We just want the right side. Honestly,
I think they
think,
had
like,
kills.
right
They had
on the
like 1
Western
kill
compound,
early
take
or some
of
shit.
The road south of
Maybe.
Hacienda, then it's done deal. I don't want to change up too much because I want my rotation paths to be kind
Did they get 6 points? Were they 80? I don't remember.
I just think Mime stopped going for the car. They want those spawns, and that seems to be where the trouble keeps coming in.
Right, yeah, that obviously sucks, right? And then 1 hour
This is
60
tough for
to get
Dano like that.
to a car to get popped
Dying
off,
like that.
like rotation if you're not car.
They were in TM spot,
So, yeah,
by the way.
it's
They
unfortunate.
had Twisted Mind's spot in that game, and they tried to send.
I don't see,
That was just, I don't know. I didn't like that from Dano at all.
It was the timing that was perfectly right. But yeah, of course, if
They
had 3 or
full
4
wiped
points,
on
then
that
that would be a
send,
whole
and they were
different game.
in
They would potentially
TM
take on
spot.
T5 or Sonics and could have gotten 5-10 more points from that.
I'll tell you a player who would have loved, a team that would have loved to have 3 players in a dip. Tiamba. Instead, they had 3 players in a crypt because Soul somehow learned how to do a pit maneuver with a motorcycle, and then 30 rounds.
Sad, holy
got
fuck.
3 off the board.
That was an insane start for them, and we talked about it in the beginning, right? That could be the 3 points that makes the difference, right?
Can you imagine?
That would be insane. We'll see. I feel that Danoa is.
I know I got the
not to be
3 on
slept on.
Tiamba.
And also now Twisted Minds are in this lead here. You're gonna have.
They're
50
literally
other teams that are
in
gonna be
TM
like, we need to
spot
stop
here.
these guys, otherwise they're gonna run away with
They
it.
send.
So
They have this
it's gonna
control.
be real.
Yeah, it's edge.
When you talk
Yeah,
about the top 3 teams right now,
the circle
Twisted
could
Minds
still
17,
go a little
I
south.
can smell a little bit of defensiveness,
Still could go
protection on
south.
TM and 17.
But-
Danoa, with the way Soul's playing right now, they don't seem like they're coming into this saying,
don't know.
let's manage points. They're coming into this saying, you know what, let's make fireworks. Let's
To hit this shack is
They're playing aggressive, and I think that's where I'd be worried for some of their teams, because Danoa, when Danoa's on fire, is just absolute gangbusters when it comes to putting points on the board.
the thing that they should realize is that if the circle does favor North, they have a good line from here, from this hill.
That's the kind of Danoa I want to see.
That's what they want to see.
They can pressure warehouse.
That's what I want to see. Let's see if it happens as we go
They
to
can
game
kill
number
east.
2. It's the
They can pressure
Guardians of
center
Miramar,
compound.
baby.
They have plays.
Thank you very much, Tobbies, and we are here for our final
But
game of the
obviously, if it does go
tournament
south,
on
like
Miramar.
that's just how the zone works. Like you're in a shit spot. You gotta play for the points you can on the north. You fight warehouse. You play out for as much as you can.
Amazing plays right off the bat.
Yeah, on behalf of Twisted, I'm very glad they came out victorious in that game, mainly because, as I said,
And
at
this
the end
starting
of
to
it,
quick.
this game played perfectly into their play style. I don't imagine them
They got
getting
4.
a lot of chances like this
Yeah,
for
3
the
placements and a kill.
remaining 5 games. And again, as you said, there's only
Look at
one
LG.
left here. There's only one left here.
The
on
Des
the side of
brought it up.
Miramar.
The Des brought it up that maybe LG not wanting to take the
Makes
time to
perfect
deal
sense.
with the Veronica 7 nonsense, and instead of landing at their normal Minas Generalis spot, they will instead go all the way up north and play out of Campo Militar. Now Tiamba is a little bit close, but shouldn't be anything too terribly bothersome to them, you would think.
Now, does Luminosity landing this far north foreshadow a Patona ending?
Is what I'm curious to find out.
Probably.
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 We'll see if that's going to be the case or not, as everyone gets parachuting or gets their loot game going. And of course, because LG is this far up north, no commotion on the southern side. Tiamba also don't feel like going back towards Salute. And you know what? I perfectly understand that.
Absolutely. Well, let's see where the circle is going to take us. All right, up to the
I don't know why
northeast
CC
once
loots
again.
that
Let's
shit.
get some
That
more
shit is
from
ass.
Lazar. Now, this time it's
These
gonna be
warehouses,
a
I don't know
little bit
what.
farther south and a little bit farther east.
Something about
So
them is just
perhaps
it's
that,
not good loot.
that Death Valley not in play, but we might get some truck stop.
We are in an area of the map now where A, ton of water still in play, B,
Yes.
a lot of that unplayable mountain
Oh,
in
no.
play as DG98 Tries to see if he can find two at a distance. It would be a remarkable shot to hit.
God, it would be.
Connecting one, but not finding the second.
I gotta be honest, like I would not be in the least surprised if he actually
He found
hit
it.
that
No,
shot.
these guys, they're dialed in today.
Oh
It's
my
insane.
gosh, the crazy shots that we've already seen, the shots that we've seen just throughout this tournament. I mean, if watching this doesn't make you want to go and boot up PUBG and then play one game and then get frustrated that you're not anywhere near as good as these guys, like that's what usually happens to me, then nothing else will. I mean, it's they've been putting on an absolute show for us for these last 3 weeks, and the final day of Grand Finals, Toby, is no different.
Oh no, it sure isn't. Now, one thing that is very interesting to me about this circle, again, bring up the map if you haven't already. We should have a counter in the game for how many times I've said that. I'll continue to say it. One thing that's interesting here is, and we talked about the last game too, how there are some of these teams that like to do these wide reps when they don't get the circles down. We see them here on screen like to do so. Gen.G does it as well. Issue being, you effectively only have half of this circle's kind of perimeter to rotate in from. You can't go wide east, you can't go wide north on this one because there's a mountain you can't go over, and I guess technically you could take a boat, but then you have a whole other set of troubles if that's what you're planning on doing.
I mean, between water and unplayable, it feels like more than 50% of this circle is out.
It is, and that's the funny thing, because not only
This
is
is
that bit literally
probably the worst zone for
unplayable,
Danwon.
a lot of the rest of it is a big valley that you don't want to be in. It's an open hillside that you can't really make plays
Coming out of
from.
Chuma on this
So we're
zone
really
is
counting on kind of 1.5 hands in how much terrain is
it's not what you
actually playable,
want.
and it makes it even
I wonder
less
if they
when
try
you have a team
and
like Third on 5 who smartly
play
so
from
is
northwest
spreading out
here.
this wide.
Go to
They
this
know
box.
we need to have a place to fall back to.
Is playing
because
direct here
we
with
only have
the
3
amount of
spots
teams
in
that are
the
going to be
entire
on
center
this
of
side
circle.
is
If we claim
no,
all early and just keep falling back, we know exactly who's coming in from where.
not good.
Yeah, a lot of dangerous moments here early game as we see New Happy leaving Los Leones, one of the many teams on the south side, Toby, that I imagine will be rotating in from that south side, from that Impala side.
Yep.
We'll have to see if they run into each other as we check in with Sonics. They coming in on the western side after looting up into Hacienda. They actually have pretty free and clear path to where they went in the last game, which was just right in that valley, that El Azahar Valley.
And that's another prediction, foreshadowing, call it what you want, that we can already now start to set up because of the limited rotation opportunities. We're creating these bottlenecks, and I think the Eastern
Sonics
definitely
can still pop if they have some big games here. They can climb.
Oh, Ross
Climb for sure.
SSG from range and immediately into the Bronco page, a little bit closer than the rest of the boys. Will take the shots, but Rosseted immediately out of there. So as you mentioned,
Sonics losing H in that last game was tough,
again,
man.
You can do that and you can get away with it.
They're 4 up there, and they can win that fight against NG. They can definitely win that game.
Make sure that car is parked in the exact right spot for the exact right disengage. And luckily for Rosseted, one wheel missing doesn't matter. He still gets away alive.
Don't get greedy. Don't think that you can get that knock. Don't stick around any longer than you absolutely have to. As T5 finding out there, Ty Lu also in a little bit of a split. They're going to take a knock. I think they were taking shots over towards FaZe, maybe Sonics, and just a bunch of teams just south of El Azahar. You can see FaZe making their way up. Atamu bleeding out.
He's pulling up on this.
I think he's got a teammate on their way, or he might actually just be
They're
dead.
leaving him.
Yeah. Is LSET turning around? Indeed, he is. They're hitting the vehicles from FaZe. Atamu is hearing and choosing guys. I tried. It didn't work out.
Shot.
I was in the open. Yeah, indeed. I mean, it obviously must have been FaZe who found it because they're driving straight to this position. So that is a guaranteed FaZe knock that is now getting confirmed by Correx as well. Look at the amount of info they get off of this position. Yes, Third on 5 is shooting towards him, but with this position they're now in, they have all the info on where to go next.
Safex is the one that doinked him. I wanna see that replay because I'm pretty sure when that knock came through, FaZe was still rotating in from the high side. Yep, there it is.
Double tap.
Oh, from all the way downtown. Dirty stuff. From
Team
FaZe.
shot.
And now FaZe, they have a nice little spot. Not the most northern team, but they've got a free path into El Azahar if this circle does decide to hard shift off to the north. Check in with Petrichor Road on the very southern road. They've got Gen.G just off to their north.
But look at what they're potentially going to backfill into a minute from now.
Team's going to have a really good edge here. Dano is going north. That's smart. But they're going to have to go far north because pretty sure TM is going to be sitting up on this west.
It makes sense that they're slowing this rotation down a bit because they know if we can hit this circle by the time the new one
And he's
comes.
probably gonna play like a
Either way, I mean,
box
obviously react to where that circle goes. That's the perfect play because then we'll have
over
all the other
here.
teams in cars too. No one's gonna be sat there.
Maybe
ready
with
and
like
waiting
one
for
more
push to
further
come through.
north.
Yeah, coming from the south side,
Or
it
one
just
more-
looks like absolute suicide. If you look
I
on
don't know
the
where their
map
fourth
here,
would be,
it's,
but something like
it's just
that.
nothing but teams just centered up and playing around those roads that lead in from the south here. Now Sonics is going to find an angle. Gustav will get taken down. The
Sonics is
one
not
will be
gonna
able to
aggress
come out.
that.
Fortunately, they have a rock there that he can hide behind here. Now Vex actually been spotted out as well. So Sonics getting some shots here. The res should come through though.
I mean, you say they have a rock, but that's about everything they have to work with. Their
Rushing
vehicles are
T5
there.
here?
Luckily for them, they're a little bit down below, so the tires will be safe.
Where are
but
the other two?
FaZe now having to
Can't really
figure out,
tell.
what do we do? I mean, this position is perfect to scout from, but now we're being suppressed by Sonics, so we're hoping that someone's backfilling Sonics and allowing us to make a play. But
I wonder if
right
TM
now,
has the info
it's
of Danoa
very
coming
dangerous
down
to keep
here.
free up here because keep in mind, they still have one on the other side of the valley.
Danoa's pulling up west. They're not going north.
Okay, so Sonics, well, Vex has been kind of.
This could be bad for Danoa. If TM
Sonics
spots
should know
them.
he's here. They've been taking shots over right towards him as Tiggleton
Sonics
will
is
get taken
pressuring
low
this.
by Vex, and if they didn't know he was there, they sure as heck know
It's a
now.
good
The grenade's
nade.
gonna come through from Vex. Will
Tig
find
Nox.
Tiggleton. Beautifully placed. Perfect prediction from Vex.
For Vex, though, is this an engaged nade or is this a good excuse to try and make a run back to safety? They know one is going to commit to the rest. They know one is going to hold the anger. What are they planning to do from here? They are starting to group up. Gustav Correxi are here as well. James still has yet to group up with the team. You can see he's stuck on the other side of the road. And I think this is Sonics calling it quit. They're getting back. They still have the compound to work with. There was no one behind them. This would be a smart time for
Sonics to
try and
back up here.
I think that's exactly what they were doing. They had Kickstart holding the line from well off in the distance. Now each one a little bit closer. Oh, no, Patapong. He finds an angle onto the IGL from Sonic.
Oh,
so
James
that
is just
might put a
underneath.
pause on things. Looks like FaZe, though, fortunately for Sonics, they're pulling back away. And LG actually taking shots at him from north of the city of El Azahar. So this fight,
James
it
just
looked like it was
playing
about to
like
turn this
Pio.
up
I
to
don't know.
Toby, but now the third party,
I don't know what's
fourth
going
party,
on.
They're going to force him to pull apart.
Hilltops are amazing. From there, you can see absolutely everything. Downside is absolutely everything can see you
Yeah.
too.
Oh my God,
and
Batulans.
as you can see, Batulans now from the far northwestern side too, finding a couple
Jones
of shots.
getting
Good
bullied.
thing for Sonics is as they disengage.
That's smart from
now,
Danoa.
in the
They can
brilliant
take Smiley
situation,
on
they
circle
keep
pop
all
here.
lines, They keep their
Jeez.
vehicles for rotation.
We set and get
And they
info.
still have a perimeter. They still have space to maneuver. Now Twisted Minds does get a bit closer, but FaZe don't up to engage. LG not engaging either. So
Not sure
despite everything that just went against
about
them,
LG
they
getting
actually
into
played out
Azahar
well.
here.
Well, at least for now. As LG, they make their way through.
FaZe
the
is
city.
sitting. Does
Donovan
LG
has
know
now
that FaZe is
arrived.
there?
Late
And they're,
arrival.
they're playing on the north side of that
Surely.
that El Azahar Valley. And
Saw them from the
Petrichor Road,
north.
They finally enter in the south side of the circle. Now
Circle's
Daytrade in a
popping.
big wide split just to the east of Impala. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Donovan, nobody really
Oof,
near them
that's-
except for LG.
That is
Where
tough
are
for
we going?
Danoa.
And we pull away from the
They have
city,
to go north
back
and
over
east.
towards the coast, and once
They have to go like
again,
this.
Toby, about 40% of this circle just completely unplayable.
Brutal phase 2, and what a time
Looks
to
like they
get
might
in
be
the
going
final
south.
Miramar of the year in competitive PUBG. As we now see Petrichor try and make their way on forward. We saw
This
them
is
on the
tough.
side earlier. We knew that they were going to take their time, rotate in late, but here they are with Daytrade right around them, and the Cowboy fight starts happening on again.
Play it from
I
the
mean,
beginning.
I don't
This
know.
is the play here as Belmont
I don't
does
know
manage to
why
split
SSG.
the
I guess at
outright
this
and gets
point,
back to
it
the
doesn't
boys and
really
stays
matter.
alive
They're in
as
15th.
Petrichor Road continue their wrap up to the north. They've got December 12th and the rest of New Happy
But,
in the
I mean,
compound.
this
on the
compound
side of the
just
road. This is
plays
slow
into the
sledding
end game
here
of
for Petrichor Road. This is
pretty
rough
much every
terrain
zone here.
to be having to drive these Morados over.
I'm seeing Roth just in front of them starting to creep down this ridge line towards
Like
the
Roth
right.
is getting pressured
Set
100%.
up for an ambush. They
100%.
do
A team
exact
from
same
this
thing last game
edge
against
is
Daytrade
going
and
here.
Punish. Now it's just him against what will be the
Every
entirety
time.
of Petrichor. Roth, do not get out of that car and do not start shooting because Petrichor
So
will
Roth's
pull
getting
up.
pressured.
If you
That's
get them
fine.
a
I think
reasonable,
this-
if you're just one guy there, and you can
This
see
is
the numbers
okay.
of
It could
Roth
work,
away.
but yeah,
Thank
they're
you, Roth. Go
grouping
back
now.
to that compound. You have circle center.
I just don't think this is
Don't risk it.
a real
Yeah, it
point
looks
of
like
having
they're
that,
gonna
you know?
pull Pixel as well, and they're just going to play as 4 from a compound in
sense.
dead center.
you
This
go.
is beautiful stuff from SSG.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get too greedy. There's no reason to. There's still 63 players alive.
LG's going to be in a good
and there's
spot.
not
If they can
a
get
lot of
here,
real estate
play to this
to get.
compound,
Sonics, meanwhile, after
take a fight with Pero.
FaZe, starting to
Pero
make
might
their
just
way
take
down
this
Twisted Minds
compound
just
here.
ahead of them, and you can see them
They
scouting
don't
it
feel
out, looking
comfortable
to see
playing
where
the
they wanna go
ridges.
next.
This next circle, I mean, again, the next one could still include water. We are not out of the water run just yet. We are hoping, of course, that we're going to go back on land, because if we still include water, it's going to be absolutely brutal. Danawa, as the furthest
Sonics
north
play
team, just a
here.
couple
What's
of
the
seconds
Sonics
to go
play
now,
here?
looking to become the furthest southern team. Stay up to go all the way through Minas, all the way south around, and again, taking their
Team in a
time.
rough
They
spot
know
here
what's at
too.
stake here, and they, honestly,
I
if
mean,
broke, don't
they
fix
can
it.
get
These
into this
rotations have
area.
been very good
Somehow
for
this is still
Danawa
free. I
throughout
don't know if
this tournament.
Tyloo's
So
ratting
far,
as a 3-man
their
there.
front pace is a bit slow.
Not really sure what's going on.
The reads from Danawa on how the edge is most likely going to be available, that you can get away with these super long wraps.
Yeah, Danawa is gonna have a rough edge here. Like, they're gonna run into day trade. Day trade just sitting. I think Danawa's hoping that like this south can be clean, and they have like entries through where Peril came from, or they have like a send line through the middle.
Right on their doorstep, the grenade coming out from Patapon.
Like, this line is not great either.
I don't know if they realize that Correction Gustav James already in their back line, but Patapon in a perfect place to do a little backstabbing. The spray comes through. Immediate shots in return.
Patapon, what are you doing?
Alive, but now the push comes in from the other side.
Yeah, they got Gustav. They traded.
The flush comes in immediately.
They should win this, yeah.
The last two players alive. He spotted out James on the hard cover. 18 HP for Hatsawat. Not going to be enough.
Crucial knock
T5,
from James.
man,
Great
come
having an
on.
angle play at a distance, but if it doesn't find the damage needed, it's not
You
gonna
had
be too
that.
much help.
You
Luckily
had
for
that.
them,
They walked
Correction
into you.
Teams working together finds the rest. Yes, they lose good stuff, but a center position claim. A team taken out with now plenty of space to maneuver, and you can see as soon as that kill comes through, Vex is instantly back on the high ground again. Let's see this next circle. How brutal
It's a
PUBG
great
is
zone
gonna
for
be.
TM.
Which
They
wins
sent
to
into
go
the bull.
Not as brutal as it could have been. Twisted Behinds find themselves in
Oh, Cerberus is gonna need them here. Team's trying to get out of here.
Real nice as well, but Cerberus, they're taking shots at Twisted. Maybe I guess
Real
didn't
close
like the
call,
spot that
real
they were
close
in. I
call.
don't know if they spotted out Cerberus, that the shots were coming in already, but they're pushing right in between now. SSG has an angle. Sharp shot will find Batulin's gonna get taken away by Page.
TM's
still
in a
has an
fucking
angle on
bad
all
spot
this.
now.
Saki has it as well. Twisted Minds in a world of
TM's
hurt
getting
right
wiped
now,
here.
Toby.
It was Danawa in the previous game that took casualties, and now it's Twisted Minds. And once
Cerberus
they
is
saw
really
that
split
our
here.
First place team is under fire. 3-4 teams
TM's
instantly
wiped.
looked in this direction. Look at this Cerberus running out into the open. They want to claim these.
Literally, they
kills.
couldn't hit
wanna
their shots.
take
If Path and
out
Pong
Twisted
just
Minds
gets
before they
one
get
there,
anything going this
I
game.
think that fight
Perfect's gonna go for the
is
res onto Spiro. The
completely
grenades
different.
from Hisaki going a little bit long here. They managed to flush the knock.
What's going on, company
But
man?
now Space Station involved as well, but neither Cerberus nor Space Station
Danawa's on the
fully
south.
commit into pushing into that
And we
smoke
know the
cloud
circle's
just
coming
yet.
off the
They've
rocks.
Still got 4 alive. They've still got great positions to play.
pretty
inside the
much
circle. That might be the thing that saves Twisted Minds.
And for Space Station game,
17 in a great spot.
Back off a bit, look towards the north up the hill. He saw how exposed he was.
He's
Thank
7
you,
in a great
Space Station,
spot.
for once again opting to go for the defensive play.
LG
Yes, those kills would be great, but
not
for
in a
now,
great spot.
let Cerberus dare. Let
They have to
Cerberus
fight Peril here on this
for those kills.
edge.
You have a compound, you're in the center, you're looking very, very
But
good. So great
it's
understanding
honestly
doing
really
from there.
tough. Like, they
Stick 'em
can get pinched here very easily.
Cerberus
They
still
pull up in these ridges, take a ridge fight.
Twisted Mind's gonna
Ming
take
peeks
the
from up
fight
top.
right back to 'em, though. They have still got
It's not a good
frag
fight.
to play with, still got utility, and they did not like their position of just relying on smoke and a couple of portable shields.
TM's
to
not
survive.
wiped.
So
Wow.
they try to take the fight back to Cerberus. It looks like
I'm surprised they're still alive.
respond in kind. They've got somebody coming in from the north side. Meanwhile, LG.
Sonics
they're
found one
getting
at
pinched here by
Tiamba.
Petrichor Road on the east.
All the teams starting
That's
to make
big
their
from
way from the
Sonics,
north, but
actually.
we know that the southern mountain is gonna get shifted
I don't know
away
if
from
they obviously
here.
don't know they're
Summer
split
is
here,
trying to
but
find Relo. Can't connect, though. Oh,
they have this box
blue
now.
bullet in the chamber. Takes down
Yeah,
Relo.
LG's
Rello was swapping
LG's
seats
gonna
like a
die here,
madman
most
during
likely.
that whole spray, and it almost got away with it. Summer immediately following with the grenade. Go to Foy, landed right on top of him. Fortunately,
yeah, I mean, I hope
immediately
LG
picks him
pops
up and
here.
gets him out of harm's way.
Fights happening across the board
But
here. Sonic's pushing down.
Sonic's
so
got
Sharp Shot
knocked.
looking for Perfectix. Will find him. That's the one-shot Dragunov for you.
The random
Now, once
Tiamba
again,
guy in
Twisted
this
Minds
fucking
down to
church,
just
bro.
one.
That's unlucky. Shimsy's
Cerberus
dead.
actually taking shots towards SSG.
Like, that's
They're gonna force
I
him
don't
to
know.
pull
That
away.
you just
Here's
can't
some
predict
Perfectix will
that.
get flushed out. Spiro now, the last
can't predict
player
that.
of
That's
Cerberus
fucking
still
unlucky.
hanging out here. They would love to be able to get rid of this
That's
last
crazy,
player,
that guy's
and they
there.
will. Twisted Minds.
Team
No
dead.
good deed going unpunished. They finished first in game 1,
Yep.
out in 15th here in game number 2.
And how will these other teams be able to capitalize as we full swing
That's
north?
big.
Tyloo wouldn't have it any
Big for
other way.
FaZe, big
But
for
look at the teams
Tyloo.
that now have to fight their way in those fights.
Potentially big for Danawa. The zone could be really big for Danawa. They can work V7 here.
No.
Kickstart from a distance. Finds mine instead.
LG thought they were away from the trouble as they managed to avoid Petrichor
Just
Road,
fucked.
but they run right into Sonics.
Sonics is pretty fucked here too.
Taken down. Meanwhile, Sonics and Tiamba on this north side. Tiamba just
Wow.
snuck in behind.
Would have thought they got
Sonics
fucked from that
taking shots
split.
at LG, and now all of a sudden, just like
That's
that,
crazy.
it's down to Kickstart. 77 trying to go for the res in the middle of the smoke. Kickstart still has frag grenades in hand, and I think they may know that somebody's behind him. ZYY just hiding out.
And this all comes down to Petrichor perfectly forcing teams to run into each other. Once they got control of that
This
ridge
guy in the
line,
blue,
they say,
man.
guys, you're doing what we want you to do. Kickstart. Oh, can't quite find Sai.
I think he's knocked.
Blue unless we get
Yeah, he's
the heal
knocked.
right here, right now. Nope. Goes to blue. Kick will say thank you very much and try and regroup.
Get the point. Make sure you get the point.
Kick's dead here.
Kickstart back on the move again. 77 has that angle. Doesn't land the headshot, but does do some significant damage with that Dragunov. But as you see on that mini-map, Jeems is creeping. He wants to get over here, and he's going to find 77 right as Ming takes out, or Linshu rather, takes out Kickstart.
1 HP to work with, and
Boom.
Ming from down below will find the last again. Sure, Jeems doesn't get the extra point, but look at the amount of space that FaZe Clan just got up towards that northern side. Again, we said it, there's plenty of space in the circle theoretically, but that's an open hillside, and as long as the Space Station Gaming comes
Cerberus
on,
could
literally cannot
really
use that
close the
at
gap
all.
with this game
That's
here.
why we're seeing so many teams in the south, on the western side, trying to creep in. They'll rather try and brawl their way through these ton of teams than playing on the northeast because they know that's suicide.
I don't know. TM,
Veteran players in the lobby, Jeems, he realizes
they were on this truck stop edge again. They would have got fed again if they just sat.
You need to risk it to get every
I don't think they
single
can take
point
the
you can
Bulls that
find.
early.
And he managed to do so there for FaZe as
I don't think they can take the Bulls that early. From that kind of zone.
They've got Gen G.
Like now you can play these Bulls.
It had to be all the orange teams, didn't it, Toby?
Korean sandwich.
Even here is like not like
being
a
eaten on
bad
the southern
spot. You're
side.
not gonna
We'll see
die
who's up
there.
victorious as Xiao Wu, the first one to fall. Loki finds him, and now Lilgo's realizing that there's players on the eastern side as well.
There's a little bit of a door here to open up to for 17 to collect some points, but Gen G, they're showing up in a big way here in the final day of play as they finished in second place last game, and now they are 4 alive, and they are putting a spanner in the works here for 17. Xiaobei, Suju, the last 2 up for that squad. Danawa, meanwhile, coming in from the northwest. They have to be worried about that. Salute is going to find Suju, and now
That's
it's
a
down to
really good
Xiaobei.
zone for
The
FaZe.
circle will shift north, and all of this
Especially
will
with
have
a
to come to an
3-man
end.
Tyloo
Again, a
on this
brutal
edge.
shift with limited to nothing you can work
If they
with.
can
We'll
open
see
up
the southern side will
a
have to
knock
find
here
what
and
they
clean this
probably
up.
know is a sub
The
5
3-man
point
as well,
point
but
game, as we now see Danawa trying to make the
could be a
relegation effort,
huge,
maybe
huge
play
game
this
for
play
FaZe
stop
if they
with
can clean
Soul
that up.
finding Esther.
Danawa need to light things up here if they want to catch up to Twisted Minds.
Saw him.
As he spotted out Xiaobei, won't be able to take the shot before Xiaobei peeks down, but he is going to feed that.
Oh no, the Panzer. Oh, he
Loki,
missed.
the flashbang, the grenade
Thank
fall
God.
just
Let's go,
short,
Danawa.
and Nonyx will finish out Xiaobei.
Nonyx has a
And now
fucking FAMAS as
17
well.
out early once again.
Huge sweep from Danawa started here, and crucial that Soul peeks on over and spot Xiaobei. He was stood there with Panzerfaust in hand.
This is
If they're
big from
not ready,
Danawa. This is
they
really
are
good.
just seconds away
They can
from
kill
dying.
Gen
They have a
G
great
here.
goal from the
They can
experienced
kind of just
player
like
Soul to get the
work
one.
up this dirt road.
Still a long road into this next zone for both squads here. Danawa and
Might be
Gen
hard
G.
to kill Daytrade.
They
Oh,
have
Genji got
Nuhapi and
knocked.
Daytrade
Pio got
both
knocked.
staring down. Adam Pio is going to get spotted out by Anonix. And it's still more fights even on the northwestern side. It's Tyloo and Veronica 7 are squaring off.
That's
A few
big.
mistakes been made there from Gen G. Pio was isolated on that island. They
Thing
kept
is,
him
if
out.
no one
They
pressures
had
Daytrade,
another
which I don't think anyone is gonna pressure Daytrade, Danawa is gonna get peeked on, and it could be rough.
They've
Like
got
Pichu's,
one
look at that
player
peek right there.
98 hiding out in the blue. Danawa trying to open up a little bit of a door here, but they've got to take attention towards Daytrade and Nuhapi. No knocks.
Like if
coming
multiple
through just yet.
Daytrade peek
Onto
this,
Danawa. They've managed to
yeah, they're
play
about to
the
double peek
terrain
now.
about as well as you can. They've got smokes laid down, but Daytrade, look at how much room they have.
Oh,
to work
Nuhapi
at.
can
Now,
stop that
fortunately,
left
Nuhapi
peek.
finally finds an angle onto them, so that might force Daytrade to just pull off of this, and that might open
James
a
is
door
gonna
for
wipe
Danawa to make their
fucking-
way in.
Reposition.
Wait,
play
FaZe
the
lost
long
another
game
one?
here. You
What the
know
fuck
that every time you
the-
peek towards Danawa, shots
died,
are gonna be coming
Vex?
in from the other side. So let these two teams fight on the southern side.
James
Which is
wiped,
exactly what we're gonna
Pero.
see now. Loki, headshot, body shot connected.
No, Daytrade did. Daytrade just drove into their shit. They just left. That's big if Danawa wins this fucking fight.
As they find that knock. They try to open up some room for themselves here to make their way into
Let's
the
go,
zone.
Dano. Come on.
Number 12 going to try to go for the res onto the rock. Loki continues to spray it down, still looking off into the distance. Now they see DG98 has gone.
Playing this really well.
They don't have to worry about a snake biting them from the blue. But look at this now, Toby. SSG
That's rough. Slewk can get naded here. He might get knocked. I'm just nading an Onyx. That was a really fucking good nade. I think an Onyx has 3 gear, and the only reason he lived there. He got knocked anyway. Yeah, they lost that fight. They lost that fight.
New Happy turning up in a big way. The smoke keeping Salute alive. Can he find any more success?
New Happy just like rolled them with that double peek.
Looking for any shadow. Will finish off
Triple peek even.
Salute managing to get the heal off. Gets the flashbang down. Creeps around the edge. Works the edge of the smoke beautifully. Finds Ming Ming. As Salute somehow, some way, still alive for Danawa. But he will.
NT Salute. NT.
Unable to make a hero play. Will be able to get his teammate Ming Ming back on his feet as well. Absolutely clutch, but what a valiant effort from Salute to try and make something happen there. Got the knock, slowed them down, but in the end, Nan was just
SSG of 10
HP,
third-party
able to
chances.
stay alive.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna be able to see New Happy crest this and get in here. But I don't think. I don't know if they're gonna wipe them. Cerberus is gonna look for it here with Hisaki's position. They can see into all of this. New Happy is pretty fucked here.
Again, Space Station, I mean, they've been playing this game incredibly well. They have 5 kills already. Now Sharp does fall down. The rest might be possible, though. Trying to smoke him off. He is
no, Sharp.
Coming in to follow. They need help on the front. You can see Pixel wants to go up, wants to get it back on his feet, but it's a hard commitment.
New Happy needs to go like this. They need to go like this right now. If they realize SSG is split across this road, they lose Sharp.
A moot point here for SSG as they just retreat back to their compound, maybe look towards making their way over to the north side of the road. Now is the
if New Happy goes this way, they'll die. They need to either go into day trade, take their bowl, or wrap towards SSG.
And they'll take down Hymas.
This is an absolutely huge play happening.
Well, they found one in Cerberus. Okay.
With Page finding Correxia on the back. That is James losing all kind of info. Now he peeks on over, finds the first. James can do these moments, but it's not going to happen here. And it all builds off of Page's knock.
I don't understand.
That is you now playing blind.
FaZe has this, and now there's nobody here.
Running him over.
There is nobody here.
They now have 7 kills to their name. They're keep 3 alive, and they've got
this wins the game,
right
and there's no one here.
Themselves to do a little gatekeeping. New Happy with the blue at their backs, trying to find a route in here that doesn't put them right under the view of Day Trade or Cerberus.
SSG, they should know the whole time, if they were paying attention to Skillfully, that FaZe was the team up here that wiped T5, that had this control. So they have these ridge lines. SSG's in a fucking phenomenal spot.
Veronica 7, meanwhile, still have 2 alive. They are far, far north of this, though. As you can see, Day Trade just waiting to hear the footsteps. The smokes getting laid down, getting cycled beautifully by New Happy. No gaps to be found just yet, although it looked like Belmoth may have spotted out, aiming just on the edge. Now he's going to spot out Nan, takes the shot, doesn't get the knock though. CC108.
Oh my god.
Right out of his hand as Belmoth goes down, but Rob
Let's go SSG.
will trade it down onto CC108. Pixel will finish it
SSG
off.
comeback game right here.
Going down as well. Ming Ming down to about
Could be a
5
really
HP.
big game
Nan has some
for
hard
SSG.
cover to work with here. Day Trade,
Like,
the last
what,
players
13
alive
kill
will turn
win
their attention over to
coming up
Cerberus
potentially?
as they make their way in from the west.
They need to suppress, they need to hold them off, and right now
This could be really good, especially if V7. I mean, V7 is gonna be a solo. It's an SSG win.
4 out of the top 5 are out. Cerberus know this is their chance to climb, but Day Trade, it's not giving them any ground to claim.
Nurin's a beautiful spray. 2 alive now for Day Trade. Still alive, still inside the zone. SSG, meanwhile, spread out. They cross back over to the southern side of the street to try to find an angle. It wasn't there, though. New Happy, they've got Ming Ming, they've got Nan. But
There we
they've
go,
gotta
Page
make their
has
way
zone.
across this road, and you gotta wonder how
Secured
much
for the
utility they've
boys.
got left in the tank.
This is the most dynamic.
Bro, it's got a great ridge right there.
Tournament.
Fantastic
Knowing where the
ridge.
pressure is building up from, trying to force teams
Hopefully Pixel
into
doesn't
direction
troll
to
and
go
fucking
the
get knocked on this
set
edge.
yourself up
Some
for
shit.
great endgame. Incredible plays coming out.
Doesn't
from
get too
Xiao.
greedy. They just need to take their points from this game. They can get like a 12, 13 kill win.
find some damage onto Sololzy, but won't get the knock. Human, the last player up for Veronica.
Having huge days this year, yeah, for sure. They've been the team in multiple events in NA to have huge days. So could see a huge day from them here. They're that kind of team. They're hot or cold. They are that kind of team.
Right now, 8 kills so far. Roth with 4 of them as they try to turn their attention back over towards New Happy. 4x spray from Roth almost takes down Ming Ming.
Roth's got the 4x on. When he's got the 4x on, he's feeling it.
Sit back down and continuing to try and do damage from a distance. A little bit of damage comes in return though. And again, New Happy, they have to make something happen. They need more damage.
Oh no,
to make
Pixel.
forward, but Pixel is
Oh no.
there as they continue the
Oh no.
play style against New Happy. They keep
Pixel, you gotta.
But having said that, Nan has
You gotta get that knock. That's not good.
Finding all types of utility where there would seem to be none. Still have a few smokes left that they can use, but you gotta wonder how much longer those smokes will keep them alive. Ming Ming still hasn't crossed the road just
I got
yet.
this
They
feeling
don't
that
know
Pixel's
that
gonna get knocked
direction.
here. He's falling
They
back.
haven't
Okay.
found an angle just yet. Meanwhile, every other angle in this lobby, in this circle, seems to be covered by SSG. They just got to be careful. You don't want to take a knock here.
There's one more circle left to pop, and it's going to
Something
happen
in my
in just 4 segments. Ming Ming is hoping for the Southern Arch. If he knows he's going to have to cross
really
the
good
road
zone.
eventually, but doesn't want to go until he absolutely has. So this one is a donut, though, right?
They're
down
gonna have
the middle.
to
We're
clean up this
entering the
end game
middle of this
fight, but
crossroads.
really good chance for
So
SSG
goes
here.
to the northwest.
They gotta kill Nan now. If they don't kill Nan, he can spoil the fuck out of them.
Impossible to call at this moment.
Not much utility left for Day Trade as now Page will spot.
Looks
out
like
North
Ming
with
is
that
just
Dragon
completely
off.
on the south side, which he
Won't be able to get
should
the
just
flush
die.
Just yet, though, as you can see the terrain just
He's gotta
so
move, he should
rocky
die.
and so many valleys and dips and divots here that people can hide behind. It's the only reason that we've made it to 28 minutes with 9 still alive. Nan right on the doorstep of SSG. You gotta hope that SSG did not forget about
Nan's
that
gotta go
load,
huge
that
here for New
solo
Happy.
player
Exactly.
From New Happy that managed to make it across the road.
Right now,
Yep.
Nan is proning,
Free
waiting,
win.
hoping that Ming Ming somehow managed to cross on over. He
Especially
needs
with
the
Day
help from the
Trade
team, but I think that's
getting
gonna
knocked
be
here
enough
and multiple
because
solos
Space
in the
Station,
side. Like,
they know that it's going to be a 1v2, but Nan has to try and make a play off of it.
these solos are gonna kill each other.
But Day Trade is still looming
They just
on
can't
the
get
southern
spoiled
side.
by this guy.
He's
It's
well
free.
Norin's not res just yet. There you go. Page will spot him
That
out.
flush.
As Pixel riding the
This
beat
big.
of
This
X,
puts them
baby.
into
You don't get
like
to see it very often, but this is a pretty good time to use it. If
close
there
to
ever was
10th.
one. Nan will finally peek up, try to get involved now that Ming Ming has joined him, has managed to make his way across the road. Pushus couldn't hold him in. At
Wait, Ming
bay.
joined him.
And
Oh
now
my god, they can
SSG
lose.
Just using whatever utility they have
fuck?
left. Pushil's backfilling New Happy, not taking shots.
Surely New Happy gets shot in the side here
I
from
mean,
Day Trade.
tough
from
here for
B2s.
Space Station. You can see just no more utility offensive in the back.
Yeah,
Sololzy,
alright, Cerberus,
though,
that does
will
it.
find
There it
Nan,
is.
and
They
Page
got the
will
flush
get the
too.
flush, and now Ming Ming will get tracked
Nice,
down
they
by
got the
Roth
kills.
As SSG clears up
big.
their biggest rival, you would think, in
Yep,
this final
definitely.
zone.
They knew that if we
Big
just
win.
keep them down there for long enough, eventually a team will peek over. Eventually a team will shoot them in the back. They need
There it
just
is,
one
12 or
full fight
13
to get control of
kill
the
win.
Odyssey. Take it down now as well as 2 solos. Try and see if they can bring it home against Space Station Gaming.
The Sololzy donated his point over to the blue. You got to imagine Pushil's probably thinking the same thing. Space Station wrapping around here, trying to spot out Guman.
Oh, no.
11 kills
No
now
way they
for
wrap that, right? Yeah,
SSG.
they just chill.
Could be the start
They just
of
chill,
something great
wait for a
here.
star,
There's
wait for him
still
to come
4
out.
more games remaining. Guman, he's not going down without a fight. You can see he has got that FAMAS in hand, and he is looking for any excuse to use it.
Space Station Gaming here. They know exactly where they have them now. That's one spotted on the other side.
Is-
One tap headshot. That's the Dragunov for you. Pushil falls down. They spot the last as well. As Human is in the
13
open.
kills.
Space Station Gaming brings home a phenomenally well played Miramar game.
A little bit,
It was dicey
little
at
bit
times,
messy.
Toby. It was nerve-wracking
Should have
at
been-
times, but in the end,
like,
3-0
New Happy should have been
Space
dead
Station managed to
a lot
clutch out
earlier.
Beautiful 13 kill win.
But
and fortunately
they got
for
the win.
them, they're able to pick up a lot of those kills at the end too. None of these solos donating their points over to the blue.
A 30-minute game of PUBG is a string of decisions having to be made, and you have to be right about so many of them. You can make a few mistakes, all right, but you have to be so smart. Space Station, I feel like, made all the right decisions at the right times throughout this
2
entire
games
match.
phase
And they were
throw, yeah.
playing aggressive at the right
I mean-
times, too. Let's throw it over to the analyst desk to break down that last game.
Yeah, the first game definitely a throw. Second game, I mean, they won that fight on T5 that they shouldn't have. So that was big for them, but I don't know. The way they play that afterwards, like it's a free win. Like the 3-man, I don't know how they lose Vex. Don't know what happened. Like it just seems like they're doing like they're playing very scrimmy. Like they're playing for like kills, like doing unexpected shit, but James can't sit still. I don't know where he's getting that from though, because like he never used to be like that.
Game 2 is done. Match 4.
I don't know where all of a sudden he's just like, I want to be this guy that just like is terrorizing the map
An absolutely great area
when my
control. They
team's
turned into a
in
victory
the best
with
spot in
both
the
of them,
game.
their friends taking down NH Esports there at the end. Let's take a look back at the
But
highlights.
what James is doing wasn't bad. I don't know how Fex died. I don't know how that happened.
So Page pop off with the Dragon.
Yeah.
So Roth have another Roth game where he's dropping
Bro,
5
that
kills.
4x spray.
Like James never died doing what he was doing. Like he was doing a good job.
That's a full auto SLR and PO. That was crazy to see. With
He always did that on Liquid.
Yeah.
He could read his mind with that zoom.
Guess I just don't.
He looked
I
into
don't know.
his soul before he pulled the
I don't
triggers.
remember him doing that
That's pretty
shit.
funny. But I did. I like seeing Roth be willing to go head to head with Ming Ming on that sort of like long range spray contest. It was
Like,
nice to see.
I
that
wanna
kind of
see
confidence.
if it's
for
not
SSG, who
updated,
started
but
the day in the 14th
see when the
position,
Twire's
which is
updated.
very important.
Huge for them, of course. Unfortunate for Faceland though. They had this was their area. If they were 4 guys alive, Correction, James on the northern side, they're like, we're like, this would have been a free game for them. But
Yeah,
Fox can get
Mender's
taken out by
right.
space in the game and good shots coming in. Page being as finished as he can here. He's like the most excited I've seen him in a long time, but his face doesn't say.
They
so.
just popping in this
Trade
event.
His emotions. Well, welcome back to the desk. My name's Toffees. I'm joined by Avenger as we break down the action. 2 games of our last day are down. That means there's only 4 games left to play before we crown a champion, the lone survivors here of PGC 2023. And I'm going to tell you, I thought Cerberus was going to make a little bit more out of this map.
Yeah, I gotta say, when you have the saloon control on the west side there, and you have the majority of the control, it feels like it should have been a big game for them, right? But they got picked apart. They also the kind of sin on the southern side that cost them a lot. They're not even the top 4 here.
Yeah.
But of course, 13 kills for Space and Game looking good. Day trade, V7 Funpin.
Leaderboard's
there,
not
but the
updated.
kills that you
There it
need
is.
to get if you want to be shooting off the leaderboard.
Man,
Which
Danoa
means
6
they're gonna have
points.
23 points they're going to walk away with.
Feels bad, man.
Looks like
Danoa
it's
could have had a
6
huge game there. If they
kills
killed
on
New
Roth,
Happy,
4 over on Page.
That's a huge
Pixel
point
and
swing.
Sharpshot. Doesn't matter how many Ks they have, they're both putting in a ton of work. Whether it's 4
all these
or
teams
2,
still in it.
right? You know, yesterday it was pretty funny when he
New
came. out.
Happy.
I feel I was only Pixel 1K. I was like, hey, you win.
LG
this, maybe
only
add a
2
couple
points
extra Ks to
there.
that name if you'd like to.
Or no, they had 0
winning
points.
team in one game, then
Tough
maybe
game for
takes a
LG.
4 game.
I want to make sure that we say man
Just
of the
see
match
kind of
goes
back
to Roth, 6
in the
kills,
middle of the
600
pack.
Damage. If you know this guy, you know he is relentlessly positive. It's one of his biggest strengths.
I could
as a
see
leader is that
them-
He's always looking for the bright
I can
side.
see them getting
You saw
top
the interviews
10,
before the mix.
but
He said, my wife has supported me for a long time. I told her I'd bring
Pretty
home a
tough.
championship. I think it may not be the full trophy. It would be quite a day
Let's
for
do
them
this.
to do that, but I know for a fact he's bringing home something amazing, and she's going to be super proud of him.
Imagine though, the back-to-back.
Yeah, like James is like up here on this ridge, trying to fucking terrorize T5. Wraps all the way around, runs up, basically trying to terrorize him in this bowl.
In the chase up there at 94 and 91 phase. Could have made a little more,
Pull
but they
in,
did an
fight the
89 and 88 for
compound.
New Happy. That means they are still 1 game away from being back in that chase. LG and
Vex is
Sonics,
out here and
2
Dies out
teams
here.
that we could say have a bone to pick with each other,
What
are
the
now
fuck?
battling neck and neck, adding a little bit of extra juice
Kills
to
him.
the mid-pack.
The Space Station game, of course, ending up on 69 points here, making it, only 10 points from Sonics, only,
The fuck killed him?
17 points from LG. That would be
Yamba,
also
I assume,
something
knock
that would
him,
be
yeah.
huge for them if they're able to put in more points. If they're able to
Has to
beat
be
the
this
2 other
guy,
teams
Pow
that
Pow.
they're huge rivals from, right? So
You
let's
got
see
Pow
them
Pow.
come in. First of all, let's see them in the top 10. Let's see how
Yeah, I
much
mean-
further they're able to fare. And also the price pool starts
say.
really jumping, right?
I get why he's there, but
They
like,
picked up about $6,000 off the back of that game, but now they are in a position where a couple of good placement points starts jumping them 10, 20,
Can't really be dying from your
$30,000.
north.
That's pretty exciting.
like
I'm
that's a
excited to see
major,
what they
major
can
pressure
do
you gotta
back to
watch.
back to back, as you say.
Imagine.
It's probably just like scouting into
We're
zone.
gonna find out. We're
Maybe
back in
looking
just
at
a few
TM that's getting
minutes
fucked
with the
up.
third match. Don't go anywhere.
Damn, TM on this edge that they work into, and then just pulled a Danoa basically on the first game and died on this Sen. The Sens are just not working. Like, they just don't work in these lobbies. You got Cerberus in the middle, they're gonna hunt you down.
Duty free from big brands.
At all King Power stores.
They also drove a little too wide here. Like,
Enjoy great selections, promotions, and privileges.
if they take that route, they're not going this close to SSG and peeking. Peeking over the ridge. What is this? Fuck is going on here? Keyboard? That was Rondo. LG just on a real tough edge here. Tough fucking fight. They have to work the fight from down here. These guys take aggro, and either one or two need to work this line, or else you can't win that fight. Pretty easy game from New Happy. Playing their edge, third partying, cleaning up Danoa.
แค่ตั้งใจและสนุกกับมัน เท่าแก่น้อยตอบโจทย์ทุกไลฟ์สไตล์แบรนด์สาหร่ายยอดขายอันดับหนึ่งถ้าสาหร่ายต้องเท่าแก่น้อย
17 just getting pinched coming out of here. That's the shitty thing about this compound. It's if both sides of your ridges are taken, like you're fucking pinched. You have to early like at this point they have to be working this. Literally just be like working this with like 3 guys. One guy anchoring the compound so that Genji doesn't backfill. And just working these ridges in front of Dynamo.
Why didn't you take him out?
Oh, so pinched.
I will kill him when the time is right.
E7, Tyloo just committed suicide on the northwest. B7 ends up like 2 up. There's another one here, and this game's over. Like, the team usually from here also wins that game. Like, that's also just tragic for FaZe. Like, they're there. They're there, and then they're not. Who knocks this? Who knocks Corexy? Is Corexy just playing bad, or like... That's 2 really bad deaths. Really bad deaths in a row. The first one in this game. I don't even know what happened. He like dies and like... dies in this side of the warehouse after TM has been there for like already like a minute. Just knocked and flushed, and then James dies. Boys, we are in a warehouse. Crazy. What's up, Pawns? He's hinting what else is new. That's just sad, because literally, if you take in both of those games, this is their fucking tournament to win, and like that's PGC. That's biggest tournament of their lives in a fucking amazing spot, and they just threw 2 games in a row to absolutely. TMs doesn't get those points in the first game. Like those are 2 wins. 2 wins. That's first place.
A huge game for SSG, but I feel like an equally huge game for Twisted Minds in the fact that they fall 15th.
You don't get those opportunities in big tournaments like this.
No one is able to capitalize.
And like the teams that do, you have to close them out. But I feel like that's the story of this tournament. I feel like that's why it's so close. Like teams are just not really capitalizing. Mental gonna be shot. I mean, I hope not, because they're still like still in a fucking amazing spot. Like another big game. They're second. Still in a really good spot. Looking like Cerberus. Yeah, kind of just like playing for kills.
Where for the most part you think things were safe because teams still don't know all the places to play. We see chaos commence in, again, rather playable areas of the map, and seeing the chaos that we've already seen today in Miramar, this is only going to follow.
Team's got to be pretty happy with the outcome of that game. Dano only getting like 6 points. 17 dying. That's pretty best case for them. They still got what, like a 7-point lead? 7-point lead. It's fucking close.
We've seen it at global tournaments before. Once they get ahead, they really separate themselves. Now, in the past, especially at PGC events, they've fallen short at the very last step of the tournament. But if you're any one team to catch them, now would be the time, because with the way that we're seeing Twisted play right now,
I like this overlay shit where they show the drops. It's pretty cool.
I will tell you one thing, throughout the years of casting PUBG, talking to so many players with so much experience, one thing remains certain all the way through. Everybody you ask, it's always easier to be chasing that top spot than to be the one trying to hold on to that top spot. So that might be something that works in Twisted Minds' favor right now, or Donowa's favor rather, as they find themselves chasing down Twisted Minds. It's we'll see what they can do. Is anybody going to land anywhere close to each other? 17 a little bit close to Petrichor Road, maybe in splits as they drop for vehicles, and Theraton 5 and Donowa way off to the north, but I think Theraton 5 should be avoiding that.
I hope so. I mean, all for Donowa, just get the hell out of there. There's literally nothing to gain trying to take an early game fight, but as you can see, just splitting the north as a circle will head up here as
Great zone for Dano.
Like
bro, every zone, no fucking lie, every C1 zone is feeding T5.
It's a very interesting place to have.
Every fucking zone is on top of T5, no matter where they're at.
And again, the interesting thing that kind of throws in a little bit of a curveball is teams don't know still all the perfect angles to peek from, and that causes for some very interesting end games.
Well, since we are here at the PUBG Global Championship and we are the ones on the mic, I am going to make a recommendation right now, Toby.
Go for it.
The mountain to the south of Army
When a
Base.
17 service phase could pop off.
Because we've seen so much action happen right there.
Yeah.
So much going on around that mountain. I propose we name it Kingmaker.
I was going to say something else, but now I like Kingmaker a lot.
Because I think that mountain, whoever comes out on top and wins that mountain, is going to be made king here at 2023.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe.
It remains to be seen, but I am going to use my position for once to benefit myself, and I'm going to try to make that name.
I feel like now,
I don't know
now
what
you threw
Poro's
everything
talking
that was
about.
too good, so now this is going to hard shift into Palace.
Probably.
That's just how this game is going to end now. Like, we can't have that name. It's too good. It's too good. We're going to save that for next year. But yeah, we'll see.
The one positive thing now, I will say that this circle is pretty much, I mean, there's no second guessing it. It is going north,
Most
right?
definitely.
So everybody is going to be trying to.
Barrow with an early rotate here. They're probably looking to get to this area.
I don't think we'll see it go down there. Now, although that is obviously a possibility. Now, I'm interested.
Head of
to
New
see
Happy.
all these teams that we have down south, and there are many teams down south. How many are going to opt for the E pickup? It seems to be a extremely double-edged sword throughout this entire tournament, where sometimes it works great, but it feels like more often than not you end up losing somebody pretty early, possibly the whole team.
I mean, Sonics did it playing into the northern side of this pretty much exact same circle. Got up to army base when no one was there and claimed a win off of being in a very good position early on. So we'll see. We'll see if anyone, as you say, opt to go that route as many teams start sending up in the middle. And now we start seeing some
Sonics
being used. Third on 5 is claimed
gonna end up in this area. I don't think they're gonna go too far past like these compounds. I think they're gonna be pretty much in this box.
Well, this is a 2-2 split from Theraton 5. So if
FaZe either play slow from this side or maybe work towards Sonics as well.
It is worth noting Veronica 7.
TM as well gonna come up on the east.
This PGC with Luminosity and Genius being the ones to win the chicken dinners off of those. But worth noting that Veronica 7, despite starting off a beautiful day one, fantastic stuff.
I don't mind this side of zone for LG. I think they can have a good game from here. There's a lot of info that you can get from this side of zone. I like the west lines up here towards SSG, towards TDM Hill.
Taking out 3 this time around. The warning shots do come through, and for now, Pow Pow lives, but no! Talk too soon. Heaven finds him, and Pow Pow falls.
And Veronica 7 picks
Oh,
up
God.
a well-earned and well-needed kill.
Pass team
We see 7-7 just on the southern
going
side of the
into
road. The rest of the
Godoc.
Gamba starting to arrive, but that isn't going to help them out too much as their teammate is well.
North shift, Danwa wins.
That's another -3.
I mean,
for Pow Pow here today.
Danwa doesn't really get fed on the north here though. Like it's Tago, so like it's gonna get like this is all forest and small ridges, and there's so many things that can go wrong. So it's not like a guaranteed win, I think. They're walking up on Pero there. I don't know what's going on, but Danwa looks like they're creeping up on Pero. Pero's on the rocks.
Then we can see what happens from there.
Exactly, and it's worth noting maybe the day trade heading a little bit farther.
Yeah,
east,
FaZe
or
working
maybe a
direct.
little bit farther west, so none of them
Sonic's
really
wrapping,
follow
making
that
it,
same
actually taking it
rotation
super
line.
safe,
FaZe is
scouting into this shit.
fairly clear now. The other bridge off to the west, LG and Cerberus were kind of crossing it at the exact same time. No,
Guess they're scared of FaZe. They think FaZe could be in this area for them.
Up here on the mountain
Oh, TM saw like day trade and decided to
the mountaintop of Kingmaker. If,
they saw day trade going this way, so they fucking didn't want to follow him. Burning plane and comp now.
This hilltop, as we're seeing, I believe.
I think it was in the first Tago tournament, but it was like a bug.
I'm not even sure who it is.
I'm not
'cause
either.
It's not V7 or third on 5, and they're like, well, then who else can it be? That's
But it's
the
not.
two easy takeaways, but we'll see once they make it in who it's gonna be. In the meantime, 7-7 knocked at a distance, and of course V7 well aware that they have Tiamba nearby, and this is just from one troublesome game into another. Tiamba
Dying.
continuing to struggle here.
Unfortunately,
Dying.
looks like he may have misplaced his.
I just got a lot of space here. SSG found themselves in a really good spot. I like this north fucking shit. This compound here controls so much space, so much of that forest.
That was making the long emergency pickup, and they're going to find themselves a very clear army base. Although there you go, Esther going to steal away.
SSG might go back to back here. We'll see.
Unfortunate there for Veronica 7 that they
Sonic's crossed.
Killed. Oh, nice trade there.
Yeah, solid headshots coming through on both sides. No one able to find the knockdown. To go back to your Tyloo drop towards army base makes perfect sense, because even when Sonics were up there in the game, they won from that position. Tyloo actually
FaZe holding out TM here.
In this exact same position, then realized, wait, there's another team here. Let's just pick up straight back to the south again. But this time around, they will.
I like this. I like this from FaZe.
Tyloo, we're currently sat in 15th. come out victorious here would be.
I've always liked playing along the coast here in Tego. I think you control so much ground. You make sure your back is clean. And it's pretty low risk because the sight lines are there. You can see so much shit.
Although they have stopped down, Daytrade getting a little bit close. Twisted Minds trying to make their way over to this bridge. They were going more to the west, but they end up cutting back to the east. Where
TM just needs to chill. I don't think they need to force anything here. They can play slow from the south. And they're forcing off Gustav. Even then, it's not great for TM. Like, you don't want to have to cross this bridge here.
Falls back. He knows Fex is on the other side. Go down, follow him through. That's going to allow for Twisted Minds to now stop and scout forward. But it's also going to force FaZe into a split where I'm worried that if Twisted Minds catches them, that might be EMEA.
I would have rather, like, if TM sees this, these sight lines, sees this hill, looks good, I'd rather them go this way.
Circle and nobody really playing around the edges. I guess the closest you could really say would be Sonics, and then Twisted on the south side. LG, meanwhile, they
fucking mouse plugged in because dying.
Kind of close to the western branch of the T5 split.
All right,
but
here we go.
Just kind of peeking over here. No
I don't know if I like Dano's position here. I don't know if they're just in a really weird spot. Ratable.
So probably only staying there for a little while. As now 3rd and 5 does.
Okay, so Dano's on the rock actually.
And Petrichor again.
Ganonix is up there.
Plenty of space in this northern island for everyone to be there, especially when you have two teams not even.
So it's got some ridges there.
7 seconds to see who gets the blessing of the second circle shift.
Worth noting that Sonics continuing their wrap there on the eastern side.
Really good SSG shift. Really good.
We will see the new zone.
Does LG sit on this edge or do they drive into this? Because this shit's playable in the center. Looks like they're driving. I think LG's sending it center. Or they backfilled T5's compound. That's not bad. That's not bad. T5 in a great spot.
No idea that Tyloo is there. Now you can hear the shots coming out. Might be Loki that got spotted.
Could be a perfect third-party opportunity for Tyloo here. It's just Loki spots them coming. Shen taken down. That's a big part of the assault here, falling on the hands of Shen being knocked.
Only problem for Donowa is that everybody's split.
Yeah, they can't really do anything.
The northernmost player here, or the uphill-most player. Now you see Salute still looking down there. He's kind of try to come up here and provide some support for his teammate. And
Trade behind.
They hear that going on as well. They have just arrived on the eastern side of the mountain.
See, the problem is you can't. You commit to a fight in this fucking forest, you are getting third party 90% of the time. It's tough. It's tough to commit. Sonics is gonna end up in a good spot on this north. They can get this north compound. They are in a fucking amazing spot. TM's just playing it slow, which they should be doing. They're scouting phase. They're making sure they can cross. But they are going to run into them. I don't think they know about Fex here. Gustav's looting crates right now. Fex is leaving.
Where the other three guys are, and that makes it really hard to really want to truly engage on a fight. Meanwhile, Twisted Minds, they bide their time, let FaZe get across the bridge, and now they will backfill here a little bit. They immediately cross the bridge, cut to the west.
I don't know where FaZe is going right now.
Just uphill from them.
Yep, FaZe seeing a lot of crates, eyeing those, of course. I think both Gustav and Fex got a little bit out of that one.
Where is FaZe going?
Now Twisted Minds see them too. Try and go on over.
They're dead.
Spotting FaZe on rotation, but FaZe
they're dead. They're gonna die.
Veronica 7 here.
Veronica 7, they've got 3 up here. They've got Glaz back in the compound, but the rest of the boys playing inside the hills. FaZe maybe pushing into something that they have no idea where it is. James has that high ground. He's already out on foot. He's going to take a shot. Toasty going to find Gustav as he makes
E90 down.
He immediately finds James as well. The trade coming through as James.
Oh no, they traded 2 for 2. They traded 2 for 2. Again, FaZe is just outgunning.
side of FaZe, and this is a third-party haven. The doors are open. The Piranhas are in the C17 from one side.
They're just outgunning.
Coming in to say hello. It's correct.
1v1.
Tries to make magic happen. Solo player left alive now on the side of FaZe Clan. What can he do? Can he stay alive? Can he get another player back on their feet? It looks practically impossible at this point.
And it's not even a third party, it's a fourth party coming through as well.
See, I don't...
17 coming from the south, T5 from the north. FaZe Clan is eliminated.
I don't understand.
As T5 has arrived.
TM just takes their path into more center. Fucking love that.
As Twisted Minds wrapping through as well.
They're gonna run to Gen G though.
On the south side of the circle.
Chaos unfolding.
They're driving at Gen G here.
All these teams try and make landfall. Circle swings up towards the mountain once more.
Sonic's in a good spot. If they can, actually, they could get pinched between Cerberus. Cerberus took the compound control.
Not over yet. They're still on the move. Petrichor Road have angles onto this. Gen G as well. Long range shots coming through from Ike's left. Damage coming through onto Batu.
Team's got to get further to where Batulins is, and they're good. If they get further north, Spyro got knocked. That's 2 down from TM. That's not good. Basically ratting the rest of the game. Sonics is fucking pinched. Sonics is gonna die in this north. Yeah, see, Sonics went too deep. Like, if Sonics got Cerberus's compound here, they'd be in such a much better spot. But they just like went in, and now they're pinched. Like I said, FaZe do so much work in the early game. Good fucking shit, like really good shit, holding their edge, controlling their space. And then Gustav goes to get some crates, and they let TM cross, and they're like, oh fuck, we lost our edge control that we've been working so hard for. And they send it and die. And it's like, I don't understand. You have your goal that you were doing, like you were holding your space, and then you're just like, I'm just gonna send it to the middle, no info.
And a return as well as Anonymous flushed out. Soul Loki salute still on that low side, or the high side rather, of Everest. Day Trade has a little bit higher ground than them. Flash still knocked. Bushill's making sure that nobody is creeping up.
Now 17, who's been chilling, has all this south space.
What are you gonna do from
this hill is really good line.
His back is completely open to the south. So while the rest is being committed to just trying to hold the angle, trying to make sure that no one wraps around or catches them off guard. Smart that he kind of puts the foot on the brake here to try and let the risk come through.
This center line from here is pretty tough.
On that kill feed as well. They know that their quarry right in front of them, Twisted Minds, is
Dano lost one.
Down to just
I don't know who they lost one to.
In from the western side,
T5 losing one there too. That's big for 17. They should know this is T5. I think they got a kill or 2.
With LG just off to their west.
A lot of teams in this game playing out of their natural habitat. 17 getting to sweep and spread out on the edge. New Heavy down there as well, trying to take control.
SSG and LG gonna be fighting for a good west edge spot. Cerberus is gonna clean up that fight problem. That's a tough zone. That's big for 17. 17 should, like, with Suju's info, they should go up east.
Just off to the west in a beautiful gatekeeping spot, but a number of teams
they're choosing to fight T5 maybe. I think because, I don't know, they have the info and
let's see if they can survive as 2 coming in from the south. As he said, 17 already there, but they're looking off to the north. They've got T5 to worry about. Meanwhile, Space Station, they are
the circle's tough for SSG.
Surrounded by Cerberus.
3 teams on the southern half, 10 on the northern. Commotion is going to commence up here, and it starts right here, right now. Sharp finds one, Roth finds another, but it's on 2 different teams. And now Space Station knows that they got multiple teams in front of them. This is going to be a dangerous fight to take, no matter where they go from here.
SSG trying to pull off the very aggressive split in that forest, and as a result, they end up taking fights to 2 teams.
Genji's gonna kill all these teams on the edge.
So that is good.
This is just gonna be suicide. Look, Tyler's wrapping behind Cerberus as well. This is a fucking disaster on this edge. This is a disaster.
The fact that they're 2-2 kind of just containing each their team.
Tyloo plays it smart and doesn't overextend. They just like poke, 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 and then work into zone. That'd be really good for them. They just need to poke Cerberus like into SSG, force them to fight, and then they have this north.
Trying to find an angle to take surprise.
Pretty much what they're doing.
By surprise. Now they have lost Patapong. Hasawa gonna have to get on the move. That grenade falls just short. Lil Ghost has that.
Lil Ghost with the P90.
Absolutely terrifying. As LG will get spotted out.
I got Lil Ghost on my fantasy.
Off to the west here now.
LG dead.
As Tiamba trying to make their way in from the.
NA team's dying, man.
Give up the game here. T5 should know where they are.
I mean, Tiamba is just going to add more fuel to the fire in this western
LG
side of the
falling
circle.
apart.
Thought they were going to be safe, but as you say, now they go into a full stack of
3
T5
games
players
and
as the peak
what,
on over Lenshu
4
instantly
points for them.
taken down, and now it's just Sai left alive. Where, oh where do you go from here?
And meanwhile, on the northwestern side,
Tough.
that SSG split finally getting punished as they're losing players left and right. ZYY just going to leave his fallen teammate as Rossadid pushes out from the compound. Now Gen G is going to spot out Perfectix, and that's Twisted Minds down.
This shit is opening up wide. These games are going to be fucking interesting. Like 17, I think, has a big game here. They close the gap to second. Danoa, I mean, still in a good spot. They have to win a fight against Tyloo. They have Nurins now on the rock. They lost the high ground control, so they're kind of like stuck in ridges, but this guy supports them as well. If it goes south, Dan was not in a good spot. This goes anywhere on green on red box, Dan was fine. Everyone's fine. Day trade has to move. Day trade either work to kill Danoa with their high ground control, which I think is probably their best play, or they sit here and probably die later to a pinch.
Tyloo making the way down here as well. The fight on the western side is still far from over.
Ain't nothing good in the neighborhood here for T5, despite the fact they get that kill. They've got a solo in Page and a solo from Cerberus making their way over, as well as the well-trained eyes of Little Ghost finding it. But Page actually going to get the last shot into that, gets the credit for the kill as well. And there you go.
Dead. E5 dead. 17's gonna have a huge game. They have all this control right now. They have like 60% of zone. Maybe it's overkill. Like 45% of zone.
Instantly, you can be pretty sure that 17 is going to be
probably a 17 win.
Donowa right there with them as well as they start to make their way down from the mountain.
The MG.
Will find the opening knock. Immediately
MG Sangan.
LZ down. Shen will trade it back onto DG98. PO working from inside the smoke.
G dead.
Doesn't matter.
I'll play it from Tyloo.
Cleans it out. But now
great push. Danoa looking at third party. Cerberus dead. 17's gonna take all the control. They just keep Xiaowu here to prevent New Happy from doing anything. They can 3-man pressure north. The 17 win. Unless it goes hard east like twice, that's 17 win.
And instead just send it into the zone. It's just Aitong Mu and Shin as they make their way in. Can Donowa even spot Yang and get credit for this kill? No, actually, okay, Soul was the one that got the knock originally. So that's 3 points now for Donowa.
Who's getting points? Cashing up. They're basically on TM now. TM's fucking 2 games in a row. Just that's crazy, man. That is crazy. Like
nothing but high ground all surrounding a bowl in the
from TM to win the first game, take a huge lead, and then they just need to like take fights and like get 4, 6, 7 points a game and they're fine. Like, but they did 2 sends in a row where they're just dying and it's 0 points, and it's like just, I don't know.
Get vision on what's across the circle from you. There's trees.
Just playing differently, I guess.
Everything. So it's going to be
Pressure.
very, very difficult for any of these teams to really third-party any fights that happen unless they happen to be right on top of them. We'll have to see. It's phase 5, and we are down to just 20 alive, and our top team is out of the picture right now. Donawa,
17 win.
both stand to gain here if they can pull it off.
4 players in.
Only way 17 loses this game
on the side of Petrogol.
is if they trade heavily with either Tyloo or Danawa on this side of zone, and New Happy wraps. It's the only way they lose. Pero's gonna have to come. This is like a cliff, kind of. This is like pretty steep. You're gonna have to come down from this, most likely. So it's just not gonna be a good spot unless they get hard fed on the east. It's not gonna look good for them.
To collect points at a consistent pace, they've managed to keep themselves right in striking distance, waiting for an opportunity just like this. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. Everything's slowed down for the time being. Chewy looks like he might be able to get res here. Petrichor Road just waiting to be sure.
This is what happens when you eliminate half the game. You'll have the lobby in 2 circles. That creates a bit more space, but as you can see here still, while there is space to take, no one's willing to try and claim it. As Salute makes the run on forward, as Hongmu peeks him, spots him, gets him down to low HP. This nade might just be able to seal the deal.
Salute hiding behind the tree.
Oh my god, the fucking perfect bounce.
Putting it right on to Salute.
Wow.
As now Donawa is going to have to play this one out with 2. Meanwhile, Daytrade is wrapping around from the north side.
Danawa's pretty fucked here.
In a terrible position here. He's going to try to make the spray.
I'm dead.
Get the knock, and just like that, Donawa is taken out by Daytrade.
A breath of relief for Twisted Minds.
Fuck. Their points like went down for a second. That's so weird.
Go to you. Can you make the climb? Now that Danawa fell short.
17 breaks that 100-point barrier as now they turn their full attention back over towards Tyloo. They've gotten 1A Tongmu doing the most right now against Little Ghost. But there you go, Nurins will
Yo,
do it
Tyloo dead.
as Daytrade picks up another point. Daytrade throwing a spanner in the works of this.
Pretty much 17 win here.
Right now.
If there's a time to climb, now is
Like,
that time.
unless Dan or Daytrade gets like 2 knocks in 17, which I don't see happening. They're in a fucking dog shit spot. Yeah, they're dead. Daytrade's dead. Boom.
Grenade from Suju. And that puts them right on the doorstep of Donawa. They've still got 4 alive.
17 take first with this win?
But New Happy,
No.
4 strong.
No, they don't.
Petrichor Road, 4 strong, and so much space in this zone, Toby.
Twisted Mind sat alone, then Danawa got close.
This is crazy, man.
Might rejoin
This
them
is
right
like-
at the top of the leaderboard, but this next circle could very much decide whether that's going to happen.
No one's playing
The Red
like
Team,
super
they're
well.
ready to play, but if this swings anywhere east, the run on down from 17 here is going to be practically impossible.
Everyone's fumbling.
Okay, let's
Everyone.
slow down for a second. All right, there it is, right in the valley. Petrichor Road gets to hold on to their spot, but Lil Ghost finds an angle. We'll get the knock on to Ming. And New Happy, I think, as soon as they see that in the kill feed, they start thinking about making
I'll see
their
these
way
drawings on
around
map
to the
stream.
north on that eastern side, but now have pulled back through the smoke. Chewy will try to go for the res on a Ming, and it looks like he should be able to get it.
It's a Chinese standoff here.
Lil Ghost and Ming and Ming in fantasy
Teams
points.
that all of their respective
Yeah, I have
esports has been the team out of the Chinese
I have
region,
Lil
and
Ghost.
all trying to claim it once more again. I mean, while the talk has been 17
I
down,
have-
Twisted all day long, and the last
I
couple of
mean,
days too.
I didn't play the other fantasies, so I think that's why my placement's all fucked. But
Be right in.
got Perfectix, Lil Ghost, Tig, Salute.
Top 3 with some star power. This is
Salute
where you
poppin'.
gotta find it. Ming Ming.
Lil Ghost's gonna pop this game though.
Suju, Xiao Bei, Xiao Wu, Lil Ghost, so many players in this lot, in this final 12
Yeah.
that at one point or another
mean,
have been considered among the best in the
So
world.
Pero, actually one of them got down.
Take on each other.
Might not be a 17 win.
Tago win, this match
There's
between
like
in the grand
trees
final,
and like
final day.
We can put it this way for those of you guys.
this is a pretty like there's like rocks and trees. It's not like you can see what it looks like here from 17. They're in on this ridge and that's big for 17.
Petrichor Road still
If they have to move early where they're now
a lot of
on like
workaround. New Happy trying to send it down.
cover that can be
Petrichor Road
90'd between New Happy and Pero, then that could be bad. Yeah, like you can see it's like a valley in the middle. It's fucking not good.
smoke walls
Actually, looks like New Happy has a better position now because they can work the valley in between the two. It looks like they can work in between this space. But I think Pero might be too high for them to do that now. I think if Pero's forced off of the compound, then New Happy can do it. Yeah, next zone is going to be big dependent on who wins this game. 17 needs this. And TM and Danoa don't need 17 to win this. New Happy needs this as well. This is big for New Happy if they win this game. Huge for them. Because they've been popping today.
This is as equal as can be. Look at the percentages too. 32, 32, 34.
Pretty sure they've been popping today.
Not be more even.
I check the fucking.
The Petrichor compound is out. The high ground, some high ground cliffs still in, but you can see that Ixleft has already taken a spot on that low side. Unfortunately for him, 17 still have shots there.
New Happy has like 16 points today, I think.
The Renok coming through.
17 in rough shape here. With that zone, 17's not winning the game. That's actually worst case scenario for them. I think it's a New Happy win.
17 will have to make the first move. Now they do have cast.
Maybe even just Pero win for free because they can sit on their high ground and punish New Happy. We'll see. I think 17's fucked.
He has a 3 helmet. He knows they only have the marks to work with. They cannot find him with one tap. So peek on over and get back into cover.
17 laying the smoke wall
17's
down.
fucked.
The blue has finally arrived on their back.
There's no way.
They have to make a move. But New Happy and Petrichor Road both staring them down. Shots through the smoke will do damage, but no
Chinese standoff.
just yet. Ming Ming. Oh, CC108. He'll find Lil Ghost. We had a feeling Lil Ghost might be pretty busted.
Ming got knocked. That's big for New Happy, and they flushed him. Yeah. Why is Ming running? Hello? Motherfucker. No way, the motherfucker just died right there. That's a New Happy dub. That's huge for New Happy.
To gain ground here onto Donawa and Twisted Minds.
Too much for them to fight for here, knowing that New Happy is in the race. 2 9 is up close with nade in hand. It's going to underline it over.
GG.
GG. But Ming Ming is there, ready to take one down. Ixleft 4 second 8 to follow. Will he find the target? Yes, he will. That's 2 falls for Petrichor.
Non, you sneaky boy. They had no idea. Chewy now the last player left alive.
Boom.
The grenade will land right on top of him.
Great Yuto from Non.
Pulls off a miracle for New Happy. And
Great
they
Yuto.
are back in the conversation.
They were in the valley. They were thrown down, hoping for the best. And in the end, while they were the ones in trouble, they called the ambulance. But as they said, that ambulance wasn't for them.
Those end game zones were rough for 17. There's not much they can do there. Once Pero's high ground is kept in, they're just getting fucking like pummeled. If Pero was forced off of their high ground on the previous zone, then 17's not getting pressured as hard, and Pero and New Happy are more forced to fight each other. But that's just PUBG. It's unlucky. That is crazy how this leaderboard's shaping up. New Happy with 16 points today. Cerberus having a good day as well. Danoa is just getting some points in every game, which is kind of what they need to do. Like they just need like 5-6 points a game. They're staying in it, and then the games that they can hop off and get 10 plus, and it's big.
It is the highlights, and what a fantastic game on Taker here. The last one of PGC.
And that's another game, literally another game, where the team that wins gets their edge for complete free. Like all the teams that were on their edge that had lines
teams possible, right? You have to
sent
find all
past them
these
and
ridges
died,
divots.
and they just like didn't even have to do anything.
As Poro puts it, there's lots of
Like
trees
FaZe and TM were southeast edge,
around here in this area.
and they both just sent through and died.
But it sounds funny, but it's
Whereas
actually
like they
very
could have
true. Like, it's just the way that these
had to
guys
take a
hold
fight
at the top.
against
My
New
favorite
Happy
part of this part of Tego's
for
design
that
is
space.
if you hold the high ground, you're not always an advantage because the tree cover is so high. You don't have the chance to look downhill and get those clean shots. We saw teams working here on the outside trying to find every pickoff is through the trees, just barely there. And reminds me every time I watch it how much these players' vision is better than mine.
Yeah, it's crazy how they're able to also navigate through like those small, tiny angles, right, to make sure they have the advantage.
They only got 6 kills. Because they literally, all their kills at the end. They did nothing that whole game, New Happy. They just sat, did fuck all. All the edge teams are eliminated. Yeah, everyone's sending. Everyone's sending.
We'll see if it continues because they are going to be closing
and
the
dying.
gap. Welcome back to the desk. My name's Topies. I'm joined by Avenger. We're here to break down the action, and it's very. Let me break it down for you right now. It is close. It is at least a 5-team race right now to get the championship with only 3 matches left to play. But let's take a look at the top 4 teams from that game. 17, Petrichor, Tyloo, and New Happy. And the big takeaway here is our leader went out early. Our second place team went out early. 17 and New Happy.
They got all their kills at the end.
They did, and they put themselves in the race here. Danawa got a little bit of points, which means they're also super close to Twisted. With the NHG.
Oh, you mean earlier stages, like all the edge
It
teams.
is the Tego winners, and
Ace,
the
Foot,
NHG
QM.
They were able to clutch this one out. They held, they held that southern side, and they shifted.
I
into
guess.
that area where like, okay, we're not gonna force a
I
fight
mean-
between Petrichor Road and ourselves. And this means that CC 108, he's gonna get. the
I
MVP
mean,
for that
I guess
108.
you have teams that like
With 300 damage
are just
per
known
person.
to edge
They're
in
controlling
and
it.
like
Way
take
they're
fights on the
controlling,
edge.
They have the angles.
Yeah.
Of course, making it
But
extremely difficult.
At the same time, it's not really like
Cover to work with. They didn't have
like
a
you have
cover
teams that are
to work
playing
with,
edge
which means it's gonna be like a fight with them.
and then they're just not.
So also the multiple knocks on it. And now it's gonna
Like
be 17
TM,
points. Tyloo up with
big time.
14.
Game
That means
1
that they're gonna be rising up a little bit
played
on the
edge.
bottom of the leaderboard, but 17 getting 11
And they
points.
stayed edge and they controlled their edge and they won the game.
Jump into that is huge. Cerberus 7
Yes, that was
is
what I was gonna
massive.
say.
Yeah.
That's huge for them. Donovan picks up 5, but Cerberus still is able to chase that hunt. Let's look at the top.
So it's not like they're
Holds the lead, 116, not too shabby.
like
Donovan
playing
with
center or
14,
playing
looking
edge.
good, 17. New Happy
Like here,
tied,
TM,
105 with 3
they
games
see
left.
FaZe leave in front of them.
Cerberus, FaZe.
They're like, yo,
Honestly,
FaZe,
LG, Tiamba,
leaving?
like, any
Alright,
of
let's
those
fucking
teams
send
all
it.
the way down to what? Maybe S. No,
That's
too
so
far.
questionable.
She's too far.
Too far.
Maybe Sonics. One big game, and all of these teams are able to jump back into the hunt. The big one for me, though, is we say that's if the top teams let off the gas. In the last game, they showed that they have weaknesses.
100% every game for those teams. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Yeah,
They have got 4 points today in 3 games.
Ouch.
mostly because of where they loot.
Almost out of the race right now. It's like 30 points behind. That's gonna be rough.
The race is heating up. It's time for us to get ready to head into our 4th match, the snowy slopes of Vikendi, with your casters, Paperthin and Matchroom.
Thank you, Toffees. As we're gonna be
I don't understand this.
fitting, given that we're making our way over to
I just don't understand this macro from FaZe. Honestly, I'm clueless. Because they're holding edge. They're like, okay, we're gonna sit, control all of this space. All this space is ours. No one can even come near us without us knowing.
In PGC history, things are neck and neck.
And then they're even on this west bridge. They're even here. And they're like, they have info of this. I guess they have lines through here that they're talking about sends.
Oh, it looked like it
The only team behind them is TM, which has to cross a bridge to get to them. So they can force TM to go this way or go this way if they just pressure. Like if they just go 4 or 3 here, TM's not crossing the bridge. If they go 4 or 3 on the west, TM's not crossing that bridge. So they force them, then they make TM go to one or the other side. And they just have space in front of them.
Big smiles on the faces of Danawa. They're doing a good job keeping themselves confident, keeping
Like,
themselves
both these teams blundered big time here.
It is time to get ourselves situated. It's time to make our way to Vikendi. Plane path.
Let's see who blunders the next game.
It's gonna be going over Dino Land ending just south of Cosmodrome. Oh my God, Paper, do we finally get it?
Is it happen?
Is it? We have a
Is it
potential
time?
for Cosmodrome, please. Oh, I know even Dino.
Dino Land's also acceptable. Either of those is totally fine. But I mean, this is unbelievable what we've been seeing here today. New Happy has to go pretty far to get to Deca Mesto, so off of this plane path could be potentially a little bit challenging for them. It's just been an absolute treat so far. 17 needs to pick it up, but again, keep in mind.
We're going Danoa, loot the same
team.
spot here. Yeah, Danoa's going north, the coal mine.
17 can keep themselves in it here on Vikendi, then absolutely you gotta start thinking about that team as a potential champion.
LG was in a good position at the start of the day, and it's been a bit of a slide for them, but they are also our Vikendi squad. They're the ones that have been innovating, really messing around with different stuff, so we'll have to keep an eye on them as well. Maybe there's some signs of life that could be happening. We see the drops, not a lot in the dust-ups. Looks like everybody's
Sonics, all the NA teams stretching southeast. Holy fuck.
The America teams all cutting into the exact same path.
As is tradition, right? Like, you guys just seem to have very similar ideas about how to attack the map in your region, but Twisted Minds going to be keeping our eyes onto them for sure, as they are absolutely, you know, they're on top, but it is unbelievably close right now. New Happy is going to get just to the outer edges.
That's a really good zone for TM. T5 again. Gotta land near T5. Just gotta land near T5. They're getting all the zones. They're getting all the zones.
On the map, it's going to be mostly low ground positions. That's one of the good things about whenever you're looking at the topographical section of this map.
This game, TM is in center. They don't have to fucking do anything crazy. They don't have to sit on the edge. They don't have to. They're not forced to make these weird sends yet. And see if they can have a better game.
Didn't quite work out. I'd like to see them backfill, but in this case,
on the other hand, Danoa looks like they're on the edge again. North edge, which is actually really good in this zone. I think coal mine is a good loot spot. Playing north down and Vikendi is good.
So they could have an opportunity here to really get themselves into a good point going forward. But I mean, 17 Gaming nipping right at their heels. New Happy as well tied up with them. Cerberus has been a come up of their own today that I am really looking forward to see what they can do on these last 3 maps.
No doubt about it. There's still a world where Cerberus gets through here. They are playing fairly well so far today, and it seems like it's a team that just needs that one big game and they start exploding. And normally they're a team that's kind of down coming into the last days and they explode. At least that was the case at PGS1. So if they can find that energy now,
New Happy
when they're really within,
could be in a really good spot here as well.
Spot of getting that trophy, of getting the first international win for an APAC team. That would be huge for them, for their region.
The zone is kind of like separated though. Like Lumbermill is like
getting better and better every tournament. It feels like, could this be the culmination of
it's like a big obstacle
breakthrough
and separation point for this map, for this circle.
We've got fans from all over the world, but there will be a lot of fans here who are
very
happy for Cerberus in the studio.
There's 3 kinds of zones that could happen here. There's like 1, 2, and 3. They're all very different, like the way that they play out.
This has been a very quiet Vikendi so far.
Very quiet, yeah. It's nobody's really kind of messing with each other. Everybody's tightening up. There's still a ton to play
But
for.
the good thing about that is Lumbermill is what can play into all of them. So TM have really good lines.
Every place matters. So you want to get as many points as you can, regardless.
Whereas like T5 can't really play into the southeast zone. Like it's not easy.
3 games left. Look, you can put up 40 points in 3 games and completely change your destiny. It happens. You can win back.
It looks like Dino is going to get some good space here if they come up this side, play the top of Dino.
Games that have built into this stage, hopes, dreams, livelihoods on the line.
Looks like that's what they're going to do.
Probably not going to be reaching up and touching that first place position like you're talking about. Every single position on this matters, and we are looking at the 16 best teams in the world.
And these fucking heart rate monitors.
No doubt about it. This has just been one of the most fun lobbies to watch ever. The most fun. I'm just going to call it that. It is the most fun lobby to watch ever. These guys are...
I remember the ones from last PGC. They told us to like put them like on our arms, like up here. And I felt like that shit was so bad because it'd be like really tight
splits with
And
just next to them as well as Twisted
for
Minds
me, it was just like,
hold on to. We've got a couple
just,
of rotations as well that could lead to some
what do you call
draw
it?
as, I
Like,
believe LG looks like they might be going for 17 games.
it was raising my blood pressure in that area because it was so tight,
Everything else pretty quiet right now. It's just
and it was elevating my heart rate. Like, it was showing like a way higher heart rate than I actually had.
Twisted Minds already positioning up. They're going to get a high ground advantage back down into where Cerberus.
So then I think like after the first 2 or 3 days, I like moved it like halfway down my arm, and it like halved in heart rate.
For now, we'll see if that continues on the Lumberyard. And Batu going to use this high ground that he loves. This is the quintessential Batulins play. Get up as high as possible and get.
I remember the first couple days it was showing I had like 150 or some shit, something stupid.
Just going to be taking their time.
I was like, that's literally impossible. My heart can't go that fast.
They're pretty good at it. Salut's going to load up a Panzerfaust in this car. We'll see if that comes into play later. Was keeping my eyes off screen here. That Sonics and SSG were getting a little bit close to each other, but it looks like both teams have decided to peel away.
Even 120, like that seems high. That seems really high.
Nothing. So that fight should be calm for now.
Turn back and just kind of look.
I don't think that's correct.
See the tension mounting. Nobody yelling, nobody doing anything else like that. It's just, okay, guys, we got to do this. This is what's going on. Everybody wants to make sure that these last 3 games, they're coming in with that right momentum, specifically onto Erangel, which everybody knows oh so well. Having a performance on Vikendi can kind of catapult, get that momentum.
Danoa pulling up on Gondola here.
And it looks like it is going to be Danoa.
Oh, he's on the Gondola. He's on the fucking Gondola. He's going to have a Panzer II in his hand.
Looks like it is going to be T5 getting out very, very quickly. We've
It's
already
proning. Oh, they left. Holy shit. He has a Panzer II. I fucking love that. That's a good play. Like, it's like, yo.
Just imagine a world where that hits. But of course, there's
I like that.
Panzers to be found on top
That's clean.
of those, as those are the areas where only Panzers spawn. So could potentially grab another one. I like what Danoa does there. You know, sets up a timing play that if Theraton 5 sticks around, you've got a real opportunity to hit them in a couple different.
That's a fucking clean coal mine Gondola take. Honestly. No fucking. The only counterplay to that is like they got Panzers as well. And like, I don't know, they like pre-Panzer the Gondola if they know what's happening. The guy's hiding in there. I don't know. But that's a clean take. This is almost like 0 risk in that. Low risk at least.
We might see some type of fight for that position, but right now we've been seeing a very southern lean.
Tyler's on their northeast though. They can't push up. It's a pretty like open cross.
On opposing sides of Deca.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's
17's got an interesting split here.
They don't want to be on the hillsides around the edge of the green space, like where Petrichor Road drops.
There is SSG.
There's a lot of downslopes.
Fine.
Pretty wide open. There isn't a ton of trees actually.
It must be on the south,
So you
right?
gotta be a little bit careful, and you know that any team that tries to get in
Fuck is SSG?
near Petrichor Road, near New Happy, things like that, is going to be in a world of hurt pretty fast. Especially with the way New Happy's playing today, they are on another level. They are out to get that first ever 2-time win.
Well, we say it. You got to step up. When the moment is there, this is the time. This is a full year of build into it, so you can't rest back on the, oh, well, if only I had played this one game different. You just have to take destiny in your hands and grab it. NH wants it. They want it so bad, but in the position they're in right now, they at least have the opportunity for it. But I mean, when you're going against 17 Gaming, Danoa, Twisted
That'd be
Minds,
huge for New Happy if they won again.
There is drive on every single one of those squads.
Yeah, and tons of experience amongst all 4 of those teams you're talking about. I mean, you think about Twisted Minds, who's been oh so close so many times, winning a lot of domestic titles. But
Cerberus though, man, they're fucking always in the mix.
Finishes, second, third places across so many
Like, I don't know if they have what it takes to actually win,
It's a big question. Danoa,
but they're just so fucking cracked. Like they're just always putting up points.
So many different events across, a couple different years even. And 17, we know what they're capable of. We saw it at PGS1. They won the PCL Summer.
There's SSG.
No doubt that they can get it done.
There they are.
So quiet right now. Just a couple of
That's really good for Pero. Really good for FaZe.
There's the circle. Goes pretty centered, so most of the squad's going to be pretty happy about that. Most notably, we need to look into the south. It is going to be L.
That's not good for T5.
SSG, Sonic's also going to be moving.
That's not great for Danoa.
Go with B7 as well as Cerberus.
This, like,
to the north. That means that B7 should be able to get that.
this is like a cutoff here. Like, there's like not much to play east of that
That's definitely not
at
where you
all.
wanna be necessarily. Twisted Minds on the move.
There's.
The lumberyard and looking to set up as close to the edge.
Is it here? Or am I tripping? I think it's here that you can like send to.
Yeah, T5 is just
Think.
like sending it deep, and they're going to lose players. Rossiter Jr.
Yeah,
already
T5
down.
sending into Pero.
They're
They're dead.
Inadvertently assists Twisted Minds because now Petrichor Road is just lined in directly onto this one. Chewy and
That
Ace
is.
just
He,
demolished
did he hit the
anything that
fucking
T5
tree
tried
with the
to go.
Panzer there?
That's a desperation send for T5. Felt like
Damn.
they wanted something central. If they're going to get some big points, if they're going to shoot up the leaderboard, they had to go for something huge. But Petrichor Road, sturdy as always, so ready for it. And Chewy and Aches left just absolutely annihilate them.
Other potential brewing fights, V7 moving more north while Cerberus is going to be collapsing in. You can see that Twisted Minds going to be playing this hillside for now, and with ideas that nobody's going to be back behind them to the southeast. This is playable for right now, but Cerberus keeps creeping.
Now Danoa has a lot of space. Now they have much higher chance of getting info, being able to third party, having a better game.
Really good point. Here we go. The opening knock from Hisaki. Is V7 going to get involved? It's a real question. They're really peppering Twisted Minds. Oh, actually, it's going to be Danoa who's helping out Twisted Minds inadvertently here. Put a little bit of damage into Cerberus. Cerberus on the move. Are they going to make a play for this?
I like this. Cerberus realizes if they have an opportunity for first, it's going to be against the squad lined in here. They're inside of vehicles. They're moving aggressively, trying to get into nade range. Lou is at least going to do some damage to try to shoo them off that angle. But Hisaki, he's got vision in. Can he tap somebody out? No! Instead, Hamas just going to go ahead and hop inside the vehicle, run behind the smokes.
Cerberus so aggressive.
Maybe now Solzy can do something, but Twisted Minds reads this. Where are they going to even be running to?
I love this play from
Again, TM playing such a weird spot, like just allowing a team to pull up behind them and shoot them. Like
by Hisaki, he has been clean with that Mark 12.
And now Twisted Minds limping away from
they
this
lose
position.
one.
Daytrade still got some harassing angles onto him. They're at least going to be able to get away from that. But now it is going to be a very weakened position that they're going to have to be.
Oh, their game is fucked. Their whole game.
NH, the new targets over here.
No doubt about it. Take a quick look back at the defensive line that Aches left, and Chewy are able to set up. A little bit unfortunate for Patampong with that. Panzer hits the tree in front of him, not able to get it go where he wants, and Aches left has a bit of a pop-off.
Shout out to Chewy. Whenever you have an explosion go off like that right in front of your face, sometimes it really messes up like your focus on what you're staying in on. He was like, no, I know exactly where he's at. I'm not giving up.
TM, man.
Getting those couple of shots in on Twisted Minds as the rest of LGs are going to kind of regroup over here, but it's...
SSG pulling up on a Danoa edge here.
LG, if they wanted to, could find an angle to potentially punish Twisted Minds positions. They need points badly.
I'd be more
SSG is going to pre-drive, I think, down the train tracks. I think they're going to pre-drive this low ground.
West of the hill. If he gets up on top of it and starts looking over into the east, that's going to be right into
If they're smart.
Petrichor Road in their defense going to be real rewarding.
They're kind of just driving around right now. They're going to hit low-key, I guess. They're going to hit low-key.
But it has a lot of room. It has room for multiple teams. Two, sometimes even
Surely
three,
they hit low-key.
could end up squeezing into there as circles collapse. Danoa gonna keep
They're going to hit the center compound now, I guess. I don't know.
that they bullied T5 out of is giving them
They don't know what they're doing.
space. And Onyx and Soul trying to do what they can to make
Danoa's got a really good edge now. Daytrade took the compound. SSG's dead. She's going to die. They're just fucking driving in circles. What is happening? V7 though. V7 scouting Danoa might hit the compound.
Since the fact that they have an opportunity here, V7 going to go ahead and use that opportunity to also try to creep by them, but can't really, as every single angle is kind of closed off.
Yeah, V7 now driving.
It looks so laggy.
Trying for a different angle to approach this.
Is SSG playing?
Yeah, Sonic's already in there, Twisted on the move. They're surrounded by two NA squads.
Yeah, I'm fucking dead. Team has never been more dead. Sonic doesn't even know they blew up right there.
At least give Twisted Minds somewhere to play as they're losing vehicles, they're losing everything right now. It's full on damage control for them.
No, I mean, even though they got somewhere safe-ish for a moment, they lost their vehicle. They're out of the next circle. and
What is
LG
happening?
on their backsides.
And now we can see V7 trying to move down into this point at roughly the same time that Sonics are moving.
You really think they have it in the bag after they play the first game so well, so methodical, calculated, and then they just like, what are they doing?
The rest of V7 now making their way to support.
Kick gonna line up a grenade here.
At this point, they don't deserve it.
Wasn't cooked quite enough, or either
They don't.
wasn't close enough to find the knock. Human with an AK, not his desired gun, an AK SKS. Definitely V7 had to cut loot a little bit to try to get into this circle a little bit sooner, but still up close and personal, the AK absolutely shreds.
And it's strong if you can control the beast that it is with that kick. Looking out, Twisted Minds still have LG that's pretty close to them. LG going to be rotating just a bit to the north. Well, it's going to be 17 Gaming taking some shots, but don't forget New Happy's over here as well. Well, I say over here, about a kilometer away, but they have vision on what 17 Gaming is trying to do. Twisted Minds still alive, but you got to say the positioning is...
Sonic's fighting
And I would hope that LG is considering
E7.
just
E7 went back into Lumber
as much
Mill.
as possible. Twisted probably going to try to rotate off of this.
It's crazy that Danoa can have one guy in here, have pressure from V7, all of SSG drive by him, and not get crashed. Like,
in front of them 100%. Focus fire is now going to be coming out. Even 17 Gaming's like,
this is a PGC lobby.
and now starts also peppering some shots in. V7 trying to make their push in. They are to the spot.
That gets crashed in fucking an APL.
As well. And now Sonic's trying to hold the line. H1 Shrimzy still up.
Shrimzy so good in close quarters combat in this event, especially with that AR. The grenades now
Let's go Sonics.
splashing around the outside of V7. Shrimzy gonna reposition and go for the res. This is a really nice spot to res in. Gumin being attempted to be picked up by Heaven as well. Should be good.
Danoa's got a decent edge here. They're gonna have to fight Tai Lu. They can successfully hold out Tai Lu and not get third party by Cerberus.
They want to pick up whatever they can on the outskirts.
They'll have a good game.
Blood's going to go ahead and spot him out. This is right on the edge of the new zone, and Cerberus is going to be taking some pot shots in back.
LG just found one at 17.
This one has a ton of impact we're going to be looking at.
Fucking Blizzard, bro, get it out. No chance.
Got back up to 3 players each, so they were able to
DM
turn their
panicking,
attention
yeah.
to that direction. Good awareness from V7, having Shrimzy under bombardment as he
Bro, I need a Spro right now. I'm
Spyro gets
on like
out in the open. That might be at least
2-3 hours of sleep.
That's
Some
just
shit.
damage control right now. Last one up, realizing the problems, trying to get some more out of it. Now Sonic's going to be cutting it back to the path where 17 Gaming and LG were presently at.
Sonic's just...
See how they have to make that
I don't know what happened. I don't know how V7 went from here to here and all of a sudden is skirmishing Sonics and Lumber Mill. But that's just some weird shit.
First aid in his bag. Maybe he can find some more here. Yeah, 4 more. But the Sonic see him kickstart takes him out.
17 died. They're kill LG here. LG's in a really awkward spot, I feel like.
V7's already used that opportunity to move in and gatekeep, so this wall is now officially V7.
17 get in that tower.
Sonic's limping into it.
And Danoa was falling apart to Tai Lu, but Tai Lu getting shredded by FaZe Clan. Grenade up and over.
It's a Danoa fight.
Just a stun from a Tungmu. Tungmu, last one alive now. It's a blue zone out there.
Uh-oh.
Danoa's an Onyx thinking about a frag, but a Tungmu on the angle.
Uh-oh. The Onyx has a nade in his hand too.
Can we find anything else? I think it's Salute, the last one.
He didn't pull it, but oh my god. Danoa just blundered their game. Cerberus. Cerberus. Bro, Cerberus winning this fucking tournament. Cerberus winning this shit.
Soul able to be rezzed, but you've got 2 for Tai Lu in front of you. Looking to maybe get 3 here, but a Tungmu again on this flank.
Those shields could be big. Stepping around. Salute, man.
That's Salute. That's Salute. That's huge. If they get 3 up, that's huge. But Cerberus is probably going to kill them.
The problem for them is going to be rotating further forward, especially with those mortars raining in.
Let's not forget about LG just quite yet. You can see that going to go ahead and get a knock off the start of this hillside fight.
Yeah.
Shrimzy is still alive. He's going to be climbing.
Cerberus fucking big game here. I mean, FaZe in the compound, but by how FaZe is playing, they probably will find a way to throw the game.
And now I don't even know what V7 can do here. Yeah, they're just going to go ahead, get taken down. LG going to continue their rampage as it is going to be, I was going to say Sonics, but they're now gone, and it's going to be Cerberus and Daytrade in front of them.
Cerberus playing this well because they're not over-aggressing on Danoa. Danoa's going to stay on their side. if Cerberus can hold this corner, they have kills here. They have LG to kill. They have Daytrade to kill. They just gotta hold it properly.
We presently have 17 Gaming that's managed to pick up a couple of crates, but they're really far out there to the southeast. They've got Gen.G as well as Petrichor Road on a gatekeep. If they go into the west, it's going to be LG as well.
I don't know. This Blizzard is gonna fuck a lot of shit up. Now FaZe can't see out of the compound. That limits LOS towards Danoa. Cerberus can probably punish Danoa. Yeah, LG has to fight Cerberus here.
But I think they're going to try to swing maybe all the way around this circle, potentially use this snowstorm to their advantage as it is cutting off.
This is irrelevant because they're going to send in one of the next 2 games and get 0 points. I mean, if history repeats itself, probably.
Right up into this one, and these guys are right on top of each other right now. Everybody's just moving in for the rocks that they're going to be aware of, and no! Gonna go down. It's a rock firefight.
What is happening? What the fuck am I watching right now? How can this be enjoyable to watch? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Trying to scooch over and get rezzed by Xiaobei. Grenades start to rain in. It's
I think FaZe will win this one.
Actually scoops up that point. 1 HP for Xiaobei. Is he going to get the off in time? No. The snowstorm claims a victim.
Danoa is third-partying this. That's huge, actually. It's a 3-team fight. That's so unlucky for Cerberus, man. They literally just got fucking inted down from 2 teams. Danoa gets to clean it up. This is the kind of shit in PUBG that's like tilting sometimes. Like, sometimes there's not much you can do. You just get inted by multiple teams. That's a big cleanup for LG. That's big. 9 kills. That's big. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cerberus should be fucked here. Yep. Cerberus dead. I'm popping. I'm popping. 10 kills for LG.
The climb is real right now. Danoa looking back into this one. New circle going to pop. It is going to be Gen.G, Petrichor Road.
This goes north. FaZe win. FaZe, I don't think they're going to win this game.
Boy, we're about to get sandwiched. We need to move.
No, I love this from Danoa. They know that they really can't take a favorable fight against LG. So let's try to wrap around. Pio there with a nice little shot onto Linshu.
And with those kills, Danoa presently in first place.
Then again, I don't remember what this looks like. I can't picture it right now. I know the train tracks. There's like a small ridge here, I think. I don't know.
Here come the grenades now. FaZe wants to get involved. Gonna have to wait.
Not sure what it looks like.
You need a ticket for that train.
It looks like FaZe have a really good spot. They have that ridge coming out of the compound. So they're still in a fucking strong spot. Danoa, yeah, Danoa's got the ridge. There's a train track ridge. That's actually solid.
Absolutely. Who doesn't?
That's what I was looking or talking about here. Is like I think that's there.
But they found an Aka to Sungjong. He's actually outside the fence line. So gonna have to
that's actually good.
LG tries to do as much damage as they can. They have a
Danoa needs this. It's a big game.
It's a lot of downhill sloping. There might be some gradual hills.
They saved that fight with Tyloo.
Any team in this lobby knows where they are. It's LG.
And got 3 up. That's a big point fight. Happy as well, just like slowly edging in and working teams when they're in shitty spots.
So have got to be careful with this one as they're going to stall it out. A lot of smokes being used just to survive here, and that makes me real worried for the late game.
No doubt. FaZe 4 up though with a P90 floating around in the mix.
Slow is smooth in this lobby right now.
Full control over this northern side. They've got a pretty good angle here potentially on top of Danoa. Not much.
If FaZe kills Danoa here, they win the game.
They're pretty cut off from the rest of this lobby. This is a pretty straight on fight.
And you know this is a squad that's been paying attention to the kill feed. They know that LG is making a climb, probably neck and neck up with him right now, so they want to pick up some kills. Running this 2-2 split is going to be quite strong, but can we see Soul and the rest of the boys?
So it's going to get naded here.
Off of it. Gonna get some damage out. Nades now starting to come out, and it does look like the initial tempo is going in FaZe's favor, but not quite yet getting what they want.
Oh, these grenades starting to rain onto Salute. They've identified and isolated his position. And Onyx with a Panzer out on this edge. Feck's going to see him. Grenade does about half damage.
It's good damage from that nade. It's looking like FaZe is winning the Uto battle here. Feck's got the really good off angle. He doesn't see Soul.
He's had a star performance so far in this one, but can he
It's
find
interesting.
the angle on what they so desperately want? Tiamba really
FaZe got one knocked from Tiamba. Flushed.
I didn't think there'd be any way Tiamba
Oh
would
my
find
god.
an angle to get involved in this fight, but they are.
FaZe is finding a way.
For FaZe, who thought they could take a straight up fight against Donawa in the middle of the circle. LG made their move, dashed into the center. There's a bunch of crates dropping.
FaZe is out of Uto. Now they're fucked. They blew their load. They blew their Uto.
And they're trying to hold back Petrichor Road, which is its own independent stall.
They just don't have
PO is still alive doing PO things, and
a good chance of winning this fight now.
happy, so sometimes it works for the boy.
Yeah, every once in a while, we know that PO's mechanics are still good. I've seen plenty of it.
I don't know if Dano knows Fex is still there or not,
It's
but
been relatively quiet as Gen G's meta style hasn't really suited them here, but Donawa able to use these folding shields.
Dano just has to sit.
A little more at bay, but
They can let FaZe go back here. They can let FaZe go back to this side.
PO right next to him.
What's Tiamba doing right now? What the fuck's going on here?
He's gonna go. Snaker's gonna be running out right next to PO.
G solo.
Inside the vehicle, and I think that they're both aware, so gonna be throwing out some.
Pero's gonna have the clean south here.
Into it, not gonna find anything just yet. Tiamba finally goes down and buys more space for FaZe to work with. This northern part of the circle gonna be
Snakers wins those.
Snakers that finds out PO and takes him down.
Yeah, beautiful stuff here. It has been an absolutely tremendous event for Snakers. He has been a shining star for his team.
It's a good game from LG.
Is going to
Solid game.
Send them out, but a fourth place multi-kill game, huge for LG.
Okay, Petrichor Road now getting more aggressive into the north means the fact that we might have a problem for FaZe Clan. They've got Deno on one side and they've got Petrichor Road on the other. We are still only in phase number 7 yet, so we have to wait and see how these circles are going to pop. Everybody kind of popping the brakes for a second, but all those crates we were talking
FaZe still has kills this game, so it's still a big game for them.
Petrichor Road got them all.
FaZe trying to keep this hill under their control. Don't let Donawa get too close.
It's not a complete blunder.
If you can prevent that, Gustav with that off angle potentially could play spoiler as well. But Soul's right up here. Corexy, is he going to read?
Uto investment, 0 dividends. That's Soul.
Good read on that one. Now going to start dancing around new angles, and Nonix wanting to make sure to flush that one out, deny any information.
Oh.
Salute's going to go and spot on.
Oh.
That's all coming
It's
up
too
real
clean.
fast. FaZe gonna get eliminated. Petrichor Road
Come on, Danoa.
southeast. Danoa
Close it out.
onto the north. There's a couple of hills in between.
Close it
It's
out.
gonna be difficult to navigate.
It's beautiful teamwork from Donawa that gets the job done, and Soul uses the grenade to
Look how pumped Paper Thin is. The difference between Paper Thin and Poro.
to potentially put themselves well ahead of the rest of this lobby.
Twisted Minds. They
Sorry, not Poro, Matchroom.
Quite get it now. 10 points ahead for Donawa. Can they navigate this last bit? Those 7 kills on both of these squads. 3 members up on both sides. Donawa has been more compressed, but the circle is going to favor both squads and kind of lead into a no man's land a little bit.
And Onyx still have that Panzer? I don't know if he does.
About, what, 5 meters or so?
He had a Panzer in his hand earlier.
You're absolutely right. I do see that AWM for Aches left.
Ooh, that is a difference maker for sure.
So much more difficult for
Both
Donawa.
fresh 3 gear.
Donawa's been fighting tooth and nail for the last couple of circles. What's the utility look like? How much are they able to scrape off of FaZe?
That's a difference maker right there.
To try to knock Donawa out of this lobby unsuccessfully.
Axel's feeling it. 5 kills right now on him by himself. Just a stellar performance.
FaZe takes that same ridge 2 zones earlier.
Exploit the tools that he has available to him.
Yeah, I feel like they could have
Close to the center of the circle.
done something beforehand to set up for Danoa coming in
The Wolfpack mindset
with like 2 guys. Like all they needed was like 2 guys like setting up on that side.
Can't find it though.
And look at this. Aches left opting to drop the AWM for a Panzer. Thinks that that's going to be a little more useful. Soul usually clean with it, but can't find any damage on
Yeah.
Dude, superstar.
But at the same time, like
5 kills in and of himself.
what they did was fine. They let Danoa get into an area, tried to get the info on them. They just fucked up the Uto.
And really can put a nail in the coffin.
They just fucked up the Uto. They threw like
Just a couple of points back behind LG.
1 nade at a time at Salute, and he was like moving.
Very wide flank coming up from Aches
Like,
could be a problem.
as soon as they spotted Salute, they just need like, okay, this guy's here. Let's get fucking 3 nades out on 3 different guys. Nade the fuck out of him. They knock him, so the fight's over. Like 90% of the time, the fight's over, and they have the edge, and they win the game
annihilate people quick and efficiently.
or have like a game-winning position.
Watching Danawa to try to set up this play around this northern flank.
The other 14 teams right now all rooting for Petrocore.
Exactly. It gets in there. It gets in their head, Dylan.
Vulnerability in what Dana was trying to do with the defensive line for now, because that could
It's like,
something.
we've through the first fucking 3 games. Let's just not do too much. Oh my god, that's a nice bug.
And look at this. They set a smoke up onto the
fantastic.
western angle to try to fool Danawa, to try to bait them into not thinking that there's going to be players rotating from
Yeah,
the
they
other
had all their
side.
lethal. They were sitting in the compound the whole game, so they had all their lethal
Salute quick
to
an
use
automatic
in that
vehicle,
fight,
and
they just like
for a
did it
little bit of
poorly.
protection. I thought he might make a move.
Salute has all the pressure on his side. It's going to be Ming Aixlip keep.
They had the right idea, just
trying to find something. And Nonix gonna be
not
the center point for
timed
Danawa
well
right now. Salute getting an idea on how
with each
Aixlip
other.
is gonna be creeping in. This is such a close range fight. Aixlip has man spot out Soul, but that means that Salute's gonna have that information.
Salute.
Creeping over to
Salute.
the spot. He does get the knock.
That's my boy.
Runs immediately back to the opposing side of the smokes. Aixlip gonna go
Oh, we
in.
got your. Oh my god.
Finds one. He's gonna be very, very close, but no. He goes down. Now
Let's fucking go, Danawa. Oh, is that a nade? That's a stun.
And Onyx on a sliver of health, just barely.
I don't know what happened. Aixlip like almost had the 2-piece and he like stopped shooting there.
And Onyx, does he know the pressure's coming?
Oh, he gets the knock onto it. We're in a 1v1. Soul on one side.
Soul versus Summer.
Hill in between them. They are
Soul
fighting
versus
right
Summer.
on the edge of the blue zone. Soul can't get to
Soul's
reach
got a
it
stun.
yet.
Or Summer's got a stun. Oh my god. Let's go. That's big. That's big. Let's go.
Yet another MVP title for himself this year.
That was a crazy in-game, but Kendi just keeps on giving, man.
Unbelievable, unbelievable fight. What an awesome.
Yeah, I love all those guys. They're all fucking fantastic.
Playing brilliantly, but just
Great people.
barely. Danawa able to come through with it, and Danawa able to capitalize.
Loki is fucking hilarious. I love that guy.
Party by Tiamba so well.
Look at the relief, just the, oh, okay. We're back in a good position as now we have to make our way over to Erangel. This is going to
See, Danawa,
good in these last 2 games.
other than the first game, the send they made in the first game was super questionable, but the last 2 games before this one, they're just getting points. Like, they're making sure that they're taking fights, getting some points, staying in it. And then they have this big game, and now they're in a fantastic position. That's big. That's big for them. Salute went huge there. He had 2 really big knocks in that game. That first entry left of the smoke there for Salute is huge. He doesn't get that, they don't win the they're done. Fight's over.
Soul has made a bold statement. I think I know who I'm voting for when it comes to MVP.
I think so too, yeah. That clutch was insane.
Clutch.
I was expecting a Dana won this one,
Right.
but that was great. I like those. Those punts are great. But overall, what a fantastic set of matches we've had.
Oh
I gotta
my
say,
god.
I've been thoroughly enjoying our Tagos and
Fucking more
those
hurt.
extra curveballs, that unknown
This is insane.
territory and terrain that these players are faring through that they probably never had to play in such a stacked lobby before. It's just
Man, I thought Dana went through when they were 1-up in this Tyloo fight.
and also the
But
way
Soul
that
clutched.
on the western side, the amount of
Soul clutched that fight.
going in and out,
And he clutched the last one too.
the poking on these teams are just crucial for their win because that meant that FaZe went down to 3. They were also getting pulled out, and like it's just, yeah, the chess match is a small pawn moves.
This guy's name is a fucking date.
When you get
December
PUBG
12th.
at this level, it is a game of inches, not miles, and that's what we're seeing here. You know, to be honest, as a broadcaster, I want to see it super close going into the final.
That's huge right there. Like M4, but Aches left, like, if he gets the 2 there, I don't know how he didn't get 2. I don't know what happened there. He like stopped shooting, and Onyx somehow killed him.
They're hyped. You know, it's funny because when you see them in the morning, when you see them getting ready, they've always got a bit of a, honestly, mopey demeanor of like, oh, it's going to be a tough day today. They come in with that mentality, but every single time they show up and they know how to win. They were favorites for a lot of people coming to this tournament. They're proving why they deserve that. Welcome back to the desk. My name's Toppy. This is Avenger, and that was a hell of a match.
It was, and of course, Danawa here looking for their first international win. Of course, three of the members did fantastic at Nations Cup, and they're able to take it home for Korea. But this is what all
Yes.
the players in PUBG are looking for, to take a PGC championship.
And
Put your name in the game.
Put your name in the game. Keep yourself on.
Wow.
I mean, there's not many teams that are immortalized in the Hall of Champions. Donowa rapidly pushing down that road. Let's take a look at the top 4.
I need to fill up my water. I'll be back.
Maybe this is the one. Maybe this is where you
Let's go. I'm pumped. That Dino win was sick.
They had to dig deep to get some points, but ultimately the points fall the way of Donowa yet again.
Yeah, and of course he is 6 kills,
Wow.
800 damage. Loki, of course, going out early is unfortunate, but he's able to contribute in many ways also. So of course, not too matters there. Salute though, he has had a fantastic showing throughout. So once again, though, man of the match.
Yeah.
Again, on the Tego game, we saw him clutch, that's sending through smokes, take down multiple players. They didn't win that one, but still, here, hugely deserved for him to get the man of the match.
Hugely deserved, and for a guy, as far as players go too, I love this for him. Like, he is always positive, willing to talk, supportive of his teammates, and seems to really just love the idea of playing PUBG and being able to have fun. Like, this is his game. And so seeing him do well is always encouraging. Let's take a look at the match leaderboard. Donowa at 20 points coming off of that one is going to make this race difficult for everyone behind it. Donowa climbs all the way to 134. It is a massive jump. It's not over. There's 2 games left, but that's going to be tough.
But also, from 2nd to 7th, 16 points difference, Toffees. And we're talking not tens, but hundreds of thousands of dollars in difference from 2nd to 7th. So that is obviously huge. Kind of hope that we're going to see them slow down a little bit, but if Donowa goes home and wins everything after our 2 Erangel games, that is so well deserved.
I also kind of wonder, the problem with the 2nd through 7th being 17 points from hundreds of thousands of dollars means that those teams may not go all out, right? Like right now is the time, if you're in 7th, to just take the caps off, go for broke, look for kills in this game, but maybe $100,000 makes you feel a little less aggressive.
And on top of that, like, we've seen what just happened to Twisted Minds after they were in the lead, right? There was 15 teams knowing that it's going to be, if we don't stop these guys, they're going to be running away with it. I guarantee you, in our last 2 matches, it's going to be the same with Donowa. They're going to feel the pressure. If we see a knock, they're going to get hunted.
They're going to get hunted, and when we come back after this break, it's the last 2 matches of the grand final. You need to be here. Don't go anywhere. PGC 2023.
Duty-free from big brands.
At all King Power stores and King Power Online.
It's possible. Enjoy great selections, promotions, and privileges.
The power of possibilities. King Power.
Hanuman's forces have set up their barrier. They are waiting for sunrise before they release their guard.
Let's see. 134. Was that 17 points? 17 points, I think. That's huge. 2 games left. That is huge for Donowa. Bro, FaZe, man. This literally, like, if you talk about tournaments that, like, you have a chance to win, and the biggest stage of them all, PGC, and you have games that you're supposed to win and you don't. And that one, like, yeah, they still got a good amount of points, but, like, fuck, they could have been in first by a mile. Papa Dids says, Coach Dids, what did I tell you about Sonics? What did I tell you about Sonics? I don't know. What did you tell them about Sonics?
in battle. It was an honorable kill, an honorable death.
I don't know. Wasn't listening.
I will kill him when the time is right.
Hey, I was saying that. I mean, that take was fucking sick on this gondola. But that north to south play, I mean, yeah, they're getting like decent shifts that they can play into, but it's not bad. Playing out a coal mine. Bezos 4-stacked that whole game. I was trying to see. So V7 was on this hill. They like flexed out here. So I don't know, like this. They should have good info on that. They're 4-man, but they play for this. I don't get it. One guy gets here, and now all of a sudden these teams are inting each other, and no team coming out of this is like, there's no way. You know Cerberus is here. This is never, this is a 4-point play max to fight this. Not sure what that's about. Rift Genji, they must get info. This side. What is happening to my Twire, bro? This fucking ad keeps like growing and shrinking, and it's like fucking my Twire.
Into this moment as we now go back to the home of PUBG, Erangel, 2 games to decide who's going to be able to take it. Donowa with the lead, but keep in mind, Twisted Minds only with 17 points back behind them.
Absolutely. It's a win that is going to separate Donowa right now from the rest of the pack.
I hope Donowa doesn't get too in their heads after this win.
Fighting tooth and nail, arguably, maybe inarguably, the best fighting team in the world right now. They are winning so many close fights, but it's their teamwork and their coordination that gets it done. But the Twisted Mind fans still here, still supporting TM, trying to give them some energy and some big smiles from Batu to boot.
Just give them that last little bit. We've been talking about Twisted Minds time and time again. Oh, so close, but just can't quite get that first place position. Is that going to happen again? We are presently living in that world as even New Happy just right back behind them, 7 points. I mean,
I've got the beard growing, holy.
They've been phenomenal today. They've just been in it almost
that shit long.
Deep into it. If it wasn't for Pio in that last game, that really could have been a difference.
What about Sonics when they traded Mime that they would fail, that the chemistry would never be there? It takes years to develop chemistry. I was right, 110%. I don't know. I think Sonics is just making weird decisions. I don't think it's a chemistry thing at all.
We are in, as Toffees love to say, the penultimate game. What can these squads do? Can they hold it together when everything matters?
The grassy pastures going to bring us to the end of the year for PUBG Esports 2023. So close to be finished.
LG had a big game there. They're in
date with Destiny. Can they
They're in a
hold
good
on? Can
spot
they get it
still.
done? They just
Like, this shit is so
probably
close,
need to
man.
rack up 4 or 5 points in the
Second
next couple of games
to
in
seventh.
game, and they probably have it
That's
locked
a
down.
lot of
The
money
question is
difference
going to be
between
a lot.
second and
Is
seventh.
anyone going to be able to stop them?
Well, if there's a squad that could
And not a lot of
potentially-
points.
Not forget, this is 17's home turf. They have had a very quiet today, and they ain't gonna leave with that. They're gonna go ahead and make something happen here. You know that they're not content with where they are on the leaderboard, and they are going to make as big of a stab as they can for that first place position, and they don't care who they wreck to get there.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, this is a team to be feared out in the open. And let's say we get a center circle somewhere near Picado. You know, they're going to have priority on positions. They're going to be in it probably pretty deep into the game. Just all depends on where exactly this first circle wants to go. Even if, you know what, even if it's not near Picado, 17 is good anywhere on this map. They are so smart, so well coordinated, and they control space better than
They trade in
anybody
Novo.
in the world. What in the world is
Force
that?
Gen G out of
I'm
Novo.
about to point out there is 1 point separating LG and FaZe. They are
Where's
right next to
T5?
each other. The circle goes
Hey.
over to the peninsula.
T5 is not in the zone.
That maybe we're going to be going over to Lumberyard Way, but
T5 is not
don't
in the
forget,
zone.
There is still a decent chunk of military base island in the circle with the bridge.
But what a fucking another, like,
Whenever it's lined up like this.
Just wouldn't be
good
a
phase
matchup
zone.
with us, Matt, if we didn't have
I mean, this is
that
just one of those, like,
circle. And this one's shaping up to be that way.
really good
I
ones if you're a Milta
I would
power team.
expect them to go to the
Unless
edge of
it
the Milta
goes
Tower, because
fucking
they
milli
like to
somehow.
go- I saw them do this previously in the event.
This is
where
a
they went
really
to
good
the high
zone.
ground that the coast of Milta Power offers,
Really good zone for Dynamo
and
too.
use that
Playing
to
out of
connect their
Yaz.
way into this circle. The only thing is SSG is angling up in their
Playing
direction, so you're
either
gonna have to be
Lumber
careful with this drop.
or the
I
Yellows.
really like the area just north of
LG could have a big game. They usually have good games in these zones.
Just the craziness that goes on the
This
down
one's-
that eastern side of Lumberyard Hills.
This one's gonna be good.
Really pick up some good points over there, but it also means that everybody up on Lumberyard can take those pot shots at you. Those people inside the buildings. There's the Wizard Tower that's over there that gets some vision into it as well. So
LG in NA lobby usually
it's gonna be one of
wins
those
these
decisions
zones.
in this game that you could potentially regret for a whole year if you don't play it right.
No doubt about it. And
But we'll
for
see what
teams that are
happens.
looking up towards Donawa, like
Where it
LG,
goes.
like
If it
FaZe,
goes
it's a great
west, it's
circle
obviously
for them, and
rough.
they're right in their home territory. LG
I think-
taking control of the Milta mini facility and the compounds to the southwest of it. So
Holy
they've
shit,
got
Genji's
really
crossing
good
the bridge.
powerful positions. Circles
They have no loot.
generally
Where are they
kind
going?
of in that Milta mini facility area somewhere, maybe southwest of that, in that kind of open.
Where the heck are they
equal
going?
terrain. So that's going to be the priority positions for LG and FaZe early, I suspect.
Love that stat that popped up at the bottom. As you can see that, yes, Dynamo is in first now, but we had some big point grabs in those last couple of games whenever we look at how we close this one out, especially coming back over to Aaron Gill. Everybody knows how to play this so clean. Gen G making this wrap very, very early are going to be cutting right south of FaZe. Not going to be able to get shot too much, but the split, they might be
I
able
assume
to
they're just gonna take the south compound.
Yeah, and just in case you guys are wondering, spray from Jeem's not doing much, but
There's no way they hit LG here
just
in the
doing it
mouth.
PUBG Esports, you're new to PUBG Esports, you can see in the right-hand corner of your screen, it explains our point system. 10
Yeah, they're
points
taking
for
the south
first place,
compound.
6 for second, and then you go a point down to 6, and then 1 point for 7th and 8th, and you get a point for each kill. So that's why these teams do things like go
Yeah,
for
they have
kills,
no
maybe
loot.
on the outside of the circle looking in, try to take fights.
He's got
Like
one
that.
helm,
Really
one
important
med kit,
part of
an
the
AUG.
PUBG Esports ecosystem.
Probably doesn't even have a scope on his
Go
MK.
ahead and handful, and the rest of the team's going to be following and back behind this. This also does mean that LG
Probably the last year of FaZe PUBG. I mean, FaZe is a partner team, so
those other teams to work with. SSG,
I don't know. They're a global partner team. I don't think that's.
they're going to be regrouping. Donawa has moved
I
all
don't
the way
think
over
they
to
would
Liverpool with
leave.
2 of their members, as the other 2 are still over in Yasnaya. It does look like they're eyeing that eastern approach that you were talking about.
And I'm not exactly sure how far they'll get. It just kind of depends on what the other teams do. Donawa's going to be very diligent here. It's going to be a lot of pressure on Anonix as the IGL and as that front man, as that information gatherer, to make sure that their space is clear. 17 cutting in fairly early, well ahead of Twisted Minds, V7. They are leaving Suju in
Maybe.
itself to get his loot still.
Maybe don't.
Make sure
They're
that
definitely
he's well
minus.
geared up, maybe load up a vehicle with some extra panzers and some things like that, or mortars potentially, as they make their way up to the Lumberyard Hill.
Okay, so Now we can see that Suju is going to go ahead. No, yeah, he's going to go ahead and get some information with his body and seeing how many people are about to be shooting at him. Looks like FaZe has already spotted them out. 17 are still cresting up to the top of Lumberyard itself, so they should be okay with that one. Twisted Minds are also going to be coming in back behind this one. No
Bold prediction from Papa Dids. LG top 3, FaZe will fall in this game.
Actually, Suju with the E
Quite the bold prediction.
went all the way to the very southern tip of the Milta area, like southeast of Milta.
Leadership change.
He's now parachuting out.
That's interesting. I mean, I don't have any clue about that.
What in the world is 17 doing in this game?
Maybe this was to map
I mean, FaZe has been in the game since the very beginning. Since fucking Gorilla Core.
Really dangerous over here, specifically if the shift's down in the south. You don't
Gorilla Core signing.
So instead, they can get to this hillside, and it might have
Like
cost
6
him
years?
being in an odd spot, or he might have died. But with that information, the other 3 might have had a better chance.
But I've never seen this from
Yeah.
17. This is really unorthodox. This is digging deep into the playbook to find a way to climb.
And now committed into a 2-2 split. Reinforcements going to be coming into this one. This is, I feel a bit desperate, but not at the same time. This is a we really need to get
Decent
points and we need to
spot
everything
positioning
else.
from 17 here.
Problem with it is
They got a fucking wide split. They're paying for both zones, bro. They got the flat, the God flat,
And FaZe
and they
doesn't
got
want to
the
give up
east,
those compounds on that edge
like
on
kind
the
of
city, because
coast
pivot
push
again,
position
sometimes in these circles, the
with
edge of the
potential
city is
backfill
where
for
teams wanna
Monkey.
play because it gives them safety, reconnaissance ability, and the opportunity
It's got a
to
good
keep the vehicle
split.
safe and make moves.
They don't get punished for it.
keeping vehicle safe is going to be a bit harder as now V7 is going to cut right.
It's hard for teams to look at where 17's at and know what they're split with. Because that could be FaZe. That could be Gen G, who fucking went that way.
Tyloo, one of our tailing teams, not going to find a bridge camp over here, so going to be very, very happy about that one. Is New Happy do manage to make a position shift just to their
Yeah,
west.
apparently they're adding, I think, 2 global partner teams next year for PUBG.
New Happy trying to contest territory, but Shen quick with the trigger, taking CC
I don't know who's
down,
gonna get
looking for
them.
the grenade. CC there, is it going to be good enough?
Dano definitely
Shot
will get
as
one,
well.
100%.
Hit CC doesn't get the flush.
Gets a nice solid on it. Shin looks like he's got another
Maybe Cerberus.
on that toss. You have to see how the bounces go for it. It doesn't go the way that he wants.
Maybe
But
Cerberus.
Tyloo now firmly lining
I
up
could
with
see that
the
happening.
fact that they have an opportunity to go for some more kills in it. Non trying
Maybe a second any team gets it and LG gets it, but I don't know.
That's gonna put like a big
Depends. If LG can finish top 3 in PGC, then that's a good reason. But I think it's more fan based this time around. So I think Cerberus
The blue zones push
probably make it happen.
and the grenades are perfectly at the edge of that. So well set up.
Just gonna venture in. Ming Ming needs to make something big, keep his teammates up and alive right now. You can see Nan still just limping away. Luckily, though, they at least have a fortified position they can play for now. Unfortunately, also do have Sonics coming up right back behind New Happy.
And Cerberus continues
Oh,
to
they see
just
it.
play spoiler for Twisted Minds off screen. Ming Ming
You happy?
tap around to the backside, trying to cover.
Put in
angles
work
best
to
they
get
can.
into 3rd place.
It's the Sonics. They're going to be watching this. Kickstart's got a
Now they could drop here to like 6th after this game if they go down here.
To kind of crest away from it. As Shin now back up. Looks like he's getting pretty aggressive in on this one. Tyloo really wants this one. Ming Ming is going to go down right as soon as he manages to crest in, but Shin up on top is just refereeing any form of movement right now. Nan's going to be dancing around through the outside of this one. Sonic's not going to get too invested in it, so this is a pretty contained fight right now, but Shin's high ground and this rooftop is just massive.
A brilliant move from Shen. Nan doing what he can to scrape points together. He gets
Oh,
one
no.
before he's finally taken down. Tyloo has sent New
Oh, boy, got
Happy, the
flush.
3rd place team packing.
New Happy down 1 point.
You know that Tyloo, whenever they get their feet underneath them, can find some really big successes.
Kickstart has a
How much
bolty.
more time can they make in and of themselves? Kickstart really wanting to get some more damage, maybe even get that knock. Doesn't quite get it, so Sonic's going to be unofficially gatekeeping down over here next to the bridge.
Oh, he hit a body shot in there too. That was a nice piece of shooting for Kick. Just a few inches higher, and he might have been able to find a head and get a knock on a Tyloo. And Sonics tried to third-party this fight.
Wait,
but
LG is
wasn't
not
able to
holding big
fight
power.
over fast, getting up
LG
on
is
top of
not
the house.
holding
So
big
smart. The
power.
guy is crazy good close quarters.
That's crazy.
Point out right now, Donna's positioning
I think
was real good. could. If this ends up going and staying up,
That could be bad for them.
often see them shift down into this area. They have essentially
Zone doesn't really matter.
perfect
That's
that if we go down to Milta Power, they can rack up
it's not a great zone for a lot of teams.
This is looking pretty good for them.
That's big for T5 though.
Back up towards Lumberyard, playing uphill into
See, Danoa
Lumberyard.
committed to this shit, so they're like, it's not the worst because they have a push up towards the lumber mill yellows.
Not too many teams are going there just
Like
yet.
they'll have this space to control, which is good.
Enough towards the Lumberyard that they're not in that danger zone.
So they're still in a good spot.
Gonna make this maneuver. They are able to escape
17 grouping on that flat.
all the way back up here.
Could get hard fed here. I think that's huge for 17 in that zone. T5 dub. There's a point for Danoa.
Yeah, and V7.
There's the point. They're getting closer and closer.
I saw them going for the lift in Novo. They are under fire from like
She getting fucking dropped on. Oh my god.
LG. Mime's gonna go down. Good play coming up from Pooch Hills. Rello just goes, nope, we didn't get there in time. We've got to surrender it.
This is
Wow.
crazy stuff from Daytrade.
The E pick up.
On something being available, and they caught Mime as a solo on his own. Had they dropped to their north, they would have been right on top of Danoa. To their southwest, right on top of the three-man stack of LG. And Belmoth tried to go for Milta Mini.
See,
and Gen G
I don't
was
know.
making
I mean, Sonics, I guess, was already positioned this way, but
If we do see this go down the hillside, also very, very strong.
I don't know what they do out of Milta if they don't get another cell shift.
It's gonna be kind of the way it's gonna go with him. Belmoth was entirely
Like, this zone has to hard go south for them to be in a comfortable position.
And their pathing just gonna be continually harassed as they are gonna have Tiamba that's gonna be back behind them.
Like,
And even if they manage to crest down, if they don't stop here,
how do I
they're
fucking
gonna
draw this
go right
shit?
into the waiting arms of Salute down to the south.
I just downloaded this extension, so I don't know how to do the circles, but like it would have to be like that to like be decent, because then it's gonna go north again.
Where Petrichor Road has posted up. There's a little bit of space here for Glaz. Glaz often going to be a point man or a reconnaissance man for V7, and oh no,
just picks him off of the get-go.
Whereas like with that hard shift coming from where they come from, they know where Tylu's at. Like, oops. I think working the farm line for this shit is better.
Low ground. Heaven has got to defend him right now, but Chewy is going to be dancing around, knows exactly where he is. V7.
Yo, what's up, Donkey? My fave streamer. I appreciate that, my guy.
Now Glaz just holding down the top.
I appreciate that.
Chewy found the perfect timing there, right as Heaven was getting out.
Grenade.
He's in that back room.
GG V7. Hero's been popping today. They have been. I mean, they got some really good zones, but like really good zones. They got fed in the Tego and Vikendi, but they've been popping. Educational content. I'm glad you appreciate it.
Absolutely. And Lumberyard finishes are super fun to watch. There's so much to work
This shift is going to be huge
top of that mountain.
because there's so many endings that are bad for a lot of teams here.
Now they're okay. Cerberus
Let's
still
see.
controlling the northwest corner of Milta, keeping them in check.
Not great for Danoa. That's great for TM. That's great for 17. Not great for Sonics. It looks like they're going to send to the rocks. They're putting up rocks. They're probably going to split Shack and rocks or some shit.
Gen G has just been moving all over the place this game.
Yeah, Gen G just trying to find
One of them died. They're taking rocks.
out of the vehicle, and he is out of
Not great.
Sonic's trying to make a mad
Not great. They might just die to 17 right here. Because 17 has both the angles. I think they're dead. They're dead.
Ooh, Sonics, you might have gone a bit further than you wanted to. So
They're dead.
Juju's gonna go ahead and find
They're getting wiped too.
Nade's going to be able to go right down in that cubby, and you can see Sonics are like, nope, we can't stay here for too much longer. It's going to be Kick taking some damage, can't at least crest around this. Is he going to head back down into Milta? No, Kick is going to go down.
Just take left. He's flipping down the hill right now. Sonic's in shambles.
was stolen, though, from 17.
And takes dead. 17 got the kills.
Thought the other one might have been taken by somebody else, but actually it is going to be 2 points going over to 17. 2 desperately needed points. Again, this team on Erangel, an absolute force to be reckoned with, and holding this 2-2 split even this deep into phase 3. very, very impressive.
17 needs to have the
This West is still clean.
their life to be in this one, and this is a squad
I'm
that
surprised Tai Lu
LG realizing the fact that they're the odds
doesn't,
out, they're just gonna be sending
like,
it
they're
in.
not like flexed out on this hill
Keep in mind this is their backyard. They're pretty used
over
to
here.
around over here. Probably
Like, I don't like that Sonic's in like that playing to Milta. I don't understand. LG doing the same, yeah. Like,
not too much more they can really
why?
do as it is going to be Cerberus off of one angle. I think FaZe also was taking some shots.
This whole tournament, teams are getting punished for sending it into these center like spots that rely on teams punishing each other for you to live. Gen G wrapping this edge here, gonna fight T5 or Tiamba, sorry.
Shifted away from their positions. They tried to rotate into danger. Speaking of rotate into danger.
Yeah, Gen G wants to go to the north of this one. And
Did Gen G just blind wrap this? I don't really know what happened here.
Continuing the rampage though is it is going to be Pio that gets knocked on to 7-7.
That's a big knock from Pio there.
That he can play for right now, but the rest of Tiamba cresting in off
He's dead though, yeah.
Danawa and Petrichor Road both hear this.
Yeah, Pio never heard Pow Pow coming. DG not able to spot him.
Danawa looking to third party, but at the same time they can't overextend because Pero has good LOS and good control here. Danawa's in a bit of a rough spot here.
Now it's about who can pick up the points. As T5 heard this, they're moving up.
It's hard for them to fully commit to Tiamba here.
Looks like they might be playing this a bit more aggressively. 3 members moving into this line, realizing, hey, these guys are weakened. If we can get a look in this, it's just going to cement our future that much more.
And Onyx going to be getting very close, potentially within grenade range. The res did just come.
Wait, Donkey Buns is Brian?
Close to Lumberyard in the northeast
corner.
What
the fuck?
Lumberyard remains, but more towards the Milton direction. So Cerberus firm control.
I had no idea.
Powerful spot on the northern side of the city proper.
What's going on, Brian?
They're in the low ground. They're underneath Tiamba. This fight's gonna have to kick off very well in their favor.
John Pork, Mr. John Pork himself. Bro, Brian, I'm gonna need an order of that fucking Nazila Mock, bro. I'm gonna need an order of that. Fuck, what's the place called? Shit.
Their backup plan is already now.
What's it called?
Needing to make their move into the circles. We just see Tai Lu.
You know what I'm talking about.
They got spotted just a moment ago. So we have the Milta fields just north of it that are going to be available. And yes, here we go. Donovan wants to get
fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Village Park. Oh my god. Oh my god, I missed that.
To grab their vehicles and try to make a dash.
That chicken is so good.
Because I think they know that Danawa is
fuck, Salute's knocked over here.
Seeing that knock on a Salute in the kill feed earlier.
This is a big game for Pero to jump into the mix in terms of like second place.
Or fight right through them. And now Tiamba finds a good angle to harass their exit.
Like second to fifth. This is a huge game for them. They've been playing well today. Closing out the games that they've been getting, or not closing them out, but like, you know, making good amount of points, I'd say. Not the best, but good amount of points from those games.
Not good is the best way to describe this angle. And Loki gonna reveal his position to Ming. Smokes are gonna have to come out.
Bay is also in a really good spot. Coming out of Monkey here. See how SSG handles this.
Trying to find some way to get in.
It's looking like big 17 game. See if TM can punish their split in the flat here.
They don't know who's holding up this high ground position. I don't believe. They haven't seen the knocks coming out, so they've got to be very, very cautious. Instead, slowing.
You end up getting your handicap.
But this is where I start getting concerned.
Wait, what handicap?
It almost feels like they're going back into that playing to not lose.
What are you talking about?
Playing to win that can get exploited. Xlep gonna go ahead and spot one. And Knox gonna have a nade thrown his way. The curve not gonna
what
be
handicap?
the blue zone is gonna be ticking. He's gonna go
Fuck.
down. And now
Danawa.
The good news for Danawa is they might not feed a point over.
See,
not the end of the world if it goes to Petrichor Road, though.
I don't know. Like I was saying, that wrap there is not.
Every single med that he has.
It's not much for them to do there. I would have rather seen them just push Pero directly and look for an entry, look for something.
Man, it's gonna be close. Summer's already shifting over here.
Golf?
Looks like Ming as well. They realize
No. I don't. Never really tracked my handicap, so I don't know. Maybe next year I'll do something, figure it out.
See if he can get the point. The grenade.
It's probably around like
does about half damage.
15 to 20.
Follow up next to him. He's got a few more to go to get that much needed point.
Ming's trying to provide some reinforcement.
This TM's chance.
Utility can't quite get it to go the way that he wants just quite yet. Now peeking out, has managed to spot out Soul. Soul drops down to his belly, but
Soul's
just
dead.
narrowly gets back behind that tree. It's going to be an exchange between the two. Tight angle for Ming to work with, and Exla's going to come in and close it out.
It's big from Peril. That's really big.
As good as he was in the clutch on McKenzie,
And
not able.
TM's got to make the best out of this game. They have the flat now. They pressured 17 left. They have good space here. They're going to have to clear... they might not have to, but punish Cerberus for sure for taking this rock. Because they're pinched on this side. They can definitely punish them. Once they're all here, so they're all grouped on the rock, they can look with util and punish this.
Perfectix did find a headshot, but it's far enough that it isn't the insta-knock from the Dragunov. Lou, though, gonna follow up.
Chili Pon Me. That was the dish from the Chinese restaurant. That was really good.
In front of FaZe, who spots that. They should be able to read. It's going to be a problem for Tiamba. Still not quite done up over to the north.
That's one that Oldest got all the time.
But you can see it's starting to come at a cost for them to try to navigate. Petrichor Road really can't regroup up on the top of this, and that's kind of beneficial for everybody. Remember, Petrichor Road were the defenders of this location. If Tiamba can manage to unseat them, make some type of problem, it's going to open up some more for everybody else to try to contend with.
Chewy got a headshot there and bought himself enough time to reposition and go for the follow-up grenade, the alley-oop.
9 kills on Peril.
Pow Pow lands, but Pow Pow had gotten the first aid oftentimes, doesn't get knocked from it.
It's big.
Kills for Petrichor Road right now.
FaZe
absolutely dominating off of this position. Still
has one knocked.
7-7 has their work cut out from
17.
Even if they were to retreat,
Should get res though.
back behind them. I know though, everybody keeps looking off in the angle. Yes, Twisted Minds still.
SSG could come out of this on top on this south side
in the thick of the middle of it,
and have this control.
200 meters of Twisted
Definitely
Minds. All
possible.
the space in the world to work with. FaZe underneath the firing lines of a couple different teams. Day traded.
FaZe looking like they're in a really rough spot.
They've done some damage to FaZe. They had to turn their attention to the other side.
and that's the only reason that FaZe can get away right now is just day trade.
I hate that shit like 6 times a week. Bro, it's good and it's cheap too. I remember it's like fucking like converting to Canadian was like $3 Canadian for like a whole ass meal. That shit was good.
They're driving into this. Gustav going to be going for the flush. He is going to claim Tycon's life. Looking for any other players to do damage with while the reses happen. Great positioning here from Gustav. Found angles.
Yeah, Twisted Mind's in a great spot, especially with the zone. Obviously 17's, you know, here. But both of these teams, bad for Danoa. Really fucking bad for Danoa.
Realizing the fact that we don't know where that last solo for SSG is. Instead,
Danoa's sweating right now. It's gonna go to the last game. It's gonna go to the fucking last game. Oh my god, Danoa. Danoa, what are you doing? That's big from FaZe. That's big from FaZe. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck happened to SSG. I just missed everything that happened there. That's crazy, but they're all dead. Everyone's dead. Oh, SSG's alive. Rod's alive.
We're only in phase number 6 and still more to go. With the circle now popping and favoring 17's position.
Flash.
Up on the top of
Oh, did Flash like spoil them?
Very dangerous to navigate. Pow Pow with some very sneaky.
Chrome attention is that? Paint tool for Chrome.
Yeah, T5 now going to be bullying Petrichor Road off this fight with Tiamba as much
Paint
as they
tool.
can. Pow Pow lingers in between. But now Tanadol keeping his eyes on the Chewy. Chewy has to use some smokes. He knows he is being watched. And he's got Summer rolling in behind him, try to make this move.
Pero
with Ming and Aix left.
Pero just needs to wrap south here. Take this space.
can see.
Wipe FaZe. FaZe is gonna get pinched between TM. FaZe is dead, pretty much.
Everything else in all those fights to get the kills that they've got right now. Summer finally gets knocked over Rosted. That might open up some opportunities for them to rotate, but
yeah, FaZe is fucked.
Twisted Minds, though, has managed to spot out FaZe, and that is big trouble for everybody. They are out in the open just trying to juke the bullets, and do manage to do so.
Perfectix with the Dragunov hitting some big shots onto FaZe. Corexy trying to do what he can. The kill is stolen by Xiaobei from 17.
17 stealing the kills.
And stealing it away from their closest competitor.
Realizing what's going to be
Don't get knocked here, Perfectix. No. No.
Now leaning in, giving
You're trolling, bro.
Blue zone going to be back behind them. So little territory to try to navigate. Can we see? No, it's going to be Fex. Eats a nade right up on top of him. Batulins holding up the line against Corexy.
That's big nade.
Bounces from tree to tree. There is nowhere to hide though. Nade's rolling down from
Oh my god.
He's Roth. No, I'm sorry.
Roth somehow gets involved in this fight. Spyro is going to take Corexy down.
Okay, they got the reset. It's fine. TM's fine.
Would still have a role to play in this. Perfectix is going to be resable, it looks like. Don't know if Roth has any more throwables. Going to shift right into 17 territory already.
Perril's chilling, 4 up. T5, 4 up. 17, 4 up. TM, 4 up.
Roth, though, unfortunately, still has to contend with 17 Gaming to his north, and he has Twisted Minds to his south, and is about to have Petrichor Road to his east.
This isn't fun for Roth.
I can help competitive little pony team make it to Worlds. What are you talking about?
The only thing that is his friend right now.
There's nothing he can do about that knock except give it over. Pong gonna catch Xiao Wu out in the open. 17 trying to claim real estate, and they're gonna pay the price.
Everybody's coming after him right now, and it looks like
Roth is dead.
Cannot survive around the rock anymore as Twisted Minds do get control of the south.
Bro, no way TM wins this game. No way, no way.
On to Perfectix, who's stuck between the tree and the blue. Not much room for him to maneuver. How many smokes are left? He finds just enough time and space to get away.
Perril's got really good line of sight. They're both have really good line of sight. 17 and Peril on TM here. Perfectix had a blue zone and a stun, but he just like the timing wasn't there when he tried to throw his stun. He got peeked.
That mission didn't really go in their favor the way they wanted it to go either.
This is a classic T5 game. Playing smart, methodical, patient PUBG.
TM needs to go west. They can't go direct. They're just pinched between the two lines of sight. They can isolate the line of sight from 17 by going more left. That's big. That's TM's spot right there, and he sees him, but they just need to anchor that guy. That's huge. That's a big fucking headshot. That's a Dragunov right there. That's a fucking drag. Just anchor that guy and push up. Push up right. Yeah, perfect. That's perfect. There you go. TM's in a really good spot now. They have the south ridge. They just gotta fight Peril here. Looks like Peril has the jump on them though. Nope.
Everybody's so tightly packed here. Below Donawa, who still sits into first. Damage being done to Spyro, able to prone just in time.
It is just the hillsides being enough of a piece of cover for these guys to survive for right now. Problem with Twisted Minds, though, is they have got to be careful.
Summer's in a really good off angle here.
Any given second. Petrichor Road getting more and more pressed in, but Summer
doesn't see it.
So far down to the south. Is he going to find something to exploit here? And it just
this is a huge end game here. A massive end game.
Petrichor Road to the pushed up position of Twisted Minds. Panampong again has to immediately keep that head down. He is going to have that headshot from Perfectix's Dragunov in his head, in his mind. He's going to be thinking about that for sure. And Hatsawat with a Dragunov of his own finds the knock on a Suju.
Hey, it's gonna be a domino.
I think the winner of the South Ridge, if it can be clean enough, will win this game between TM and Peril. That's really good util from T5. That's another one coming in too. TM's fucked.
They've got this rock. They've got a peak angle. Xlip wants a piece of it. Here comes that charge for Petrichor Road, realizing the angle is now open.
Perfectix able to find at least one, but they're prone. Ming
yeah, TM's fucked.
Oh,
that's big for Danoam.
He only had one first aid left. They immediately scramble over to Xlip to get this res. They know how vital it is to have
They're on a
all four
fucking
in this
tree,
game.
just stuck.
Road, how much gas do you still have
Holy
in
shit.
that tank? Because they are just racking up the kills at 13 right now. The charge has to stop for a second, though. They don't want to run into
I'm
T5.
surprised Peril just didn't wipe
They're
them.
just trying to see if they can measure
Surely they wipe them now. They should know they're like
T5, that angle
sitting
is
on
what
nothing.
you want, but you can see the way that T5 has this position.
Like with Summer's angle on the left, yeah, I guess it's open to T5. Yeah. There we go. Ming finds it. It's gonna get stolen. Yeah, T5 stole it.
Point stolen over to T5. The harassment continues at long range, doing some decent damage. Now Teraton 5 can just make life a
There we go.
nightmare, and
Team wipe.
claims Spyro with the molly.
That's ending on 17 now, so
Decently behind Danawa.
this is just gonna be very tradey. Util based. I don't know who has Util still. Smokes on both teams, I think. T5, if they get roof control,
This is one of those classic games where they just start firing on all cylinders, and
if they get roof control, I think Peril still has the edge maybe in terms of like what they have in zone.
has some control over the zone.
Can't tell.
But the circle is going to be forcing them into 17 territory.
This roof is huge though.
Gonna hop up on top. I think Suju's right underneath him here. Xiaobei.
No, save that nade. Save that nade, bro.
Ghost just waiting this one out for right now. Here's everything, realizing the fact
Peril wins this game. It's massive.
waiting to pounce. T5 trying to navigate this one with the control that they had just a moment ago, but those
Literally one-man analyst desk can take all these guys' jobs.
knows where a lot of these repositions are, but haven't quite worked out all of it yet. Rosted is going
That's big.
That's a big problem for Petrichor Road. Summer wants to go reinforce, but is instantly denied.
And that's multiple knocks onto Aches left. He is bleeding out quickly. It's actually Lil Ghost who's underneath this compound for 17. Switching between
14 kills on Pharaoh,
the
man.
right option here for T5 on top. Aches left down. Lil Ghost springs into action.
Got 2 HP.
That's a Peril win.
And he wants a sub more.
That's a Peril win right there from Lil Ghost.
17 Gaming is it's going to be coming live on the opposing side.
Wait.
Xiaobei's gonna find out Chewy as well. They've been holding
Wait.
this one down. They've been
It's a
quiet
17
for so
win.
long, and now they are just trying to steal every point that they can.
They are trying to find an angle on it.
That's a 17 win.
With T5 first, Donadal down.
Oh my god.
Swinging around the corner.
1v1v1 lined up in
Wait.
right now. 17
What?
T5. The blue zone cresting in. A couple of peak angles to work with. Rosted going to be moving right into Summer's sightline, but it's going to be Xiaobei and Summer working together to hold it together. Now, Xiaobei creeping in. It's just going to be jockeying in for this position. Summer feels like he's got a peek around this one. Going to step in. Quick and
Oh my god.
17 Gaming closes it down.
Oh my god.
Gaming is right back into it. What did we say? Erangel is their map, and they're showing you why.
Oh my lord, paper. This is getting absolutely wild. One more game, and you can.
That win for Peril would have been massive. Put them in like really close running to win the tournament.
They played that to near perfection. They just barely got out.
But that win from 17 is also like,
This started for 17.
do they pass Danawa? I don't know. That endgame was insane. That was like really insane.
Somehow lock this
Holy
down.
fuck.
What a crazy
I don't know. I don't know what this leaderboard.
come out with the win.
And it's a momentum kickoff.
TM is also like really close, like 10 points behind Danawa.
More game left in 2023. My God, I cannot wait to see it. Toffee's Avenger leading.
This is crazy. Oh, I don't think TM they fucked it up again. They fucked it up again. After the first game, they had it. They just needed to get like points in games, like 4 points in every game. Like take a fight. Wow.
The second to last match is done.
Lil Ghost with that double.
Makes it happen when they need to. The
Ratting in the yellow.
Take a look back at how we end up with a 3-horse race in the highlights.
Absolute insane game here. They had that centered up and they had that locked down, but they're down to 2. Lil Ghost spring the bear
Yes,
trap
the
sprung
bear trap.
on the team.
Yeah, you're right, Pons.
What an insane game overall, though, but we had some hardships. It was hard.
Yeah.
Perfect, though. Danawa went out early. That means all the other teams in the chase, they could make things happen. Dreams could be made and come true in the very last game.
I'm sorry.
This last game, man, gonna be crazy.
Race, and that is what we are going to have off the back.
Crazy.
We watched these highlights. Petrichor, they fought valiantly, put up a bunch of points. Twisted Minds knew they needed to be north of 125 going into this next game. They did it. They fought. They survived. They got what they needed. And then
I don't know.
we get to the showdown up at the Lumber.
I don't know.
17 knows that if they can stop T5,
Shit updated.
that's their chance to go the distance. They held. They fought. We're about to see it in a second. We even got to see them jumping for joy at the end. This is what I love about this. Twisted Minds, 17, playing when they need to.
And honestly, in this case here, like, T5 looked to be in
Here it
control.
comes.
They looked like they're going to be taking this one home. The utility was on point. The gatekeep on to Petrichor Road was on point. But it was just 17 gaming. Xiaobei, Lil Ghost, they made dreams happen here. And they jumped out of their seats. Look at that. So happy for these guys.
Huge win. You can see them hugging. You can see them jumping. I'm going to be honest. As we come back to the desk for the not for the final time, but for the final game. My name's Tavis. This is Avenger. During that last break, you know,
Update.
rest. I passed Twisted Minds. I passed 17 in the hallway. They look gutted after the Donawa win. They look like we're going out there. We're going to fight again. Donawa going down early in that match breathed life back into these teams. They saw it happen, and they got fired up. Even FaZe stepped up and said, this could be our shot. They put up a big
Oh my god.
That was a phenomenal match, but 17
Oh my god.
big with those 11 kills.
Yeah, it's you're just going to put them
10.
just where they want to be. And look at that.
7. Oh no, 8.
6, 9. It's in, like, these guys are going to be popping off with this one here. 17 gaming. The 17th game of the grand finals is theirs.
That's the one to do it in. If you're going to set yourself up for the race, the man of the match goes to Xiaobei. He's got 6 kills, 600 damage, and was
Crazy.
able to clutch it out. The thing that I loved about that is that
I'd say 4th.
1v1, then a 1v1 with
4th to 8th. Probably still fighting.
It's all about how well you played around.
Could be mixed up there.
21.
21 for Petrichor Roads and 17. T5 11. FaZe 10.
Yeah.
And again, it's gonna be so down to the teeth here in the very last game. It is close.
Tight.
Point for the teams on the right side. And
That is tight.
This one makes it, I would say, 3.
Oh man, like, I'm telling you, man, Danawa, like, if they had pushed Pero,
17, 127, Twisted Minds 125.
if they get a couple points, like 3 points,
For first place, and it is
like,
a 10-point race going into the last match of the PGC 2023.
the thing is as well, like, when you go out and the teams in good spots see you go out, it's like, yo, it's hype. It's like, let's fucking go. Like, we can win this shit.
$6,000 difference from those placements, and if you can jump even higher, if you could potentially take out Twisted Minds of 17 early, that
Like,
could
turns it
also
up a notch, you know?
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Absolutely. So do look at that. See how those top 3 teams were, how they do sort of in that early game. Will they
There it is.
go deep? They've got to have that defensive mindset. They're going to be looking for those points, but they
Last
can't be
game.
defensive. With the top 3 that close, you've got to actually start putting up points around the mid game.
Look at that. The fans in here, they are roasted up. It's insane. This last game is going to be crazy.
Look at the smiles on their faces. They are refreshed, they are renewed, and they are ready to get back into the action. I gotta ask you, Martin, does it?
Yeah, it's a hard one.
I don't even, you know what?
I think one of the 3 teams will win the last game. I think one of them will win the last game.
We see a lot of teams gutted. They put up a good fight. They got here to the big show, but it's going to be.
And I think that will
really watching.
solidify it.
I'm so excited that we actually have a 3-horse race for the very last game.
Tiebreaker.
2023. It is going to be a massive race, and that's what it comes down to. How
Could be a tiebreaker. We'll see.
What will the circle do? Will it be in the middle? We will find out. We are just.
Yeah, TM really fumbled it. Really fumbled it. They had all the momentum going after the first game, and they lost a lot of the momentum after dying like 3 games in a row, sending.
Will leave victorious. It's time for us to head back to Erangel to get into the final match of the day. This is everything that they
Here we
have
go.
spent their life changing, trading for. Let's go to Matchman Paper Thin for the final match.
Yep. Agreed, Pons.
And we're going to take a look at the previous winners. Gen G, new happy in 2021.
Can Loki
In 2022.
be a two-time PGC winner?
For 2023, who is going to claim the PGC trophy?
If Danoa wins, Loki is the GOAT.
This is absolutely
The GOAT.
crazy to look at, as now we are just going to get a very western playing path, going to make it a bit difficult for everybody else on the opposing sections to deal with. But this is a crazy game. I mean, so much heart and soul has gone into this last couple of it. Didn't even mean soul in that kind of joke. But it is just absolutely crazy to watch. That last game was so close.
Insanely close. And now it's probably a three-horse race. There are worlds where something else happens, but really all eyes are going to be on 17, Twisted Minds, and Danoa. Danoa, again, 4, 5, 6 points might be enough to really put yourself out of reach of anyone else. Plane path decently to the west. Danoa going to be able to get to their spot okay. Twisted Minds, no problems for them either. Doesn't look like SSG is interested in messing with anything with these vehicle drops. Its circle is almost a 50-50.
Oh my god. Imagine Luke dies there, bro. That would be tragic.
Going into school apartments and to very badlands
Yeah.
endings. Then we have the Stallbur Hill side in and of itself. Shooting range still in play, so a lot of big key points to play from. Oddly enough, we haven't seen the circle go Yaz Naya yet, though.
We haven't seen a Yaz.
Wow.
That's absolutely true. And
The 50-50.
the real key here for them,
The Danoa potential fade.
50. This is what they like to do in circles like this, is they try to hedge their bets onto both sides. Salute's even going to find a flare gun for
This is-
to call in some of that crate utility potential.
This is a zone.
17, you're on the edge
Hakes
of the
left
circle.
36
There's gonna be a lot of
kills. Holy
congestion, though, to your
shit.
northeast. So how do you play this? Do you try to wrap around and gamble on the north? Are you going to just wait on Potato Hill maybe? Get up there, get information.
Soul with
try to play for
6,500 damage.
Well, Twisted Minds has a
What are you
so
shooting at, brother?
not a lot of high ground that they're going to be able to exploit. So
To get that much damage.
technically go up to Potato. That would be the closest thing to
What are you shooting at?
navigate, but they are kind of centered. The 50-50 on this, though, is kind of nerve-wracking. We do have a lot of different ways that we can watch this one shift. The first circle not being the friendliest. The second one
Salute
giving
popping
them
off.
one hell
That's
that
my
is.
fantasy
I'll be
pick.
surprised if you see a lot of patience come out inside this
My
circle.
fantasy pick.
I say that phase looks like they might have some friends with Cerberus very close to them.
Well, Cerberus looking to get
Do hot drop on first place or play your game and hope they fuck it up.
slightly weaker position than they want.
With a 10-point
Sololzi only has a
deficit, you just gotta play your game.
gonna be tricky.
We're talking about the top
You
three,
look
but still,
for opportunities to kill the other team.
Core Road, only 2
But
points separating out those squads. Cerberus
with that amount of points, like 10 and 8
this
point
might be a read that's
deficit
going forward.
difference,
Could be. I'm curious to see exactly what's going to be happening.
you just
opening up with the AK.
play to have
Can't
a good
really
game,
find
have
any
a top 3 game, have a
working with the Bison.
Could be big.
high kill game.
Got to be careful. You can see the fact that he is surrounded right now, waiting this one through. The other members of FaZe have managed to escape. He's going to spot on Haisaki and does get the knock, so at least going to be able to pick up one very quickly, running in, making sure the fact that he can flush this one out before any support comes.
Yeah, big points here for FaZe, keeping themselves in 4th place. Again, every position matters to these teams, every fight, oh so crucial here in this last game.
If FaZe can get 4th, that'd be big
From Gatka, down in 10th place. Can they
for them,
find
considering
anyone
what
higher?
kind of day it's been.
Ahead of them, a bit of distance to go to find a little bit better positioning on the leaderboard.
Yoapi and Pero really stepped it up today.
Not finding much
Really
success
stepped it
in a
up.
lot of these later stages, even having trouble making it in the later stages of it. SSG
Yeah, they had good
are
zones,
navigating and actually getting a
but
very good position off of this. If we do
they're
start
not,
to lean more
like,
to the south, or specifically in the south,
throwing their games
this is a
away.
very strong control point play
They're
for
getting
them.
points.
Yeah, absolutely. I love playing from that area. You get a decent amount of information. It's relatively safe. You can watch your flanks really nicely. So definitely a really good spot for SSG to start. Tosi going hunting with this bolt action. The Kar 98 not
Wait,
connecting.
V7 is running an extremely wide 2-2 split. They're in the compound that's going to be just.
LG's had a pretty rough day.
In the God compound north.
I think they only have
So V7, again,
20,
likes to try to control that roster.
maybe not even, like they have 19 points
It
today,
has kind
I
of
think,
bit them in the butt sometimes, to be frank. It
so far.
sometimes goes okay, but other times teams capitalize on their known splits.
Yeah, Gen G is going to be pretty close, but they're running a 2-2 of themselves. Tyloo, you can see making their wrap in. Day Trade, kind of one of our teams that not quite in the
But
just yet.
LG could get fed this game.
Maybe you can get something for a score.
Where they're at.
Gen G
Could win the game, finish in 4th.
From shooting range all the way now down into gas station, and they're going to be running
Definitely
into
could.
another duo. Or actually, it looks like there's 2 members up there.
Yeah, it almost looks like 3 because of the way the white building looks on Glaz's Dorito there. Yeah, no, I think
Who's that? Who's that?
Pretty wise that
Who's
somebody's
that?
up there and is going to stop you
Who's that?
and then potentially
Hi.
gather some information.
Hi, good
Sonics now
morning.
making their entry into the circle
Good morning. You want to say hi?
south of Ruins.
You want to say hi?
Looking
Come
for
here.
anybody in the air, seeing if anybody's trying an emergency pickup.
Say hi.
Grab one if they're lucky enough.
Say
Try
hi.
to get up there. Twisted Minds going to remain
Say hi to the stream.
firmly planted in their drop spot in the apps.
10 points behind right now.
Say hi.
And it is going to require a big game.
Leela.
Looks like it's leaning in to give them the potential for it. If it
Good
does
morning.
play south of the river.
Good morning. Did you eat?
Naturally, we do have New Happy
Did you
who's been
eat?
on a rip of their own. Only 1 point ahead of Petrichor Road now.
Yeah, it's been a just absolutely brilliant day for New Happy, but it seems like they're coming
He's my
up a little
dog.
bit short, running out of gas.
He's
just
my
before the
dog.
Finish line. Sonics setting up outside
Okay, you
the
want to go?
courtyard and going to be taking their time, but
Go.
Petrichor Road
Time to eat.
looming right on the edge.
Yeah, this is going to be hazardous in rotation. They hear this. They're shifting over into the east. They might be able to spend
Okay.
any further forward, but this is a good read from Sonics. They stop. They've got a wall to play for right now. Instead, I'm trying to see if they can.
I didn't know the stream could get any better. I'm getting a
They were
little
playing
hot in this
gas
blanket.
area, so they have no idea what's going on, but they do know that they're big Pachinki and could be kind of dancing around to their east or their south.
Absolutely. And it's going to be very dicey there for the Sonics potentially. Let's see if they can get a read on Petrichor Road trying to set up a camp there.
Like
Petrichor
Dano
Road
split
knows the
here.
situation they're in. They know they need a ton of kills if
I
they're
like
gonna
LG
get
split
any
here.
hope of getting a win. H-win already on very low health. and he's been
No,
Gets
knocked.
Sonics.
revealed. Are we going to see any retaliation coming out? Kickstart wants to line up this nade. It's being shifted between. Nade's going to go a bit long. Does connect on Kickstart just a bit. Looks like Summer might be trying to prep another one. He's just going to go ahead and pick up and run with his teammate right now. Narrowly
Oh
going
my
past
God.
those walls. That was the scary
Surprised he
spot.
got out of there, to be
Should be able to at
honest.
least get back in a reinforcement
Tig's in a good
line. Tig's
spot.
any push coming from Petrichor Road,
Stop
it
that
looks like that's
push.
going to be the case.
Tiggleton took some damage.
Yeah, they're
from
gonna
that
reset.
From Ming. Nicely thrown. And now they're going to have to play some pretty solid defense. Kickstart already reloading that smoke grenade launcher.
Also, we did see Day Trade move over here as well. They're not quite on your mini-map. They're just to the south of this. They're running a bit of a split of their own, and they might want to get more involved. Well, that might make it more complicated. As now Belmont's going to go down. 17 Gaming really wanting this one.
Yeah, 17 would love this point. Every point so critical.
17
to catching
got
up
it.
to Donawa. And
Did
Day
they?
Trade
Yeah, they got it.
overextending to try to third party this fight. Going to pay the price. Summer wrapping around the outside. Ming
7
in
points.
front, trying to keep any flank.
I'm sure Dana was counting that point. They're like,
No damage dealt.
that's 7
Kickstart
points.
quickly dealt with.
Yeah, now Shrimzy, the last hope for the Sonics.
Yeah,
Presently
what
in
is
10th place.
happening
They
to
got some space
Sonics?
from SSG, but not a lot to really deal with. Even if Shrimzy tries to leave this, keep in mind Flash is already watching. There is nowhere for him to go. Oh, dude, if he peeks up there up at the top, he's going to get spotted. And yep, it is going to be Flash that at least reveals that. And I think
Earl's out for blood, man. I love it.
I think you're right.
I love it. They've been playing this day
Earl's
just
going to be on his
insane.
horse.
How many points did they have today?
Of the Sonics, Shrimzy starts letting loose with the smokes to kind of cut off some angles from this push. Maybe give himself the opportunity to isolate a player at a time. Of course, Petrichor Road
many
doesn't want
points?
to give him that chance. There's no escape with Chewy. Should be able to watch any exit that Shrimzy tries to take. If he tries to do a cheeky drop down off the ledge, he's going to get spotted. Does decent
48.
damage to Chewy.
At least manages to get him
So
to go
far
into a new
today.
position. Now he's going to drop off the window, drop back down. Very sneaky. Could he flank back behind us? Does spot out one. Gets a knock on the Summer. Now just trying to go
Oh,
for
wow.
one. Going to reveal off the side. Narrowly jumps around.
TNT.
Is going to pick it up.
What a play in the heat of the moment from Shrimzy to not pull up, to kind of just take a moment.
That's it for
and then drop
Sonics.
down. Catches Petrichor Road completely off guard. The smoke's obscuring the sound as well. And with backing Chewy off and then additional spray, that gave him the opportunity to at least find that point. That's devastating for Petrichor Road.
So Sonics now eliminated. Day Trade going to try to leapfrog ahead of this one. Circle.
Oh, that is a 17 zone and a TM zone.
Shifting into the bad
That is not a Dano zone.
And all three
That is not a fucking Dano zone.
circle south of the river. Danawa,
Oh my god.
17 all there.
And these are tough. Like these are tough zones to get into. I mean, Danawa is gonna get Valiate, which is good, but that's gonna require. That's gonna require this circle.
So that's going to be the question: is anybody going to make that gamble?
V7 is going to have some oversight on the Rajak Hill. Looks like there are going to be reinforcements as the
It's gonna require something like that.
Leaning heavily into the south. LG, Gen G, as well as T5 up to the north with Tiamba.
Is this G gonna pass Sonics?
Looks to be the rotating V7.
Holy fuck, yeah.
Now then, Danawa, it's been a bit quiet.
SSG have had a good day as well.
Control over the east. It's just pretty much them and SSG. No big movements have to come out from them. It's
Decent day. They've been climbing.
Danawa, it's
None of the bottom teams have really gotten too many points. I think Tiamba has been doing bad today. Really bad.
Pretty wide, essentially a 2-1-1 for Danawa. New Happy on the western edge. As all these teams trying to settle up as much as they can. Everybody's
See this zone?
They could still shift north.
Can still go north.
Absolutely a possibility.
I am just
and it can hard feed the southwest, which is like a 17 game and a half.
They don't know the fact that it's going to be open, but there's going to be a lot of teams, most notably Tiamba, that's going to be looking in.
Or it can hard feed the southeast, which is, regardless, TM is in a good spot. For both southeast and southwest, TM's in a fantastic spot. With potential for a lot of kills, with people crashing them, and with people just playing ridges and dips around them, driving around them, etc. But if the zone goes north, I don't know what is gonna happen in this game.
Pump the brakes a bit, and I'd like to give an opportunity
That'd be
to
crazy.
shout out to some of our top performers so far coming into this game. Aix left, your top fragger so far with 36 kills in the grand finals. By the way, that was 8 more than the next closest player coming into this last game. He has been absolutely disgusting. And then your top damage dealer, it was Soul. So far, 6,526 damage for Soul in this grand finals. The next closest player is Hemas with 5,700. It is unbelievable the damage output that Soul generates.
That's just ridiculous if you think about it. And looking in as now the lines are going to start.
That is an insane amount of damage.
And it's going to be New Happy still trying to navigate T5. No,
what was that? 16,000? Or sorry, not 16,000. It was like 6,500 divided by 17. 382 a game. I mean, over 17 games, it's a lot. It's not as much as I thought it was. Still.
Very much play their game. Try to get deep into it. This is going to be a very interesting. Oh my God!
The bait and switch. We are now headed back more into the north.
It fucking went north.
That river cutting off.
It fucking went north. Holy shit! Oh my God!
Looks like that's going to be what FaZe does. New Happy as well. They're going to be cutting over into the west. Meanwhile, a regroup up into that north where T5.
Is this?
It's going to be Rosted that at least gets a bit of a spray.
Is this happening right now? Is there are there 3 teams fucking wrapping this right now? 17 might be fucked here. Danawa, SSG driving into each other.
This is massive over here as we do have LG that got into a gate kept position right in front of Danawa. They're going to be rotating. SSG going to be right up on top of them at the same time.
Oh my God.
Over here, Danawa's going to kind of be cut out on this one. You can see this hillside. Yes, it's got a couple of things that can be played, but all of it's going to be vulnerable for the time being.
This is a tough last game, man. I think TM is in a really good spot now. If they can play slow into this area, they can control this box. They have a line. They have fights. 17 is looking fucking rough right now with where they're at. LG in a great spot, but Danawa in this position have to do something. They have to either take this bull, they have to fight gas. They might go back to here. They might go back here. I think they're going back to here. East.
It is just nowhere to go. Everybody's just trying to avoid
From here, they can fight. LG's leaving. LG's leaving. Okay. Uh-oh. What's going on with Cerberus? What's going on?
And he'd love to get that point if possible, but he's afraid to stick his head out again.
Bro, what the fuck is going on over here?
Bypass New Happy because of that knock, and they're going to set up on the hill and start raining down destruction.
Absolute worth right now. How much you commit in Suju? His nades have just been on point. He's just got to prep it up. I already know.
If TM plays it slow, they can definitely win this. If Danoa dies to Cerberus here,
Absolute money. December the 12th on
phase down one. Phase down two.
Very, very shortly, and it is going to be Xiao Wu
17 with 3 kills. Holy shit.
3 kills, 5 points behind Danawa.
Creeping up right now.
Danoa taking gas. Do they know this is clean? If Danoa can get this, that yellow, that could be huge. But this zone could also go west. I don't know where. I'm pretty sure it goes hard like this. Pretty sure it's hard like this. Or these.
Did not go so well. Twisted Minds was able to bop them out. Soul did what he could, got 3 of Twisted Minds before he was taken out.
Straight north.
Cerberus is going around it.
LG's in a good spot. Danoa can be in a good spot. 17. Oh my god. 17, where are you going? 17, where are you going? They're going to the rocks. They're going to SSG. They're dying. They're fucking dead.
Is going to be challenging. You can see Suju taking a ton of damage.
Where are they going to stop off that? SSG already in position, goes for the shots in, and it's just going to be mutually assured.
No fucking way.
Gets a rock, but it is a massive amount of damage. No, 17 is out.
Unbelievable. They come up just short, and it's going to be.
Oh my god.
Space Station Gaming that plays spoiler.
Holding the line right now. Danawa wants to move in.
That's devastating. That is fucking devastating.
You know Danawa is at least feeling like they've got some breathing room. They just need some kills. They need some safety. Keep in mind though,
TM.
Not in the circle either.
Twisted Minds has a ton of work to do. V7.
This is a rough fight between V7 because of their angles and how they're split right now. But if they wait and they play it slow and they sit up here, they could catch them out on weird angles.
There is nowhere to be had. They have got to be so careful. You can see Souls just trying to shoo away the members for LG. They got the knock. They wanted to shift in.
Oh my god.
Instead, Soul holding up the line and giving an opportunity for Danawa.
Danoa's pumped right now.
On this rotation.
Oh my. This is absolutely scary for Danawa. They're in a tricky position, especially with Soul getting headshotted like that. Hemas trying to finish the job, cannot find the shots in time.
Angle just not quite there with those shots from Soul just a moment ago, at least going to get the space to come in, and Onyx accidentally runs over Loki. That is
oh my god.
Thinking about grenades a little while ago. Are they going to
wait, TM?
Now that they see another knock in the kill feed, smokes are out again. Salute.
Okay, they're playing it slow, but I don't know. Like, there's a good option here for TM.
Twisted Minds is creeping in from the south. They're using the same.
This is tough. This is tough. This is tough.
Twisted Minds can find this angle. It could be massive.
Twisted Minds, a fight potentially brewing. They have maybe just enough of this hill to work with.
They're gonna fight Cerberus. They have no other play here.
Really duke it out with Cerberus. Cerberus completely hidden inside of the blue house, and Twisted Minds so far not gonna get any info.
Yeah, they're smoking it, and they're gonna push. They're gonna push Cerberus, and Danoa's gonna wipe. They're gonna third party. Danoa's gonna win. Unless LG somehow gets behind Danoa, like, and TM cleans up the fight.
Just to the southwest of everything. And
oh my god.
It happens.
Here it is. PGC Championship right here. Danoa knows. Danoa knows. Oh my god, LG knocked one. LG's already on Danoa. Soul knocked one. Salute. They know. Salute's doing it. Salute's taking PGC by the balls.
What a play from the
Salute's taking PGC by the balls. Salute's fucking doing it. Holy shit. No. TM's dead though. TM's dead. That's it. Dano won. Dano won. Holy shit. Wow. Salute's fucking pumped, bro. He's like, he doesn't give a fuck. He's just trying to knock them. He knew if he knocks them there, they're in a shit spot. Like, they're just dead.
Couple players up, Loki flushed.
Everybody wants a piece of this. Yes, we have a good idea on who's going to get first. Let's be honest, Donova's got it locked down, but there is so much. New Happy, Petrichor Road still tied up.
Man, what happened to LG though? Fuck.
Wants to finish this one quick. LG has got to stop this one out for just one moment as NH is going to be coming up back behind them in just a few moments.
Salute just going to burn through some heals on the backside of all of this. New Happy striking from behind. Luminosity now Mime, the only one alive out in the blue. Not a lot he can do. Tycon going to fall as well. Mime just going to take Snakers out, and it is going to be Luminosity out.
Dano has done it.
Tiamba with only 2 players up, going to be
Dano has done it.
This is the best one-point game you will ever see Donovan do because, man, sometimes it's just about realizing the win condition and what you got to make happen. Donovan closed the door on the climb. Keep in mind, Twisted Minds started first today and just couldn't find the opportunities that they so desperately wanted.
Yeah, they came out with that big win to set themselves up, and then it was 3 games in a row of just struggle. They could not find any purchase into the late stages of those games, of those matches. And Donovan took advantage. They found that win on Vikendi.
Okay, Soul, bro. He's fucking like...
And it was Soul. Never forget, he wins that 1v1.
So, with this one, if you're wondering what's going on, Salute's just trying to out-survive anybody else that's going to be in front of him. And hey, he'll take a couple of shots at whatever's going to be revealed. You know, 1 kill.
Why not? Why not?
Can he tick it down? Yeah, he does right before the blue zone takes him. So, now we got these 7.
Wow. I'm happy for them.
The circle shifts away from it all.
You can see Donovan feeling really, really good.
I'm happy for them.
The emotions already there. Still PUBG to be played here. Pio on top of the 3-stack. Kevin going to start letting those smokes to try to find an entry, to try to displace Gen G. Glaz keeping Tiamba in check. Way on the other side of the circle. Glaz is
that was
from the rest of E7 right now. He is,
bro. Honestly,
so emotional. You can see the fans
that is such a tease because that game, that C2 shift, looked so good for 17 and TM. And the North shift is the only shift that fucks them. But it happened, and somehow 17 still got 6 points. They got the bleeds on SSG, didn't they? They got the bleeds. It wasn't enough to pass, but they still had 6 points. They were 7 off. No, they were 8 off. Dano got 2.
Anything that Gen G can do right now is a moral victory.
Absolutely. For Gen G here, yes, it was a struggle, but you want to come out with a bang.
17 was second place, yeah. Is second or was it TM?
For Gen G, New Happy as well.
One of the two.
Run they have made here in this grand final.
But 17 NTM, second and third, I think, 2 years in a row.
Tyler's going to get some damage in on that one. Petrichor Road now going to be revealed. Tongmu's going to be positioned up. Great shot. And now sees
okay.
down. Ming Ming just
okay, Tongmu.
Smidgen of life. What a shot. You got to love that Panzer arc. Brilliant stuff. Ming Ming able to get the first aid. Now looking for
that's crazy. Shows how good they are, but
not going to quite get there. Sharks in the water right now and they smell blood. Songjong going to be coming up back behind this one. The rest of Tyler wants to finish it out right as soon as the res comes through. Go back down.
They're both extremely capable of winning it. They are.
It's going to be Tyler that has Jiaoyang that goes down.
You look at this last game with a zone like that. That's tough. That's a tough game for them, man.
To collapse here around the last game of the year. teams falling left and right. Ty Lue out, Gen G with 5 kills.
Dynamo played it well.
Move in, Petrichor Road firmly planted.
That Vikendi win was fucking massive. Massive.
Who knows, maybe even scooch up to 3rd place.
This has just been such a neck-and-neck PGC the whole way through. It has just been so back and forth moving into this one. Petrichor Road still has some options.
And
If
TM
points here, they can actually get themselves up into that 3rd place position as well.
Yeah, there's
to the first game, man. They had it. They had it in the bag.
Favor V7. They've got all 4 up. They've got a really good shot at coming through here and ending on a really nice high note.
Okay, we still have
Hero
fight as it's going to be Tiamba trying to fend in. 7-7 is going to spot out.
could win the game.
Knock onto that one to
Doubt
start
it,
up.
but
Nurens, though,
never
sharing
know.
a compound with him as the dance all around this position.
Already, Perril's climb to 4th is
Slow down the pace just a bit.
huge.
He's going to go ahead and hop in the car. Is he going to try to seat swap around back behind this one? It looks like Tiamba just wants to go ahead and make sure that they get the flush.
No doubt about it. The points, you never know. You never know what can happen here. You might as well go for it.
About the last game, and it's just like all the bottom 4 teams and Peril.
They have been cheering every
Well, not bottom 4, but like,
Trade has done anything, and they
you
are
know.
ready to explode. I am sure. Gen G smoke wall up, nading the
Gen G, Day Trade.
trying to soften up. The players, Nurens did get one, but he's taken out by
EP got 3rd in 2021. That's 3 years in a row. That is crazy.
Good job.
That's true.
It's so hard to hold down right now as they are just juking around every bit of this one.
That's crazy.
Throw in some utility. Petrichor Road just trying to clean
Oh,
the play.
yeah, that would.
They can get some more, but Ace
Yeah,
is gonna-
Perril's dead, though.
Road is eliminated.
That was valiant, but that would have been insane too, Pons, if that happened.
Allows him to take Petrichor Road out. Tiamba, V7, Gen G, the last 3 teams.
Nothing else here matters leaderboard wise.
Tiamba,
V7 could pass Tiamba, I guess.
Tosi, though. Tosi on the off angle.
No, not possible.
Able to
Is it?
find a big knock, and Linshu is bleeding out quick. 7-7 isn't
3,
even
4, 5, plus 4. No, it's not possible.
They've managed to open up multiple sight lines. They're running a 1-1-2 through.
Oh no, it is possible. They can tie, and then there'd be a tiebreaker.
G is wanting to try to accomplish. 7-7 being the solo odd man out over into the west.
I think.
Really might be able to find an angle, but it looks like Glaz is moving centered up and just going to be in a point position to be able to unload.
Oh no, now it's not. Now it's not. They didn't get enough. They had to get all the kills.
Who knows? Maybe we've got a little bit of a spark of life in Gen G still. Maybe Pio can showcase why we used to consider him one of, if not the best
Gen G
players
past
in the world.
T5.
7-7, nope, having none of it.
Instantly going to lock that one down. 10 kills for V7. In all of the chaos, these guys have been absolutely farming. Now then, position, control, Gen G. I don't know what you can do. It is a 2v4 on top of that one. Coming in tattered. You've got Human that's going to be lining up very close to you. So if you can get something, at least Pio going to get the knock onto one. DGG is going to go down on the opposing side for it. Pio, oh Pio, can you make the miracle happen?
I mean, he's going to have to go absolutely bananas. Gumin trying to keep him pinned with that spray. The grenade is really good. Almost getting the knock. DG coming back.
Ooh, Rifts in Peace helmet.
Molotov just so well positioned to deny. So
Yeah, it's not possible.
Pio's gonna have to patiently wait this one out, and you can see all of V7 now knows everybody's just moving in off of this one. Pio, we know that he can rat out some big plays, but there is just nothing to be done, as that is gonna go all of V7's way.
Dano.
But ladies and gentlemen, you can take it all.
Congrats. Congrats. Hey, yo, check this shit out. Check this shit out, though. Check this shit out. Let me show you guys something. I want to see this, but let me show you guys something. The man cheese.
I mean, it was just so close coming into today.
It was, and it was insane in that Vikendi win.
I love that team, man. Honestly, those guys are all just great human beings. Great human beings. They deserve it. They work hard. They're very passionate. I just launched PUBG, by the way.
Yet another trophy in the case, and salute so many great individual plays from him that set Donowa up.
Let's see, so close so many times. Twisted Minds.
They deserve it, man.
They just keep getting there, but can't quite close it out.
Hey.
Finally, Donowa feeling it, getting exactly what they needed to.
How unfair is it
But they have proven their dominance. Such a
that
ridiculously strong squad.
this team got to play PNC, basically? This team got to play BNC. They won BNC. Best team in the world, Danoa. Let's go. Congrats. Soul solidifying himself as the best player in the world. Been in the conversation for a couple years now. Low-key, the most winningest player in PUBG. Won 2 PGCs, the only player to ever do it.
Congratulations to Danoa Esports! Woo!
That's crazy.
Wow, congratulations, and please step forward. Please, everyone, step forward. Please. Wow. There are tears of joy over here. Okay, congratulations. So, let's have some interview, ladies and gentlemen. So, you're now PGC champion. So, how do you feel?
일단은 PGC 우승 소감 먼저 부탁드립니다.
일단은 실감 안 나고 좀 PGC 우승이라는 게 살짝 프로 게임으로서는 꿈의 무대잖아요. 꿈의 무대니까 조금 더 지금 말로 할 수 없는 행복감을 느끼고 있는 것 같습니다.
I'm still not realizing we are holding this trophy, and then I mean this is always this meaning for the dreams come true for me as a gamer.
Yeah.
Yes.
โอเค ต้องบอกว่าทางดานาวาเองนะคะ ตอนนี้เป็นแชมเปี้ยนนะคะของ PGC 2023เป็นที่เรียบร้อยเอาประมือกับเขาหน่อยค่ะ ต้องบอกว่าเขาเองตอนนี้นะก็ต้องบอกว่าเขาตื่นเต้นมากนะคะเขาก็ไม่คิดว่าเขาจะได้เป็นคนที่จะได้ถือถ้วยนี้ที่อยู่บริเวณด้านหลังนี้นั่นเองนะคะ แล้วก็ต้องบอกว่ามันคือความฝันที่เป็นจริงของเขานั่นเองค่ะทุกคนอ่ะดังนั้น so the next question is what was a 3-team race in that final match so what was like
마지막 경기에서 그 3위권에서 가장 치열한 경쟁이었는데 그때 상황이 어땠는지 그 소감이 어땠는지 이거 말씀 부탁드립니다.
킬로그 치크랑 점수 차이 얼마나 나는지 확인했고 그걸 이제 토대로 이제 게임을 하다가 일단 17이 먼저 탈락을
GG's.
하고 트위스트 마인드만 이제 떨어지면 저희 우승이 확정이었는데 재현이 우리
I was gonna show the oh, let me fucking pull this shit up real quick.
다 트위스트 마인드만 잡으러 가자, 얘네만 잡으면 된다 해서 그렇게 게임이 끝났습니다.
I fucking had one vote. I had one vote. And I put it on the boys. I had one vote. Where's my points? Where's my point? I didn't do this shit. I forgot about this shit. Where's my points though? One vote. Anyways.
So there's something, yeah, it's like relate to what your answer before because what happened with this Grand Loki over just before that fight with Twisted Mind.
막판에서 트위스트 마인드랑 싸우기 전에
Take care, Brian. Take care, company man. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
장면이 나왔었는데 그때 상황이 자세히
200 IQ.
설명 부탁드리겠습니다.
아니 원래 좀 긴장을 잘 안 하는데
I mean, they were a team that I genuinely wanted to win, and obviously I thought that they had the potential to do it. So
뒤쪽에 로키 선수가 뒤쪽에 있는 줄 알았는데 제 앞에 있더라고요. 그래서 이제 실수로 쳤는데 다른 팀원들이 이제 괜찮다 해줘가지고 다행이었던 것 같습니다.
Usually I never got nervous.
they only had
for the last match.
they only had like 30 something points today.
Loki's was behind me, so when I
They only had 37. I think they had 100 points
I was like, oh, I'm making a mistake.
after
So
yesterday.
my teammates just like comfort me and say it's okay. So I
That's pretty crazy.
คือต้องบอกว่าที่ถาม
And that Vic Henny game was like most of them.
โลกิเนาะ over ก็คือเป็นสิ่งที่ทำให้เขาเนี่ยสามารถที่จะ take over ตัว Twisted Mind ได้นะคะเขาบอกว่าจริงๆมันคือข้อผิดพลาดนะมันคือข้อผิดพลาดของเขาที่เขารู้สึกว่าอุ้ยเอ้าโลกิอยู่ข้างหลังอะไรอย่างเงี้ยคือเหมือนเขาไม่ได้รู้ตัวแต่ว่าทีมเนี่ยก็คือช่วย comfort นะคะหรือว่า
Take it easy, take it easy.
ไม่เป็นไรนะคะแล้วก็หลังจากนั้นเนี่ยจริงๆแล้วพอเขาทำได้เขาก็ยังรู้สึกว่ามันคือข้อผิดพลาดอยู่ดีนะคะ Okay so right here with Danawa I think we have talked a lot and now they're like their heart is like feel a lot of feeling right now so ladies and gentlemen congratulations right here to Danawa Esports Woo! And so we still have our PGC 2023 MVP and a prize pool to give out. So let's send back to the analysts or to the desk to take a look of the final leaderboard before we announce our MVP and the special announcement about 2024 competition season. แน่นอนค่ะเดี๋ยวเราจะมีการมอบรางวัลให้กับ MVP ด้วยแล้วก็ที่สำคัญเลยกับของรางวัลเยอะแยะมากมายด้านบนเวทีนะคะแต่ว่าตอนนี้ค่ะเดี๋ยวเราไปดู leaderboard กันก่อนนะคะว่าเป็นอย่างไร
I would have like a permanent smile on my face if I won PGC.
ว่าฤดูกาลจะเป็นอย่างไรกันบ้างแต่ว่าในช่วงนี้เราเจอกับ analyst ของเรากันเลยดีกว่าค่ะ
That's big, that's big.
Congratulations to Danawa Esports, the champions of PGC 2023 and well-deserved. Soul, a hero in this building, fans who love this team so much. He had a journey, he was an IGL. He stopped IGLing because he said, I need to have fun in order for us to win. He had fun here, he played well, they went the distance. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. That was incredible to see. This has been a journey for this team.
Yeah, it has been. It's been absolutely insane. And I gotta
Look at the fucking game, bro. Look at the game. 6 points, 2 points, 0 points, top 3.
With Gen G won that.
My God.
With Gen G won PGC together with PO in IEM Oakland. Of course, won 2023 Nations Cup with Korea. And now here, the champion, the only guy to have won more than $1 million single-handedly.
Low key, man.
In PUBG, and now he's going to be putting even more on top of that here with 137 points.
A massive win for Danawa. 17 tried so hard, but in the end, it was second place for them. Twisted Minds, a noble 3, but once again, settling for less than first.
Crazy.
It was a crazy
All right. That's it for the watch party, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna end stream. I'm gonna get some sleep because I'm tired and I only slept like 2 hours. So take care.
No, not yet.
Why?
To get it for the last time on the desk. My name is Toppies. This is Avenger. It has been our pleasure to be here with you.
What? What do you want to do? You have a Danawa shirt?
Yeah, when they set out for 2023, they set out to build this insane powerhouse.
You got a Danawa shirt. Let's go. Let's go, Danawa. Alright. Have a good morning, have a good day. And thanks for stopping by.